what is your absolute favorite thing about working at the Roadster Shop?
7.
And what's the most challenging?
Why would you ask us that when we work here? Jesus, the
This-
boss is right there.
This
You want me to
is
step
a
outside?
test.
If
He'll
all
never
of-
hear it. You see the ad for Roadster Shop hiring. What year was this? The 17 years from...
It was the first year we were in this facility.
Yes.
So
Brand new.
Damn.
I want to hear it from both sides. I want to hear, you know...
No, let's not do that. You want to hear Jeremy's assessment of
Yeah,
when I walked in?
I did.
Let's not do that. I honestly don't know.
Well, you walked in with a black eye,
Okay, yes, that's true.
first of all.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a badass.
So,
So you were scared of him.
a little.
To me, the shop was massive. Nothing I've ever seen before. There's cars everywhere. Every car on the shop floor is either custom or about to be, completely out of my element. And I was literally about to just walk out and say, I can't do this. And I was walking up to talk to you guys, and I go, wait, I don't work here. Like, what are they going to do, fire me? Like, I just grabbed a cutoff wheel and started cutting the back of the car. Like, what are they going to do? I don't work here.
It starts setting in like, maybe this is beyond me. You know, maybe this is more than I'm ready for. He brings me back over. He introduces me to Jon. Jon forgot that I was going to be there today.
I don't think I was told.
I may or may not have told him.
I don't think I was told.
At all. You know, he may not have forgotten.
We're not going to point fingers, but
And Jon was like, show us what you got. And I just started grabbing shit and sticking it together. I grabbed little coupons of aluminum. I grabbed little stainless tubing. I grabbed sheet metal. And I just started putting it together. And I was like, this is everything that I know how to do. 8 hours to prove. But you had 2 different interviews.
Correct. I think I applied 5 years ago now. The first time I applied, and I didn't get it, of course. To be fair, I used to drink a lot back then. So, and like,
was that the reason you didn't get it? Do you think I identified that, or what do you think?
No.
What do you think it was?
I did not work very hard that day. To say the least. Like, to be fair, I don't think I had the skill set at the time to come in here and give you guys what you needed. But then 4 years later, came in.
Yeah, it all worked out because your
Yeah,
second
yeah.
interview rocks though.
Yep,
You
yep.
came in and just nailed it.
I was gonna go to Wild Tech, but I ended up going to jail for a year instead, right? So I got out of jail.
Way cooler.
Yeah, that is more,
okay.
a little more badass.
Who's the badass now, Jon? It's the only podcast you can listen to that going to jail is a fucking thumbs up. Welcome to another episode of Oil and Whiskey. This one's a special one. They're always special.
They're all special, Josh.
Well, that was sometimes I said
This is more special.
this one's more special.
Is there a
This is an all RS podcast.
Yeah.
Extravaganza.
This was a highly requested podcast,
Yep.
believe it or not. So not just that we would like to chat with the RS team, but
Not so much you guys specifically were
you
requested.
guys
It was
happened
just-
you guys happened to be a few dudes that were still here at the end of the day, and we're like, you know.
Bad guys specifically.
Yeah.
But really, a lot of people reached out and said they'd love to hear what the guys at the Roadster Shop have to say. And really, we've had a ton of different shops out here. A lot of shop owners have brought some of their key guys, and the reality, I think people want to know what goes on behind the scenes at RS and hear it right from the source. So we got the source.
Yeah, the sources.
The source is. So, a little introduction. Jon has been on here before. Jon York,
You got everybody got to tell their names.
the manager
You go around the room.
of the Roadster Shop Hot Rod Shop division.
Yep, that's me.
And one interesting fact about you.
There's a few. I don't know if I can tell them.
We'll get into those. After a few whiskeys, we'll get into those.
I know what stories you want. I don't think I'm going to tell those tonight.
I think everybody should give interesting facts about somebody else.
Almost like the hot... And you're a fan of the Hot Rod movie, too, so it could kind of be like, I'm Jon.
I like to
party.
party.
Yeah. And I also like turtle shells. I dreamt of being inside of a turtle shell for many years, so... Fun fact about Jon.
These guys don't know that.
No.
There was a younger version of me.
Haven't met Hot Rod Jon.
Johnny Christmas has kind of disappeared too.
Yeah.
It's still in my phone as Johnny
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, there's a few. There's a few people that
Nate
still
still
reach
calls
out
him
to me.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Just Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
forever be.
You could pass those down. They're not all
sorry.
for you.
Believe it or
But
not,
you're
that was Dave Egan that gave me that nickname like week 1 here. Back in 2008, he started calling me Johnny
That's
Christmas.
crazy. Nice.
Well, who's next? Nobody else said anything.
Yeah, that's the thing about a podcast is the silence. The silence part's the bad part.
Yeah.
The-
So the dude with the beautiful mustache up there, the real mustache, not to be confused with the sales guy that does not have a real mustache.
There it is. I'm Spencer Newman.
You gotta get a little closer. Sorry,
I have
you
to-
might have to even carry. If you want to hold that, you can hold it.
Can I just,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
do this?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's going to be...
Yeah, that's gonna be awkward. You just lean into it. Yeah, we gave him the back.
You can also
you told
take
me-
it off the mount and just hold the mic.
You also told me not to move
You
the chair.
could run downstairs real quick and fab something up and make an extension.
Yeah, just, I mean, I'm pretty sure I helped assemble all of these.
This is true.
So, you know,
Explains-
is this better?
Explains a lot.
There you go. What happened with this one? We didn't coat this one?
That's a stand-in. That's
New.
only when we need it.
Okay.
Spencer
Is
the
this
Stash
better?
Newman.
Spencer.
Everyone.
Wow, that's
good.
going to stick.
That's definitely a mistake.
Love it.
So long time Roadster Shop fabricator.
Yeah, I just came up on my 5th year here at Roadster Shop in the fabrication department.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been fucking awesome.
And
You
it-
also
Are
like to
we-
party?
I also like to party.
You wouldn't
yeah.
be here. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be working for the Roadster Shop if you didn't like to party.
Right.
We party.
Right.
You party.
We party.
The how long have you been? 10? 11?
17.
17.
Be 18 in November.
Wow.
Yeah. 2008. It's been a long haul.
Right now is when Elliot puts in the pictures when you first started working here.
I was going to say
there's
that.
some gems on the
I
server,
fucking
too.
knew it. I fucking knew it. I was going to
There's
start.
B-roll coming.
We've got some great pictures in the
I was going to
system.
say, it's been 17 years of a lot of badass builds and terrible haircuts. But I figured,
That's a good way of putting it.
figured you were going to cut to some pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a slideshow right now
100%.
as we're talking about this.
Those are always.
Let's move on.
It's not just yet. That's one of my favorite things. When there's oftentimes you got to go digging through old pictures for something.
Yeah.
So you go into the build
Yep.
archives, scrolling through, and then all of a sudden it's like, dude, look at this. It's John with the center part.
It's a
Usually,
version of
there's
me.
usually an apron. You rock the apron a lot back then.
Always.
And it's a fucking good look, dude. It was
It's a terrible look. And
it was
you
a
know
good look.
I would like to see a side by side right now of that beautiful stash and that beautiful head of hair you used to have.
In all fairness, I do have a folder in my phone of Josh pictures. So when he started, there's quite a few looks there too. You're a little homeless looking in the beginning.
He was
Sad and
haggard looking.
homeless.
in the beginning.
Yeah.
A little heavy set too. Husky, I'd say. Husky would be the word. Is that what you would say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
not
that's being
heavy set
nice.
would be insulting. I think Huskies.
I mean, the thing about this place that people don't know is it gets us in shape.
It does.
It's a mandatory as well as partying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thick skin and smaller waistlines. That's definitely what Dakota onto you.
Roadster Shop.
He's over this already.
He's like, the fuck am I doing here? And I'm Dakota. I used to be a fabricator.
I'm Dakota and I quit.
No, I'm Dakota Montour. I don't know. Been working here about a year and a half now, so it's a fun place to work. You know, the projects that you get to get your hands on, it's a good time.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's been awesome having you, man. You're
Canadian, eh?
Yeah. No, northern Wisconsin.
northern
Pretty
better.
much. Yeah.
Better.
Pretty much Canadian.
Yeah, it's been
Damn near Canadian.
yeah, it's been great having both you guys on the team, man. You guys both kick ass, and it's be cool to unpack a little bit about what you do and how you do it. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to get into, we've talked, all of us talks amongst ourselves of some of the things that were, instrumental as young kids, from, magazines and TV shows and, your history and Wyotech and some of the other stuff, whatever. It'd be good to get into those individual stories along the way, specifically for, people that are listening that have had similar or on similar paths along those journeys.
yeah, and there's one. I'll tell you one that pops into my mind. A question that we've had a lot. You guys are younger, what I would consider younger fabricators. John, not so much, but we've had a lot of young guys on here. We even did like the Young Guns thing, and the thing that I thought was very unusual was that when you'd ask them, like, dude, what got you into the industry? What inspired you? Nobody had like I think John and I and Phil and Josh had was like the car that inspired you, or like I could look back and I remember like the chicane, and I'm like, dude, fucking the chicane, hell yeah, I got to do this. I got to do this for a living. Or like Jesse James. None of those dudes had that. Like a lot of the younger guys.
Right.
Either you guys, was there something that made you decide this is what I want to do for a living? Was there a car? Was there a magazine? Was there
The
something?
red Ferrari and the porn star in Motorcycle Mania definitely. There's not been a lot of those similar instances in
Yeah.
the last 20-something years. So that
Right.
Instant hook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We didn't have a lot of that. I came in on the very end of that like wave of like all of the crazy banger TV shows and everything like that were surrounded with hot rods and stuff like that. So like Monster Garage came up immediately. You know, like I missed the Motorcycle Mania just barely, but like Monster Garage was really popping when I was like in that pivotal era.
Sure.
back when people were saying it was really popping
Yeah.
about that same time.
Oh, we're getting after it.
Right around that time. Yeah.
It was on
We're
and
all
popping.
sober.
Yeah. But realistically, though, my dad's Camaro was like the car because I grew up in that thing.
Yeah.
You know, he
What
would
year?
Pick, 69. He would pick me up from school. You know, like kindergarten, first grade, second grade. He was always there with the car, and it was just like. It was just my dad's car, you know. I thought it was very special. I thought it was very cool, but it was like, that's his, you know. Like,
Sure.
Some people, their moms have like minivans and shit, and my dad
Or
had
a
69
conversion
Camaro.
van with a unicorn airbrushed on the spare tire carrier.
Custom.
Yeah.
That was the
Just-
Ford
custom.
Explorer.
Oh, Ford Explorer, yeah.
Yeah, it's still custom.
yeah.
You know, it's same world.
It'll inspire a career. Just
Yeah, yeah. It's just not this
So
one.
is that the Camaro that you still have?
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's been in the family since it was brand new. My aunt bought it from the showroom.
That's awesome,
And
yeah.
then my dad bought it 2 years later, and at his 18th birthday, and like drove it ever since.
Oh wow! Did other kids think it was cool? They did.
Yeah,
Did
because like
they, or
he would
did you think they thought it was cool?
well, like he'd pull up to pick me up from school, and like all the kids would be like, "What the fuck is that thing?" Like,
Spencer's
crazy.
dad's fucking badass.
and then I like little fucking 2 foot tall me would at 12 years old would walk into the thing and sit down, and like you couldn't see me over the passenger side window, but it's just like, oh shit, like that's cool. And then of course
Look at that kid with
he-
his mustache. In that Camaro.
Dude, that's funny. Like the picking up from school thing, I'll never forget that either. And the feeling of how fucking cool you felt when Dad was coming to pick you up.
Yeah.
That was my dad picked me up in the NSX, and you just had this. I see it with my son now when I'll pick him up in like one of the, cars that were shaken down or something, and it's like this, like waiting in line.
Yeah.
and then like
Here-
Yeah, and
you
he's-
pull up and he elbows his buddy.
He wants to make sure people are looking and like,
Rub it a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember how that felt, man.
Yeah.
That was bad. It's irreplaceable.
It makes an impact for sure.
We hear that a lot from customers too. That guys are like, I want to be the coolest dad in the pickup line.
Yeah.
Well, you'll definitely be the coolest dad in the pickup line with that.
Similar story. I remember there was a pivotal moment too. Moved around a lot, and the brand new school after moving like the 5th time in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was like I think 12 or 13. Very pivotal age of being a boy going to a brand new school, and really feeling cool, getting pulled up and dropped off in that 17-passenger church van with First Alliance Church written down on the side of it, and getting out the barn doors on the side of it, whatever, first day and thing. Like,
Did that
it
earn you
set
an
me-
undie or a swirly or?
it set me on a trajectory.
also an impactful experience.
Yeah, honestly,
memory in your-
looking
in
back
your
to,
life, yeah.
to blame for a lot of my
Yes.
my choices.
I am not that.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's straight home with this set of clippers. Like, I guess this is my path.
How about you, Dakota? What was it? What was the moment?
I mean, like it was a bunch of little stuff, right? So like, I don't know, I was like 8, and my mom got me like the subscription for like Hot Rod magazine. So like I would kick through that shit. I didn't know what I was looking at, right?
Yeah.
But I would kick through it and think all this stuff was cool. And my dad was a car guy too, you know what I mean? But like he worked a lot, so he didn't drive them much. But as I got older and like TV kind of became like cooler, I guess. Monster Garage was a big one.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that shit was cool. And then but I watched Fast and Loud a lot because I was like probably 14, 15 when that one came out.
Yeah.
And there's a fabricator, Aaron Kaufman, and like he stood out a lot to me. And I was like, shit, like it'd be cool to do that, right? So, and then I got my job at my first hot rod shop, and like it all just kind of snowballed from there, man.
Yeah, Monster Garage. That was
Yeah.
definitely a banger. That was like the one thing that in our house it was like you're watching that tonight. That was
Yeah.
what the family came
Right.
together, and you were watching
When
Monster
the new
Garage.
episode came out,
Yeah.
it's like, okay,
It was pre DVR
Right.
and TiVo.
Yeah.
you had to.
all-
So
you
that was
had
part
to
of
be
like
there.
the allure is that like it
Yeah.
was only once a week you had
Right.
to see it. So it was like a
Yeah.
set deal that you had to be there for.
Yeah.
And I like watching Jesse James just destroy dudes that sucked.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna say too, though, because it's at that time all the other shows that we all probably watched were edited and there's storylines and plots. But you could watch that show and be like, "Oh, this might fail. Like this is not.
Yeah.
There's no way this
Like
is
they
gonna
might
work."
not execute
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
And there also wasn't any like, not that you should be, but there wasn't any like judging the quality or stylistic of a build. You know, like where other
Yeah.
car shows, you're like, nah, I would have never done it that way. Or you're looking behind the scenes, you're like, there's no way they're doing this. It was the build style was they're gonna, down and dirty, make
Yeah.
it work. And there's cool things. And you're like, oh man, that's really cool. I would never, but because it's not, you can't put it in a box. So you can't really.
It's hard to judge style on a Fox Body Mustang that turned into a garbage truck.
That was the lawnmower, I think. The Fox Body was the lawnmower.
It was actually
Well,
pretty badass.
it picked up golf balls.
Yeah.
It was the golf ball fetcher. Like it was
Oh yeah,
just,
and it had
was
it
just
had
like-
wires on it.
Yeah.
And there's like all that. You're like, oh, that's pretty cool to do something wild like that.
Right.
That and at the same time, you guys watch Junkyard,
Junkyard
Wars?
Wars. I knew you were
That was a
going.
good
there.
show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Junkyard Wars was like it's fun. Now when I look at Junkyard Wars, I feel like that is how Chris Gray grew up. Like I feel like that looks like what happens
In the junkyard. Like,
No, like the guy, like they wore like the
Yeah.
coveralls and like
Yeah.
it was very UK based.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I loved what those dudes did. I mean, that was like
No,
man,
that show was also like very pivotal to just
Yeah.
like, okay, go build this thing, and
Yeah.
like just building was always like a part of my childhood and growing
I
up.
loved it. I loved that show. That was probably way up there top because I also like anything that's like a survivalist or post-apocalyptic and there was things in that I'm like, oh man, if it
MacGyver.
ever
type
goes
stuff.
down, like yank that coil out of the back of that refrigerator and you can use that as a tubing and you can. It's like there was
Yeah.
so much. What is going? Everybody's.
I just
here.
noticed the camera
Oh.
view up there. That's all.
Yeah, don't look at that.
Sorry.
Don't look-
Sorry, that was a rookie move. I just
Yeah.
saw the camera.
I thought
Watching-
something had happened because
watching
both of y'all
yourself.
went up there and I was like, uh oh.
Yeah, I didn't notice that one before.
Oh, sometimes things like
little
stop
small-
recording
small
or
electrical
flashing or
flare.
whatever. Yeah.
We haven't been recording this whole time.
Apologize.
We've had that
So
happen
the,
too.
Yeah.
the shows were obviously hit it for all of us. I mean, we're all you guys are a little younger, but I mean,
Yeah.
what are you? 36, 30? How old are you?
32.
32.
Yeah.
How old are you?
33.
Okay. We got about 10 years on you, Josh.
Impolite
Josh got about
to ask.
30.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, we all grew up with that stuff. But wasn't there anything in the magazine? Was there a builder? Was there something, the car that blew your mind early on? Or did you just not know? Was it like you just didn't
Yeah, it wasn't like
understand that level of vehicle yet?
I didn't have enough of a grasp of like the hot rod industry. I had magazines and stuff
Right.
like that, but I was also like, I was into cars in general, not just necessarily hot rods. Like I would get the DuPont registry
Yeah.
and I would just flip
Did you
through that.
did
and
you
just
get it or
like-
did you just flip through it at the airport? Because
Yeah,
it was like a
just flip-
$10 fucking
Yeah,
magazine.
No, it was a flip through it in the magazine aisle. And like, oh my god,
That's an
like,
expensive. It was things.
Yeah,
That thing was
yeah.
like $13 back then or something like that.
So it was I was just obsessed with the automotive industry in all facets. So it wasn't really like I don't have a chicane or like anything
Okay.
like that.
What about once you got into the industry? Did you start recognizing that stuff? Or
There's a lot of Roadster Shop cars.
I was
what we were
fishing.
looking
I've been fucking fishing this whole time. And
See, we got a long podcast. We'll get there.
different
yeah,
bait.
no, it was a lot of Roadster Shop cars.
You had a
Road
golden
Rage and
opportunity.
Rampage like were mind blowing to me when I first saw them. So that like that level of build was like, oh, I want to go that direction, So
When this is for all three of you guys. When you start seeing that, whether it's the TV show, whether it's the magazine, whether it's Road Rage or Rampage, whether it's Hot Rod Magazine and stuff, when you start, we're talking about the interest, right? Of like, oh, I like that. I'm drawn to that. That's really cool with the '69 Camaro. What age and how are you starting to formulate, like, I could do this for a living, or how could I do this for a living, or I'd like to do this for a living. What do I do? When does that start coming into play?
Well, for me, the story's completely different.
John, yeah, I
It's
know
so-
John.
yeah.
I know John's story. It's a good story.
It's
dude. I like-
so
Well, that's what
the
we're
other
here for.
direction.
Go ahead.
Well, I was never really into cars in any fashion, but my dad was a clay modeler for Ford Motor Company. My brothers, 2 brothers who are clay modelers to this day. So it was always there. I mean, we moved to Germany when I was a kid to be at Ford Design Studio. Just everything we did was some way rooted in automotive, but it never really grabbed me. I mean, it was the same thing. You're the kid, you're kind of pushing back. I was just a terrible teenager. So about 16, 17, made all the mistakes you shouldn't make, and found myself out of high school at like 17. But I was, my dad.
Mutual decision on the out of high school?
No, it was 100% me. Yeah,
Mutual meaning
No,
the
no.
high school and him? Or
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
No, I mean, I kept getting in trouble. Spent about 3 months out of school. When I came back for, that was against my will.
It's on them. They pushed you out.
I was like, as soon as I got back to school, I was getting into trouble again. So I said, fuck this. I'm going to enter the workforce. My dad had a boat. We're downriver Detroit. Out of the boat yard, there was a marine construction company, and they were looking for a laborer. So, oh, fuck, I can do that. Like, I'll pick stuff up and carry it. And it was the most roughneck, hardcore job at 17 years old. Just like the roughest guys, all missing fingers. None of them had driver's license. I had to pick all the guys up in the morning to show up at the work site. But I'd taken like stick welding in high school. Didn't finish any of the other welding program. That's as far as I made it. And I was like, oh, fuck, I can weld. So all it is stick welding on the water. So we're building docks, seawalls, boat hoists, big yachts and shit in people's backyards. Like stuff I had no business touching, like $1 Million Vikings, and I'm building docks at 17.
It'll hold.
Cash in hand. Oh, yeah, it's still there. I'll go back to this day. Fucking dock's still there, right?
You knock on it, like, still not
Still
going
fucking
nowhere.
there. But I'm 17 and I'm making money cash in hand, like under the table. At 17 as a dropout, I'm making like pretty good fucking money. Come wintertime, you can't work. The river freezes over. So I'm kind of like in between, waiting for the next season. And my dad watched all the shows, and I'm talking thousands of Street Rodder magazines. My dad had all of them. Because he would drag me to NSRA show in Kalamazoo, which is not the greatest.
The Kalamazoo show, I remember.
Yeah, like the inspiration wasn't there. It was, my dad was super into 30s cars. 37 Ford is like the most beautiful car in his eyes, which it is.
Yeah.
But it didn't appeal to me at 17 years old.
Right.
That's an old man car.
Yeah, and so I remember I'm done working on the tugboat, and we're sitting in the living room watching TV, eating our dinner at the living room table, and Motorcycle Mania 1 comes on.
Yeah.
And I sat there, jaw dropped, and that would have been 99, 2000. So I'm
Yeah, I mean,
99.
we were all in high school.
I think it was earlier
still.
than that.
I can't
It was
remember.
after high school. I graduated in 97.
Google that shit. Somebody's got it. Yeah.
I was 6.
So it was fuck you. It was Motorcycle
Sorry.
1 or 2. I don't remember. I feel like it was the first one. He'd just done the CFL frame. It was like purple with like greenish flames, and it was just fucking so badass to me. And the work that I was doing on the barge already, I could kind of like
Motorcycle Mania 1 was 2001.
really. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I was supposed to graduate in
high
01.
school. Yeah.
It's still, it makes sense because I was supposed to graduate that year. So I remember seeing that and just jaw dropped. It's the first time I saw the hammer. And I mean, I remember they were just running like fenders through a Burr King, like throwing sparks. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's what I want to do. My dad wanted me to go into design. He was trying to push me already. You can get a job at Ford Motor Company, just drop my name and you'll be hired. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I like the fabrication. I just liked making things. It wasn't cars. It wasn't motorcycles. The idea of just making and building out of steel, which I was doing on the boat, but seeing it in something that just looks so badass and going down the fucking road watching Jesse, I was like, that's what I want to do.
And the clay modelers, they weren't driving Ferraris and married to porn stars.
No,
either.
not at all.
So it's,
Right.
You know,
yeah.
Maybe some of them.
You were after the little bit. We were all after the lifestyle,
A little
the
bit.
cool factor.
Bill Mitchell was. It wasn't a Ferrari, but
But from there, I mean, to answer your question, to go round and about, that was like from there, because my dad wanted me to do something so bad. He's like, you can't just keep working on this tugboat.
when you said I want to do that, what'd your dad say?
He got up from his chair, his rocking chair, and went right upstairs, grabbed one of his Street Rodder magazines, flipped it open to a Wyotech ad, and 2 days later, I had a rep at my house. He's like, this is what you're doing then. He's like, if that's
cool.
what you want to do, that's what you're doing.
That's awesome.
It wasn't like a choice. I didn't find Wyotech as this
Give me
dream.
chills, actually, just
Yeah.
Yeah.
hearing that.
That's really cool.
And yeah, so from there, and it was a great time. Like when I went to Wyotech, it was, if anybody's out there listening, I'm sure there's plenty of Wyotech people. This was like pre-Corinthian colleges. It was still privately owned. I was there with like Jesse Combs, Jake Reisman was a guy I was in class with who was like a really good fabricator. Like there was a handful of just really good students there when I was there, and I was the worst because I had no experience in cars, no auto shop or anything like that. I was a terrible student. But once I got into the street rod side of things, chassis production and fabrication, I was like, this is exactly what I'm going to do.
Did you stop getting in trouble when you were there and got actually interested in something?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I was definitely out of trouble at that point. That was part of me leaving school. From there, I was good. My grandmother put me on the straight and narrow. She's the one that set me straight. She didn't let me stray after that. But from there, I mean, I think I graduated that year. And if I remember correctly, I graduated, I came home. Me and my dad went to Autorama. Never missed an Autorama since I was born with him. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was the year that Chip had Impressions. So getting this... the concept of what it took to build those cars, and then seeing that just...
That one sure left an impression.
Nicely done.
Sorry.
Nice
Did
job.
you really
That
have to
was-
say it? Say it?
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I actually remember
Could have
seeing...
been his first love a year later.
It was, actually. I think that year, too, was when Pinky's had Loaded.
Oh, dude.
That truck blew me away.
That
I
one
was
did
like,
it for me.
This truck is amazing.
Yep.
And then Impressions, obviously, was right up front, and it was like, oh, that's done.
Yeah.
But the same show, you know, I had actually gotten a job at Inline Tube, making brake lines. It was a job.
I didn't know
paid
that.
The bills. It was a shit job. No offense to those guys if they're out there listening, but it was so boring. I mean, we were making hundreds of brake lines a day.
What were you doing there? What was your task?
You start just like cutting tubing. You know, you got your saw, you cut it, you take it over the flare, you flare the one side, you hand it off to the guy that's more experienced to either hand bend it or run it through their CNC benders.
Is that because it was close to home?
It was not close to home. It was just the first job. I was south of Detroit. They were just north. So I was driving like over an hour every day. But I had to get it. You know, it's like I got to do something.
Yeah, get to work.
And
So that was your first job after WowTech?
it was. And then
I never knew that
Yeah.
you worked. I'm surprised. So you don't ever step in and correct Tim?
never.
I was going to bring it up.
Tim's the Tim. Yeah,
I
I'm
was
like,
going to bring it up.
Dude, you got experience there. That,
Like, actually, Tim.
Experience I don't want to go back.
That looks like a 39-degree
So,
flare.
If you ask, I have no idea how to do that. I don't want to do that. But that same Autorama, I was walking around with my dad, and there was a bare metal 53 F100. It was chopped, metal finish, just beautiful metal work, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. And my dad just kept pestering me, go talk to the guy. His name was Todd Ryder, or Paul Ryder was his dad, Paul and Todd, older guy. Paul was Mount Clemens, Michigan, friends with like Ron Fournier.
Sure.
They all worked with Ed Scutchfield on their hammer work. So after that, I drove to his shop every day. It was like 45 minutes from my dad's house. I'm like, give me a chance, give me a job. Don't even pay me, whatever it takes to get in here. If I prove I can do something, then start paying me. And he gave me a chance, and it worked out. I was there for 5 years. I worked with Matt Gerjek, who we all know.
Sled Alley.
Sled Alley Customs. And basically, they were brutal, and I fucking sucked, and they put me in my place, and I just had to watch them and learn. And 5 years after working there, I saw your guys' ad on Craigslist, and it was '08. It was time to get out of Detroit. Been here ever since.
When you say they were brutal and put you in your place, and this is key, we're going to get to the other stories, but I'm not trying to, because you've been in this for a long time, right? You've got different standards, especially from a management standpoint. You've also had a longer work period of time than most of the people that are working for us, and you were also treated a certain way. Give us an example of something that they said that didn't make you go home and cry and quit, even though you wanted to.
Well, I mean, it was daily. It was a small shop. You know, it was Paul Todd, Don Pureneck was one of the main guys who'd been there for years, and then Matt and a couple other guys that were like me that weren't that good. But it was a small shop where if you weren't producing and you weren't doing good work, it didn't pay the bills. And we had a shitload of cars. But all they did was custom sheet metal shaping and metal finishing. So they're like phenomenal metal guys. And when I was coming in there and I fucking sucked, it was like you'd catch them talking to each other. I'd come out of the bathroom, be like, man, this fucking guy can't do anything. This fucking loser. And well,
That's tough.
But what I didn't know is when I got the job, you know, Paul was an older guy, and he was telling him, "You wait till you see this young kid. He went to school. None of you guys went to school. This kid went to Wyatt."
Oh, he sets you up for...
Yeah. And then I
not a
got
good
there,
intro.
I knew nothing, you know, like just barely entry level, and especially in custom sheet metal work, you know, it takes a long time
Yeah.
to learn those skills. And everything they did there was metal finished. I mean, if we weren't like filing and picking it, we were letting it, and that's it's so old school. It's such a skill set that I didn't have. But
Was it just the sticking with it and not giving up that they finally were like, all right, we'll start showing you more?
I don't think they ever. Todd would show me stuff. The rest of it was just like, I don't want to fix your shit, so figure it out. and I had to just learn by watching. There was no training. You know, Paul and Todd would try to show me some things, but for the most part, it was figure it out or get out. There was no training protocol whatsoever. But I mean, it was a tough town. It was a tough they were all badasses. Like, I was scared of everybody. Like, we'd have fights in the shop, and they'd full-blown kick each other's ass and then go to lunch together. Like, everybody was so fucking cool in hindsight.
Detroit.
So with that sort of background, you know, you've had some hardcore jobs, some rough stuff. Would you say that those, you know, the tugboat stuff, working with those guys, is that what made you more badass than Josh at this stage?
I think I was born more badass than Josh,
Yeah.
but it definitely helped.
Okay. I was just trying to, because Josh had a lot of jobs too. But like tire shop stuff and, you know.
Car stereo
Yeah,
salesman.
car stereo. Nothing like, he wasn't fucking welding docks and working on a tugboat and, yeah. Staying behind a power hammer, you know, just.
Did you have a
But
mustache when you were a salesman?
It worked out all right for you, right? Here we are.
You're an asshole.
That's it. That's all I got. It's my whole story.
Well, we're going to pause on you answered the ad to the Roadster Shop thing. We're going to pause there, and then we're going to circle back around stuff. So,
Fast forward 30 years, Spencer's born.
yes. So,
He was just a young boy.
Spencer, same question.
Yeah.
How and when does it start to click on I got to find a job, this is something I'm into, how do I go about doing that?
It goes a little farther back. My entire life was kind of groomed towards being a mechanical engineer. My dad was
Maybe a different word than groom. That's
Yeah.
your face and
That's
groom.
fine.
And
It
he's
takes me
leaving-
down a
yeah.
different.
He's leaving out the fact that My Chemical Romance wasn't looking for anybody else to join the band. So he's like,
Listen, I applied every fucking year, and they just, you know.
Is the Freddie Mercury thing not big then? Like,
Yeah,
what?
no, you know, this mustache didn't come into play until I got here. So, like, a large part of my life, mustacheless, you know? But my dad was a professor at USC for over 25 years.
Oh, wow.
And as part of his retirement, they said, any of your kids will have a full ride upon acceptance.
Oh.
So that was kind of like, you just have to get accepted, right? So my whole life, like, I was, you know, straight A's, 4.0, like, all the extracurriculars, all the other bullshit, all the, you know,
Yeah.
helping out in the community and whatever to make my application look good.
Sure.
And it was always just like, yeah, I'm going to USC. That was like always, that was always it. You know, that was the after high school plan. So I finally did, you know, my ACT or all that other stuff, and I sent off my application, and I was like, all right, cool. Well, I'll just wait to hear back. I even, like, I flew down as a 16-year-old and, like, toured the campus. You know, like, that was the plan. And I got the letter back.
Plan changed.
Plan changed.
Ooh,
Yeah. So that hit hard.
that's years of a plan.
That's my whole entire life, basically, of a plan. So that was like, oh, shit, I got to figure out something else.
Did they
Which-
tell you specifically the reason? And if so, share it.
No. They just said, sorry, we're not accepting you. And it was at 100% because they had to pay for me to go there. You know, that, like,
Gotcha.
so pivoted. There was a local college that offered me a full ride. I didn't want to go to a community college, but it was free. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll take that. Hated it. I was there for a year. It was nothing to do with mechanical engineering whatsoever. It was, you know, English and speech and ethics and all this other bullshit that I didn't want to do. I wanted to get to the point, you know? And so after a year in community college, I was like, dude, fuck this. This is ridiculous. I remembered Wyotech because I was in welding all 4 years of high school. And we had a Wyotech rep every single year. And I was like, you know what? My plan with mechanical engineering was to go into automotive engineering. It was always automotive based. If I'm not going to be able to do that, I don't want to do this college shit. It sucks. I'm going to be here for another, 8 years. I'm going to go to Wyotech because it was a 1 year program, in and out, done, on with my life. And at that same time, Cody had plans to go already. He was like already signed up. And I was like, I'm coming with you. I'm going to go, We did the whole thing. kicked Wyotek's ass. Like it was so easy compared to everything else, you know, school wise that I had done because it was enjoyable. You know, it was something that I wanted to do.
Sure.
And I really enjoyed every aspect of it. So like, but I went there with a goal in mind. Like, if I'm gonna be going to Wyotek and not a mechanical engineer, I'm gonna do the coolest shit that I can. You know, I'm not gonna go be a dealership mechanic. And then
No offense to dealership mechanics
You're right.
that may or may not be working on any of our vehicles at the dealerships. But
Right
You're right.
now, where I'm at, feel free to offend them. Not having a good experience with dealership mechanics.
fuck them. motherfuckers.
I didn't want to, you know, go through all of this and then just
You wanted the creative thing. You wanted the
oil,
tip top.
you know,
yeah.
whatever.
Was it at all rolling through your head what industry you might land in, or where you're going to look?
It was hot rods, 100%. Yeah, at that point it was hot rods because that once I had gone off to that, you know, I was 19 and I was like starting to think about like where I was going in life, and hot rods were always in the background. But once the engineering thing kind of didn't pan out, I was like, oh, okay, so this, you know.
Got it.
And then the first career day came through, and it was all just like mostly diesel because, you know, it was the whole campus career day. So it was CAT and like all these other big diesel companies that were like hiring anyone that walked up to the booth, you know. And I was like, where's all the hot rod shops? You know, I had heard about Wyotek back in the day.
Wyotek didn't do a great job of reaching out to those hot rod shops.
No,
to
they
make sure that they were like a part of these career fairs.
They also don't
As we
respond to
found
emails when you reach out to them either. So that's like
it's a two-way street, and they're not doing good on either side of things.
no offense to Wyotek that may or may not want to sponsor the podcast, but you could do a better job.
I mean, hey, the truth's the truth.
100% the truth.
I mean, a
Yeah.
large part of our hot rod shop is Wyotek alum, and like I haven't heard from them since I graduated. You know, so like
yeah.
maybe a little offense, but like I found one little table that had a dude standing at it with a laptop on it, and it was like cycling pictures of like rust repair, and I was like, oh
This is
shit,
my guy.
like
It's not diesel.
that's like that's something, you know.
Yeah.
And so I talked to him and I was like, hey, what do you do, where are you from, what's your shop? And it was that was my in, you know. It was like the first career fair came like a month into my being at Wyotek, so I was obviously like I had nothing to show for it, but I was talking to him and I was like, dude, I'm dead set on this. Like, what do I need to do when I graduate to have a job with you? And he's like, we need an upholstery guy. And I was like, they have an upholstery program here.
Did we just become best friends?
What are we talking? Like, I wasn't even signed up for it yet.
Yeah.
You know, but they had it, and I was like, let's do it. So I added another 3-month program on, and he was like, if you add upholstery to your curriculum, I'll hire you when you get out. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go. And that was it. And that was in Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock.
Now, did you go to Wyoming campus then?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the other thing that needs to be noted with Wyotek. Like,
Pennsylvania and or what?
those didn't exist when I first went. But
Yours
there's
was just Wyoming, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else to do
In Laramie?
Wyoming,
No, fuck no.
other than go to Wyotek and try to focus on school.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Or I think now there might be because University of Wyoming, UW is there. But it was a small
Was it
school.
not there when you were?
It was there, but
Yeah.
it wasn't a very big school. I mean, there was nothing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the
The town-
Tuckers
I went
took
out
the
to
town
visit
over.
it when I was, 18, to check it out, thinking about going there. And it's desolate, man.
It's a very small town.
Very desolate.
It's
It's cool though. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I dig the some cowboy shit going on there.
Sure.
You'd like it. You been out to Laramie?
No. I would like it.
It's a great town. I mean, you're not far from the mountains.
Well, we went through there. Didn't we go through on a tour?
I don't think Laramie, but
You do
yeah.
go through
You'd be,
Laramie
dude,
a lot.
you'd have your sheepskin, collared jean jacket on, and you'd flourish there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
for
could
sure.
do your whole job.
Sounds like
done
my
thing,
place.
and
Sounds like my type of place.
But it's very easy to focus on getting up and going to school. I mean, they treat it like a job. A curriculum
There's
design.
no outside draws to pull you away from it.
Exactly.
Not a lot of distractions. Yeah.
How'd you like doing upholstery, Spencer?
I hated it. I don't
hate
do
it,
it
yeah.
anymore. Yeah. I don't do it. I did it for 6-ish years, on and off in different shops. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
his
You, obviously,
resume.
you didn't like it because you've never brought up the fact that you haven't.
Yeah, yeah. Steve's got that. He's got that taken care of, and I've offered on some jobs that are coming through here that to help Steve on some of the upholstery side of things, but it wasn't my daily want to.
All right, we're gonna pause there. Similar thing. Dakota.
Yes. I mean, I don't know.
If it's the same Wildtech story, dude,
No.
make something up.
no.
This just
I
became
was
an ad
wandering
for
through the
Wildtech.
woods and I found this piece of metal. I just forged it.
This
into
dude in the trailer, and he said, "Come on in. I'm gonna show you how to use this."
No.
Sounds like a metal shaping thing.
No, mine's a little different because I'm self-taught. So, but I went through like this long process of like gaining these little bit of skill sets. But I mean, like I always liked cars for a while, but I mean, I was gonna go to Wildtech, but I ended up going to jail for a year instead, right? So I got out of jail.
Way cooler.
Yeah, that is
Way
more,
more.
Yeah, we're on
a
a
little more
that
badass.
was
Who's the badass now, John?
I'll see myself out.
It's creeping up over John here. Yeah.
It's the only podcast you can listen to that going to jail is a fucking thumbs up.
Hell yeah, brother.
But after that, my mom was like, you got to do something, right? So I went to school for welding, and then I was a welder for a while, and then like I'd get sick of welding, so I'd go do construction, and then do welding, and then construction. And then there was this shop in Ohio, because while I was a welder, I always wanted to do this shit, right? But nobody would hire me. So there was this shop way out in Ohio, and they were applying, so I threw my hat in the ring, and I ended up getting the job. So I moved out there for a year and got some experience. And but like kind of like what you guys were talking about with John, like, dude, they would pick my shit apart. Like it was bad. You know what I mean?
You had only welding experience before this?
That's it.
That
Yeah.
no sheet metal or anything. So.
No prior training. But yeah, dude, they would pick my shit apart.
Yeah.
But like it hurt inside, but it was like, all right, I'll go back and show them.
Was it a little constructive, or it just pumped you up to?
Oh no, it was the no constructive criticism, but like it was just how I
Fuck you,
felt.
this sucks.
Dude, I remember one vividly. They said, "This is dog shit. It needs to get fixed." So I was like, "Oh god, all right," which is fair though. But
Yeah.
hearing that stuff, it kind of like
Yeah.
made you grow, made you want to get better.
Yep.
So, but I did that for a year, and then we ended up moving back because Ohio sucks. And then I went back to construction and welding for a while. And,
Phil, move his mic just a little closer.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
He can do it.
I was trying to make a
He's
little.
a fabricator. He's good with that.
But yeah, so after Ohio, went back construction welding for a while, and then I actually found Austin Perush through Bailey made some highlight on him, right? And I was like, I didn't know that he was in Appleton, which is like an hour down the road for me. So I went and applied for him, and he didn't hire me. But while I was there, he told me about some Ferrari restoration shop that like he used to work at. So since he didn't hire me, I went and worked there for a year, and that's where I got like most of like my metal shaping experience.
As a fallback, just working on Ferraris. Like, I guess.
I mean, it paid the bills, right? But that's where I got like I would say most of my experience, right? Like where I really started to gather some skills and shit. So, and then I went and worked for Austin.
Older dudes working there, like coach builder type guys.
Yeah. But like not very many like metal shapers and stuff like that. But like there was like very like specialized jobs. Like there was one dude's job like just like sanding trim, right? Like, but
Is he available at the moment, potentially?
yeah.
Isn't that
That's
your
also
job?
job. That's the one thing I'm like, John,
That's
what
why
are you
he's
doing,
looking,
dude?
yeah.
Why are you doing that? Like over there.
But no, yeah, I mean that was a cool place to work at though, like I say. And then I went and worked for Austin for a little bit, and then I ended up here. So it's been a good ride, I guess. So I worked at quite a few shops, and I've seen like what other places have to offer, and this one offers quite a bit. The projects that you're able to get your hands on, like the Roadrunner, like not many shops are gonna let you build that, So
Yeah.
Yeah, both you guys got some cool stuff out there. I mean, obviously, it's you you guys got the fucking skills to do it, right? So the projects that come your way are it's pretty rad stuff. So, you know, glad to hear that that stuff pumps you up, right? Because those are cars that we're super stoked about. That Roadrunner, if anybody's following, it's up on our website.
Yeah,
a couple things landed on social media, but that's a bitchin' car, man.
Yeah, it's a bucket list car that we've wanted to build for probably 10, 15 years.
Doing some killer work.
That thing's gonna be fucking cool.
Rare reverse chop too. Actually, adding a 1/4 inch in the roof height. That's what's wild. Making it. It actually you can tell. Like it makes it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool to watch. Like from afar, I watch a lot of the stuff you do, and I could see some of those unique little metal shaping tactics you have. You know, see where you're center punching stuff for your shrinks, and like I observe, and I'm like, this dude knows his shit. This guy's.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool to see, man. You're doing some great work on that. Both of you guys, man. Both of you guys doing some killer work. And
Appreciate it.
For younger guys, it's very refreshing to see.
Yeah.
You talked about the mechanical engineering thing, and I've. I sort of got to like retract a statement I think I've made before that I've always told
Just
guys.
one?
There's probably a whole shitload of them. But
for right now, this one.
Let's focus on this one because a lot of guys, we've had younger guys like come through the shop or a friend of a friend that wants to know like what path should I go down for my future, and you're like, dude, mechanical engineering, it's where it's at. I gotta say, like my thought process on that has totally changed because the world's changing like fast, rapidly, and that skill set of being able to do things with your hands, I mean, man, it's like there's some great stuff you can do as a mechanical engineer. No disrespect to those dudes. Obviously, you guys know what they bring to the table. We got some badass engineers here, but
incredible
to be able.
We'd like some more of those too.
Yeah, but to be able to create things with your hands, man. I mean, the direction that this world's going, that just seems like it is such a valuable skill set.
Yeah, it's
to
future
have.
proof.
It is.
Well, we've talked about this on a little internally, a little bit different framing, but I think it applies. Is we could always use more ideas and designs and prints. However, generally, at any given time, there's way more ideas and prints and designs than there are the people to make those ideas. That's been the bottleneck for years, is the people to do the things.
Yeah, and we've got all different types of projects. There's projects, Spencer, you've seen more of them, I think, than you have. Dakota, John, you've obviously seen and been a part of them all, but we got some stuff that's very engineering based. Like the Grand National, for example, that car is pretty much an engineered hot rod, right down to the fender flares. I mean, where bucks were laser cut out of sort of skeletons. All the sheet metal was pretty well CAD designed. It folded, not shaped. But the stuff that you guys are doing, I mean, like that Roadrunner, nobody told you how to chop it.
Right.
Nobody told you. There's no SolidWorks print for sectioning the car.
Right.
Or stretching the wheelbase or reshaping the fender openings. That's
moving
just
the body line up.
Yeah, that is old fashioned, like getting the fuck after it. Which that's a skill that is, I think, John, you know better than anybody. That's a skill that's almost gone. Right.
Yeah, it's hard to come by.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's the GTFA, getting the fuck after it, is what I'm going to call it. I'm going to coin that.
Are you going to coin that right now? Okay.
You don't like it?
You don't. Yeah, he doesn't.
I just don't know if you
you're
can
giving me
coining it. I don't. I guess I think it's probably been said before.
It's
I'm
so
sure it's
it's so
been
close to get the fuck out.
Yeah, could be confused.
Yeah.
But GTFA.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck after it.
Right. Which is a
GTFA.
Hey, just do
We're
it.
getting AI mixed
no,
up.
I think
there.
Nike's got that.
GTF
Could be some trademark
AI.
use there. But you get what I'm getting at?
100%.
Like that's a
Get
that's
after
fucking
it.
valuable
I
skill.
want to get back to John's story. However, what you're saying though, it parlays into something that I was going to bring up and
Let's
poke a
just
little
talk it
fun.
aside, and when you're ready to talk about it,
No.
we'll talk about it.
To
We'll
what
get
you're
back.
saying right now,
Yeah.
I'm staying on that. I'm just saying, for everybody listening, we haven't gone away from this. We're going to get back to it. We're staying on the thing that
This
you just brought up.
and
On the engineering side of things and the amount of fabrication and the skill and the talent. And like you said, that element, and I like that. Sometimes you do have to just get the fuck after it, right? There isn't the print. There isn't the 3D printed jig. There isn't the line. There's times that those things come into play, right? And there's also times where those shouldn't be a crutch to do this project,
Yeah.
This project should be done without those things.
Yeah.
Where do you ever find? We joke about it, right, on here, and there's as technology improves, as this shop continues to grow, as the resources continue, the joke's always been like, well, all you did was weld two pieces of metal that's an angle, or you needed the laser to drill that hole. It's an 1/8 bit, right? Like it's just
Right.
pop the fucking hole.
Right.
Do you ever find yourself pushing one way or the other about like, ooh, I don't need to run to the engineers for that, or vice versa? It's like, you know what, I should have went to the engineers and figured this out a little bit more versus trying to just get the fuck after it. But
Right.
vice versa.
There's a fine line for sure.
That's in the body shop.
Yeah.
That's something. Now we're two different places.
Well, they come into play too.
Yeah.
But it's accuracy and repeatability, I think, are the two biggest things.
Repeatability.
If we're doing this to do it again, engineering. Let's get them involved. Let's get a design so that we can do it again. And then accuracy over like a large scale. If I there was one instance that I had one of the engineers do it was like a 1-inch strip, but I needed holes like exactly along it, and it was like a 48-inch strip. So like I'm not gonna cut a straight 48-inch strip by hand, and B, like lining out those holes all the way along the way.
Yeah.
We're and it was 10 seconds for him to model that out and send it to the laser cutter.
That's a time saver and repeatability.
Right.
I will say, for the repeatability side, it's probably best internally we have the discussion about the terminology or the labeling of those files if we're going to repeat it, because Spencer's dumb little special project on we don't
so many of those.
we don't know what
files.
that is to do it the next time for that same
That's more of a disgruntled engineer.
Yeah, that all depends on how you approach that engineer.
Hey man,
Let's
I think if
well, maybe
you
we'll
asked,
put a title in there, like 48-inch with some holes for this job.
yeah,
I think if you asked every single guy in this shop that same question, you're gonna get a different answer.
Really?
Yeah.
I think a lot of us view it as a tool, and there's a time and a place, but also everybody's skill set's a little bit different. Maybe the thing that you're best like that, I probably would have ripped that fucker and drilled it. Like, it probably
John's all
would've-
pissed off. Son of a bitch.
he has a very very opposing view of
Well,
designing things than I do. But
There's also an element of like I'm used to not having that, because when I started
Yeah.
we didn't have that. So there's an element of like how important is this piece? Like if my holes are slightly off, like I can lay some holes out pretty damn even. If it's a little off, is it going to matter? But like you said, the repeatability.
Yeah.
And I think now as we move forward and the company grows, one of the biggest things we try to keep in mind is this going to help a customer that buys a chassis from us as building a car down the road? Does this need to be communicated to engineering and the people that know how to use a computer to make those files? Because
Yeah.
I sure as fuck can't. And actually document it to where it's going to help anybody that is a customer of ours as well. Then yeah, for sure, that's 100% important.
Yeah.
But I
That's
also
way more smarter and better answers than I thought.
Well, that's what John runs the fucking shop, dude. That's
No,
what
I'm saying both. It's so well thought out, and I understand why you're saying you would get different
I know.
different answers. It's a fucking compliment.
it's
I'm also
backhanded compliment.
I'm also a little biased because the shop that I worked at way back, we got a plasma table like while I was working there. Nobody knew how to run it, and I had experience with CAD, so I ran it, and it changed the game for me. Like instead of spending 3 hours cutting out a little fucking axle bracket and drilling 2 holes, it was 10 minutes to design and cut it out on this plasma table, and I had the piece quickly.
Yeah.
I see it. It is exactly a tool, but I view it as a time-saving tool where, like, I know how long it's going to take me to cut 4 of these same brackets out on 10 gauge by hand. I know that it's going to take me 10 minutes to design it.
Yep.
Do that, So that was like, I have that bias from previous experience of being on the side of designing it, and I know that the engineer on a little 2D scale, lay me out a couple holes, draw a box, send it to the laser cake, So It's just, if it saves me time, I want to use it, you know?
Right. Keep going. You're saying, oh, I thought you had
No,
more.
well, I mean, I think it too for us. It's we talk about it all the time, like how much, like you bring up the Grand National, like Mike just knocked that out of the park, and he's got his ability. And you know, I've known Mike since day one. We communicate all the time, so we talk all the time about how the engineers can take it so far. You know, they can't take it 100%. And with what we're doing now, there's few things that I think we can take 100% without their input. Being able to work together and you know, they can present us something that's maybe 70% figured out, 80% figured out. You still need guys like this who are capable and skilled to think that through. We're doing complex solutions here to things that have never been done. And the engineers get us so far ahead, but it still takes these guys to take it the rest of the way. And I think vice versa, if they relied on us 100, or we weren't here, we would only get so far. You know, it takes both sides of things in order for us to execute the things we're doing.
Yeah, I think the you know, one of the best examples of that is this project coming out of the pipeline with the Pantera.
Yeah.
You know, that is a mind-blowing exercise in engineering.
You could have just ripped it out though by now, right? On the Pantera.
I would have liked to.
We've been
I don't want to wait.
we've been
also
looking at that
impatient.
thing in the shop for 2 years, just like
I think we've
just
been
let
looking
me-
at it for over a decade.
Just let
in
me
our
touch
heads.
it.
John and I have been looking at it, in our heads. John and I both are, you know, always wanted to build a Pantera, huge fucking Pantera fans. But as long as that car's been sitting here, Mike has been actively working on. I'm sure you guys have gotten little glimpses of what he's creating, and it's fucking spectacular. I mean, it's a game changer in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it will also reach the point where, like, dude, somebody's still got to build a roof skin.
Yep.
Somebody's got to shape the fender flares.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, this guy over here. Unless John dusts off the, you know, the toolbox.
Yeah, are you gonna get your hands dirty on this one, John?
100%.
We'll see how the rest of it
Cool. All right.
Here's the deal.
You got to grow your hair out.
No, I was gonna say that was my. You dust off the apron. If you dust off the apron, I'll pay for the plane tickets to Turkey. We'll get that thing.
That's a pretty good deal.
We'll get
Are we
that
all
thing.
going to do it?
Yeah.
Let's all do it. Let's just go on the guys trip.
I mean, to your
All
point,
of-
But I want it
all of
down.
us-
Yeah, you're good. You
Sorry.
guys are good.
I want it
You could be the donor.
all the way down.
all the way down,
You can have-
just right into the
Yeah,
eyebrows.
Yeah, you can have some.
Well,
I'll
I'll
give
pay
him.
for
I'll
that
give
We'll all get
today.
hairlines
Andrew
right
can
here.
get it.
I'll give him a couple. You know, they'll grow back. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, but you said, would you like to just jump on it? Hell yeah. Like, I think about it all the time. I'd love to jump on it, but it would not be
Right.
what it's
Right.
becoming because of Mike and the work he's putting into it now.
Right.
So, yeah, I could build a version of it, but it is not going to be what we have here with
Yes,
the
it's gonna be
resources.
that, right.
Yeah.
You know, the resources that we have that we say are a tool is what makes the product what it is at the end. Without one or the other, it's not going to be the same.
And at the end of the day, the thing, like you said, you talked about the repeatability side of things and the efficiency side is what's the best for the customer?
Right.
And it's to give the customer that level at the most efficient as can be for a scope of work like that. Because let's face it, as good of a fabricator as everybody is out there, like the problem solving along the way, there's always very minute up to very big a rework or a change or a, you know, hey, I'm going to change this up, blah, blah. Not that it's not.
Seeing things 10 steps down the line and figuring where your master cylinder is going to go before you start doing your fender.
There's
fit
no
or your turn.
figuring at that point. It's-
That's what we're working on today. That's literally what me and Mike were working on today. And it's the
Sniper.
same. But
Matrix.
what's
Yeah.
interesting about that comes down to experience from car building. It's like this is a crazy machine, right? And we're starting to place things. You're taking everything you know from physically building hot rods.
And how many mistakes were made.
Yeah, and you're meshing that in with this crazy engineering to know that, like, dude, I know that at some point this is going to have to be serviced, right?
Right.
I know that when I put it together, it's going to go like this. I know that it's going to function like this. It's not going to function like this.
A squirt bottle and a little hose and whatever.
Yeah, but we're trying to avoid all that stuff.
know?
And like to,
That was like
to John's
2008.
point, like we could have built that car together 18 years ago. Your first day on the job when you came here, you and I, you know, at that point, I think I was still working out in the shop.
100%.
You and I could have grabbed that car. We could have built something that looked like it. Would it? It wouldn't be a fraction of what we're creating from a performance and functionality standpoint because Metal shaping, yeah, you build some cool ass shapes. You
But
can.
the collaboration is
It's the perfect
Metal
unity.
measure pedal ratio forever and not get it right.
Exactly. Yeah, we mean like physically laying stuff out, and to be honest with you, it just takes experience as well of just doing it over and over again to realize like seat of your pants feel. And engineering is one thing, but physically driving cars, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 cars, and realizing like, well, that doesn't work. You know, or that, I don't like the way that feels.
Yeah.
I think that's a key point of what you're saying is it does, I mean, it's very simple, but we're talking through it in a longer format, is it does take all of those different aspects, those individuals, their individual talent base, and their individual tribal knowledge, and all of the equipment, and all of the tools.
Yeah.
Because the greatest of engineers can design anything really, really good if you don't have 30 years of mistakes of the real world of, like you said, of like, well, when you build that car and you hang that fender in that way and that goes into there, I don't care how structurally sound it is and how good it looks, that won't work.
Yep.
Or that ratio needs to be tweaked with these brakes and we need to do
Yeah.
it all has to work together. You can go out and hire 5 engineers tomorrow and have all the stuff you want. And it's not, the experience is a more sexy way of saying you haven't fucked up as many times as we have,
Right.
to realize what not to do.
Right.
That's priceless. I mean, well, there's a big price associated.
Well, yeah, it's,
Fucking up comes with a price.
Phil could tell you exactly the price.
Phil could probably tell us plus or minus like $100. Like,
Yeah, he
what
can
that
tell you
price
how
is.
much it costs.
We
right.
have numbers floating over our heads
Yeah.
to fill.
And there's, there's 7-figure numbers.
But I mean, it's so true because there's times that, I mean, we've all had these discussions, and you know, troubleshooting or something like that. You go buy the book of tribal knowledge of what they say you never should do, and this was done exactly the way this is done, and in real life, it just doesn't work.
Right.
So then you have to drop back and punt, and then you learn, and you're like, hey, remember on the last one, it's not exactly what that is. You've got to err to this side, and you know, this flow actually is this, and this pressure is actually this. It feels better if you do this.
Yeah.
Well, I think that hopefully that's something that you guys are learning, that, you know, I try to instill. I think that like even you've just recently experienced it. As long as we do this, you never have all the answers. Right. You always encounter things that you're like, well, shit, that why isn't that? We did everything right, and why is that doing that?
Yeah.
But the important thing is that you chase it and you stick with it, and you keep fucking chasing it until it's perfect.
Yeah.
You fix that, you eat it, you eat a little bit. You know, any of the guys, again, I'm going to knock Roger a little bit on his, you got to charge for every minute. Dude, you're constantly evolving. You're constantly learning. You learn from that, you'll catch up on the next one, you know, because you're going to apply it on the next one. And you keep getting better, and you keep getting better. And, you know, maybe when you're...
And learn from it.
Maybe when you're 60, 70 years old, maybe you got it kind of all figured out, but...
You just make less mistakes.
But I don't,
The worst thing that can ever happen is the thing to fix itself overnight. And it stopped doing it. You come back in the next day after you've been chasing it, you're like, well, it's not doing it anymore. Because then you didn't learn from it. And you don't know how to not...
You don't know what it was,
Like,
and you don't know what fixed it, but it's gone. Fuck.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Because it's going to come back.
Dude, the best example I have of that, of like fixing something and fixing it accidentally, I think, you know, you guys come from a generation where you got a lot of YouTube stuff. There's resources to like find metal shaping information. When I first started doing it, you know, you can attest to this. There was no information out there besides the Sheet Metal Shaper's Handbook from Ron Fournier and a handful of VHS tapes. Right?
Cavell VHS.
Exactly.
Tapes.
And you had to make sure, like, you had to separate the red VHSs and the green VHSs and make sure you got when you want to watch.
I know what a VHS is. Fuck you.
From Ron?
Huh?
No,
Oh, just all your
he was
VHSs.
looking at me
They
like
don't know. They don't know about
what a
these. Yeah, they don't know about
VHS
the colored ones.
Crusty 4, baby. I'm telling
But
you.
man, I
Crusty
was
4
building.
was...
That's
This is like
misleading.
this is like 2003.
Or
I'm
leading.
I'm building these hood sides for a 32 Ford, and I'm putting this crazy little scoop in it that follows the tire, and I put a bunch of shape in these things too. You know, I tried to take them. You know, the cowl on a 32's got a little more shape than the grill shell, so I kind of faded it out. I wheeled the whole panel out, made this scoop, and then when I welded the scoop, that panel just like turned into a fucking potato chip. You know. And dude, honestly, at that point, nobody told me. full disclosure, I didn't know when you welded something, I didn't know you had to stretch it back out.
Yeah.
There was just nobody ever there to tell me that like you hammer on a dolly and you stretch that metal back. I fucking didn't know.
Yeah.
Dude, so I'm looking, I'm like, this panel is fucked.
Yeah.
And
He's throwing a temper tantrum.
yeah, I was having a temper tantrum.
You just throw it away.
Dude, and, like I was about ready to throw it away, and I'm trying, like, you know, I'm trying everything. And finally, I take the panel, I turn it upside down. I'm so pissed off, and I just start like beating on it on the table with my body hammer.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the panel starts like relaxing.
Yep.
And it like I'm like, oh fuck, dude, because there was nobody there to just
Best
tell
way
me
for it to click.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay. And then you're like,
Yeah.
well, that's what the dolly. You know, I grew up in body shops, and
Right.
like a dolly was something you grabbed and you smacked on like the
Knock
back
out
of
a
a
big
on the back of a panel. Like I didn't know that you like
Well,
hit
if
on that
if an
thing, dude.
impact made it this way, an impact
Right,
will
you
make
take
it
that
this
and
way.
boom, like, yeah. So that was like an aha moment, and you learn from those mistakes. And,
Yeah.
and it was like, dude, that from there,
Absolutely.
just you live with it. You know.
All right, we're going to get into the hiring experience here. I will, on the repeatability side, just to poke fun at all of ourselves and this industry and the customer as well. You know, we tried to like hang our hat and puff our chest out. I'm like, well, we're doing these engineering things because we can repeat it. We can build the same thing again. The end of the world, like in the day, you know, in the Grand National thing, the guy's like, man, I want to build that one. I want to do those flares. And then either the customer
I know
and
where
or
you're
us are gonna be like,
it's us.
the next time, oh, we're gonna do those
make
flares.
them
We're gonna
fucking wider.
just a little bit wider and then bring them down a little bit, and we're gonna make them just a little bit that. Well, we already got the jigs. I know, but this we can't
Yeah,
build the
but
same car twice.
But
We gotta
it could be
Let's do it on a
better.
cutlass
Yeah.
instead.
Everybody out there is laughing because they do the exact
Yeah.
same thing,
Yeah.
right? But
You could repeat the exact same car, but I mean, like, what,
Yeah, who would?
What's the fun of
Right.
that? That's ridiculous.
That, and then we got big jigs sitting around the fucking shop for 3 years.
Yeah.
No place to
Did we
put
ever
them.
throw those away?
Probably.
Yeah.
We
I'll
can
just
cut
say
them out
no.
again.
They're here.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
definitely, I know exactly where they are.
I know. they're under the frame table.
A lot of stuff under
With all
that,
the rest of the
yeah.
jigs.
Yeah, there's some interesting.
so you see the ad for Roadster Shop hiring. What year was this? 17 years from 2001, 22.
That was a
No.
newspaper article.
You're terrible at math. It was 08.
Oh.
It was 08.
I am. It's 26. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am. I'm
08
dumb.
is the first year we were in this facility.
Yes.
So
Brand new.
Damn.
Roadster Shop was in a completely different place, not physically the same place, but
Same place. Yeah.
completely different place business wise. You were in a completely different place on the shop floor side. You were also in a completely different place than you are now, skill set wise. So walk through that. I want to hear it from both sides. I want to hear, you know.
No, let's not do that. You want to hear Jeremy's assessment of when
Yeah,
I walked in?
I do.
Not do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Did we still
was-
have the website with the buttons with the flames on them?
I honestly don't know. That's,
Well, he
that's to
walked
this
in with a
point.
fucking black eye.
Okay, yes, that's true.
First of all,
Did he really?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a badass.
so
So you were scared of him.
a little, yeah. No,
Was he this big?
No, not even
no,
close.
no.
Okay.
He's a little dude, but just
Little guy.
Little guy.
Little guy.
quiet and like just
Little guy
got
with a black
like
eye.
that's the like John has a unique skill set that not a lot of people have. If it's and it is the get the fuck after it thing. There's not a lot of guys out there that work the way that John works, and that's hey, you're gonna fucking do a project, like you're fucking working on that project, like until that fucking project's done. And that was from the moment you came in, that was like your attitude. It wasn't like let's talk about metal shaping and let's be buddies. It was like,
Get to
what do you
work.
want me to do? And I will fucking do it. And like still to this day, I mean, we fuck around a little bit more nowadays. We got a better relationship. You know, we've grown to know each other after 18 years, but that was what it was. It was, you know, a little bit of a black eye, which raised a few questions. But other than that, it was come in, fucking knock it out. Be like, you know, no ego, no bullshit, just a no bullshit. This is what I can do. Do you want to hire me? Let me know.
So you're a little scared of him.
It's because he had the
I'm,
ego. Beat
I'm
the
reading
shit out
between
of
the
him.
lines in here.
I think the black eye, yeah. It's like, how did you get the black eye? From fucking fighting.
He had an ego before the black eye.
No, that's accurate.
All tracks. Dude.
No, it's good to hear though, because the truth is, I was just scared shitless.
Really?
When I came out here, yeah. I mean, you got to think it was 08. I had barely heard of the Roadster Shop. No offense, but there was no outlet.
We were
Yeah.
young.
What I remember is my old shop. Todd had gone. I don't know. The blue F-100 you guys had built right before I started.
Yeah.
Was that
53.
like Good Guys?
Yeah, it was Good Guys Truck of the Year. We finished it at the Elgin shop, and that was like, probably the last vehicle we finished there. And
Yeah. So I remember my old boss had made the big trip from Mount Clemens, which is north of Detroit, to that Good Guy show. When he came back, he was raving about the Roadster Shop truck. Other than that, we were a hot rod shop. We were boxing frame rails and maybe dropping a Heights front end. But other than that, we were restoring metal and then sending them out the door.
Shaper.
So it was 08, and I'd bought a house, with the money. We were working our asses off to pay the bills, and Detroit was crashing. And it was just time to do something else. I was actually on Craigslist looking to go back into marine construction because I made more money doing that than I did as an entry-level fabricator.
It's probably hurting in that era, though, I'd imagine, because,
the shop is still there. All
No,
credit
he's
to
talking about
Paul.
the marine shit.
No,
Yeah.
that never fails. In Detroit,
really, even in that era, because
oh, yeah.
that's like the first, the marine industry fucking was tanking in the, 08, 09 crisis.
It was, but the majority of that business was big seawalls. You've got all the factories along the water.
Commercial stuff.
Yeah.
Not yacht shit.
Yeah. We did a lot of the yacht shit, and that was just our niche, but the industry
Yacht
was
shit.
huge. All but down the waterfront is all the factories.
I think that's a playlist now on Spotify.
yeah, it definitely is. It's pretty good, too.
Play that yacht shit.
But when I went on there looking for a job doing marine construction again, one ad popped up, and it says, like, hot rod builder, fabricator, Polmax, sheet metal. I was like, there's no fucking way this is real. Like, especially at that time, it was such a
You thought that was a
specific
bait switch.
Well, there was so much of that. You never knew it was real on Craigslist.
I know.
There's a story there. We might need to stop.
I know.
So for me, I was like, this doesn't even line up that I'm going to see this. And then it says Chicago on top of it, but you guys had put the ad out across the entire Midwest, to my knowledge.
Yep.
So I called and no idea who was going to be on the phone. Lo and behold, it was Jeremy. I didn't know right from left. I didn't know who you were. I remember I was like, yes, sir, I'll be there, sir. Like thinking I'm, talking to like a elderly owner of the shop. Because that's what I knew. My owner was much older. But I looked at it as a free trip to Chicago, which in 08, as a young 25-year-old, I couldn't just do. They were going to put me up in a hotel and loaded up on Friday with my wife and kid and drove out here. Showed up on Saturday, and when I got here, there wasn't a single person in the shop. Lights were off. I remember I walked through the front door. I was wearing a fucking sweater. Like, I was like, I'm going to dress nice. I was wearing a sweater.
Yeah, I can kind of remember it.
Yeah, it was me dressing up nice for an interview at a big company.
With a black eye.
And
Well,
Airwatch, probably.
Okay.
So, no, I had just straight steel toe boots on, always rock steel toes. Yeah. I was
Except
nervous.
For New Balances now.
Let's just squash the black eye. I did box. It was like all I wanted to do growing up. I didn't start doing it till I was 20 years old. I was boxing regularly, super close with my trainer, like lived in the gym. I had a sparring match the day before I left, and I was so nervous. I was so off. I got my ass kicked. Afterwards, he's like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you performing so bad? I was like, well, I got a job interview tomorrow. I'm really nervous.
So you get punched in the face a few times beforehand. That should really
set me up for success. I got annihilated. I was so fucked up. I was trying to like put ice on it the whole drive here. Not to mention coming from Michigan, I grew up there, and like I remember coming through Chicago with my Magellan fucking GPS, just getting lost in Chicago, like spinning me in circles. So
as soon as you go underground, it's just GPS.
It didn't know what to do.
I don't know.
It took me
where
forever.
you are.
I got in like 2 a.m. But you were up front working on a chopper you just bought.
Yeah.
And completely disregarded me when I came in. And this big, fat, loud, obnoxious guy's like, oh, you're here for the interview. Let's go in the back. I'll show you what we're doing. And I'm like, oh, this must be... I was like, this must be Jeremy Gerber. And he starts just grilling me. What can you do? You don't scratch anything. You're going to... So right away I come in, lights are off. Here's a toolbox. Use whatever tool you want. I think it was a 68 Camaro.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's this Matt Hodge custom, pop-up fuel filler. I want you to sink this into the back.
Matt Hodge, hot match.
Sink these custom machines. Don't scratch this shit. Tape it up. Don't scratch it. Don't fuck this up. And they walked away and went back up front working on these choppers. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? I was sitting in the back all by myself. Huge. To me, this shop was massive. Nothing I've ever seen before. There's cars everywhere. Every car on the shop floor is either custom or about to be. And just completely out of my element. And I was literally about to just walk out and say, I can't fucking do this. And I was walking up to talk to you guys, and I go, wait, I don't fucking work here. Like, what are they gonna do? Fire me? Like, I just grabbed a cutoff wheel and started cutting the back of the car. Like, what are they gonna do? I don't work here.
Oh, that's right.
Hey, you can't fire me.
No
I don't even work
liability.
here. And just like he said, so to hear his perspective, John just came in and got it. No, I was no idea what I was doing. I was like, oh, I can do whatever. I don't work here. You can't fire me.
Fake it till you make
And
it.
worked all day, just rocked this shit out, French the taillights in, and you guys come up to me and say, hey, let's go grab lunch. Went to Applebee's across the street, which is where I realized
Damn, you got an Applebee's?
there was.
Yeah, right where that, what the hell's the pizza place?
It's out of business.
gone,
too.
yeah.
It's also out of business. Yeah, we have like,
We got Applebee's was
It's a food wasteland around here.
yeah, dude.
But
Taco Bell.
I mean, they ran me pretty hard. It was like, get this done, and I did. I think I finished it all on Saturday. Grilled me. That's when I realized you were actually Jeremy, not Rob, because Rob was so boistrous and just kind
Yeah,
of
he's a little more outgoing than me.
Yeah, 100%. Like, tell us the truth. Are you trouble? You trouble? You got a black eye. What's with the black? Just ride me. Like, we don't need trouble around here. You know, you're here to work. And I was planning on just heading back, and you said no. You told me you can shape. I need you to come back on Monday and shape something. Okay, I kind of need to be back to work, so I called off sick. Showed up on Monday. It was a completely different story. I mean, there was people everywhere. This place was chaos. Like, the radio is blaring to the point where you have to have headphones in. There's 30, 40 guys just crushing on cars. There was nobody here Saturday. Monday morning, the place is packed. Jamming out, frame rails. Everybody's doing custom metal work, and it was a completely different animal. And you just sent me on the Polmax. You were like, make something. And I, again, no idea what I was going to do. So I was like, Jesse James, fuck it. I'm making a mini motorcycle tank. Like, make a little peanut tank. And then I was like, I got to get back to work. You know, I got to get back to my job. And you sat me down. You're like, whatever it takes to get you here, we want you here. You tell me, you name your price. And I was unwilling to do it because Paul and Todd had kind of taught me all the skills. And I said, I need to go back and give my bosses plenty of notice. So I ended up giving them 2 months notice. Got my house on the market. And I remember I showed it back up in October. And I pulled up, and Jeremy was like, who the fuck are you? Like, you didn't even remember. You're like, I didn't think you were coming back.
We were really hiring back then.
That's surprising.
There was people everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it was a crazy fucking era. We had, like John said, there were like 30, 40 fabricators. We were going like gangbusters in the hot rod shop.
It was
back
insane.
then.
The amount
And
of
it
guys
was-
that were building shit when I
Yeah.
walked in the door on Monday was absolutely insane.
And that was like the peak of me doing a poor job of managing the shop while trying to actually be a fabricator. So juggling everything that it's like, dude, head down, you know,
Yeah.
6 days a week, just physically work. And then it's like, oh shit, we need some guys. Let me fire this Craigslist ad up and like get this dude out here. And you can't run a business like that, which I later learned, but yeah, it was massive distraction.
Have we tried a Craigslist ad lately?
No, does it even still exist?
Yeah, it still
It-
works. Yeah, I go
does
on
it?
every time. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It does still exist. It died out pretty well when you had to pay for your listing
Okay.
and marketplace.
Got it.
Facebook
Yeah,
marketplace. Facebook marketplace
Sort of.
kind of was the death of it.
Yeah.
I beg to differ on the reason why it died out, but
Misconnection.
I don't think it was
Yeah.
The thing is, at
paying
that
thing.
time,
I think it was
It was.
like as a fabricator though, it couldn't have been better. I mean, it was. I'd come in every day and I'd do it. Jeremy would be like, "Hey, we make this hood scoop, make the hood scoop." Be like, "Oh, go make this dashboard." Like, I never had to follow through with a car. As a fabricator, it was just go build this, and every single thing in the shop was just off the top of the head. Whatever you thought of, we'd sit back, we'd look at lines, profiles, just something that's going to look badass. We didn't have a designer, we didn't have engineers. It was all just Jeremy calling the shots on the shop floor. Every day, we say that, like a cliche thing, oh, it's something new every day. It was fucking something new every single day. And it was just how far we could push it and can we actually make this thing? So as a custom fabricator, the first 5 years was like a blur. I think the first year I worked on 14 different cars, and it was every single thing was custom. And we had guys that were coming in that were just custom metal shapers, like Sammy, who was super skilled. So you could look up to him. You had Chad here, who was rocking stuff out. Like, you could look up to these guys, and still just you had no choice but to put your head down and just get stuff done.
Right.
Because every single car was just more badass than the next one. There was no platform. There was no blueprint. It was just whatever you came up with on that day.
Went for it.
Yeah. Which is how I ended up kind of the way you could describe me as. It's like, just get it fucking done. We'll figure it out.
This is it. Go for it, man.
Which is a totally different animal now, you know? I mean, Dakota, you haven't said much in a while, but I know, like, I remember when we hired you, you were kind of working on your own in a shop, so I'm kind of curious how you feel about it coming in now and the amount of stuff and resources and the way we do things compared to working on your own.
Yeah, dude, it's insane, right? So like the amount of engineering that we get, you know, so like the floor pans when we get them and receive them, like it's already done, and that shit takes forever just to make a simple floor pan by hand. So it's a world of difference. But like I only worked for myself for about a year, but even when I first came in, like the amount of people that are in this building is overwhelming, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's you know, clearly I've gotten used to it. So.
Yeah, a lot of different departments, a lot of different stuff that's got to get done, which, you know, I think is it's always been a little overwhelming for people coming in, and even you know, you sort of hit on it, even back almost 20 years ago, walking in, and it's just a lot of people, you know. I think that could discourage people.
Yeah, I was going to get into that.
Yeah.
You know, because they think it's like you say, there's, you know, you look in the parking lot, there's a ton of cars out there. There's a lot of people, a lot of different departments. But the reality, like, when you look at what you do on a day-to-day basis, is it a massive, like, corporate hot rodding entity? Or is it like, dude, you're working with John. It's John, me, you got Spencer next to you.
Right.
There's about 6 other guys in that hot rod shop.
Yep.
And it's, yeah, I mean, there's 2 sort of totally different businesses going on here, right?
Right. No, like day to day, it's just like you say, it's the core group of guys in the fab shop is all I deal with. But just initially walking in, it's like, holy shit, man. You know what I mean? Because John's showing you in the weld shop and stuff. But
you had 2 different interviews.
Correct.
Talk us through that.
No, I mean, I think I applied 5 years ago now. The first time I applied, and I didn't get it, of course. But no, I mean, to be fair, I used to drink a lot back then. So, and like,
Was that the reason you didn't get it? Do you think I identified that, or what do you think?
No.
What do you think it was?
I did not work very hard that day. To say the least. Like, so we had a phone interview, and then he was like, all right, in like 3 weeks, you know, come on down. And I thought you had forgot about me because like we didn't email that. We didn't email from like that point on.
Yeah.
So I just thought, oh fuck it, he forgot about me, so I'm not gonna go down there. And then like, so that day I got drunk all day, and then you were like, hey, I'll see you tomorrow, right? I'm like, oh fuck, dude. So I had to have my wife drive me all the way down here, but I drank the whole way down. And then, so when I got,
Okay, you're right. He's more badass than me. My story's shit.
so but anyway, and then we got to the hotel, and I was pretty drunk, so I went to bed. But I got up the next day and I was like, holy fuck, man, I drank a lot.
It's hurting a little bit, huh?
Yeah. But so I worked with Scott, and I didn't do much, to be honest. So, you know, you guys seen it right. You know what I mean? I did. But to be fair, I don't think I had the skill set at the time to come in here and give you guys what you needed. So, but then 4 years later, came in.
Yeah, it all worked out because your second interview rock star.
Yep.
Came in and just nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to get Spencer's take on it as far as coming into after working at some shops and seeing that. We've heard from Jon and Dakota. Talk about the intimidation factor, right? You know, we've talked about it a lot. And I've got 2 differing opinions, right? And I'm not, neither one of them are right. There's one side of me being, you know, older crotchety old man, right? Is like,
Yeah.
if you come in and
70?
you're so close to it, real close. If you come in and you're so intimidated, right, and you don't think you've got the skill set and you don't have the confidence and stuff like that, you know, then maybe you don't.
Yeah.
But then there's the other side of whatever. It's like, now the times are changing, right? It's 2026, and there's people that do, you know, struggle with confidence issues, and they probably do have the skills to get a position here, right? And then they can learn to the next step. So you got both sides of the coin, but how do you position, like it's difficult to position the shop and the entity and what's being built and the quality, and also be like, but dude, let's just see what you got. You might be okay, right? It's a difficult conversation to have to say, we only hire the best. And then how many are you leaving on the table?
Right.
Like that think that they're not the best, but they are really. There's, I mean, you know this.
How many that think they're the best
Aren't.
And
Well,
it's generally that the guys that don't think they've got it
versa.
are that fucking good,
Yeah.
right?
The guys that think they're the best usually aren't, and the guys that don't think they're the best usually work
Keep
out.
telling me about how badass you are. You're the one coming in here and be like, I'm so badass.
Everyone, he has never actually said that he's the badass. Everyone else has.
Yeah.
So you know,
Yeah.
just maybe.
You guys even asked on the podcast if my dad was a badass and raised me.
we did.
We did.
Which is so funny because my dad's like, he does have the same
Yeah, but dude,
connotation.
you've told me stories.
I
like,
know. People
like,
we have the same exact sort of bravado. So is my 7-year-old.
Where did
So does my 7-year-old. He's gonna be the baddest ass.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where did John finish in the shop celebrity death match?
he was up there.
He was way up there.
It's been a while since we've
Didn't Henry find a way to kill me even though we're friends?
without touching.
With a goldfish in a water bottle. Yeah.
That's still the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, we told that story.
Yeah.
Or did
Yeah,
He
Doris
makes it. He
Hulk
makes it.
smash you?
But well, Doris wins every time.
That's
There's nobody
fair.
can beat Doris.
That's fair.
Doris.
We got way off track.
We did.
Who ended up in the number 1 spot on that?
I thought it was Doris.
I'm pretty
always.
sure it's Doris.
Was it really?
Doris comes in so
John.
late in the game, and then anybody that's left is top of echelon, but you cannot beat Doris.
Frank John made it pretty far.
Frank John made it so way far all
Yeah,
the
for
time.
sure.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's
I think
I can
Frank
see that.
John.
Frank
just
John
can't
usually
feel
wins
things.
chassis side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What about Dustin Batista? Where's he end up?
I think he was.
He
up there.
makes it far,
got it.
but his he gets a little cocky with the weapons,
Yeah.
and it takes him. It takes him.
What about that dude
This-
that's built like a rhino? Who is that guy? John,
2x4?
Kyle Wallace.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's
a-
my brother-in-law.
Like a rhino.
Dude,
Yeah, you know, Kyle's a sweetheart though, so I don't know if Kyle would.
He doesn't have the killer instinct.
Yeah, I think he would get close, and then at the last minute, like even Spencer could be on his deathbed and then like stab because he wouldn't be able to. Finish
He'd be like,
him.
"Oh no,
Yeah, he'd be
help
like,
us,
"Oh, I
little
hurt."
Spencer,"
Yeah, it's
and
like-
I'd be like, "Ha,
Remember when you were a
motherfucker."
kid and you like shot a bird, like the first
Yeah.
bird you shot with a BB gun,
Yes.
and then you felt
You're
fucking
okay.
terrible.
You're okay.
I vividly.
You're
remember.
okay.
remember
It's
that?
okay,
The
boy.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Both
it was
eyes.
such a good idea.
In and out all
Yeah.
the way through, and I was like,
Yeah, you can fly.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
"Oh fuck, yeah, yeah." No,
Such a
it
good
was-
idea until you blew the beak off a cardinal.
When
and
it's
you're
like,
oh my
flopping
God.
on the ground, like shit. Maybe I'm a bad person.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's where Kyle
Yeah.
lost.
I am the baby bird, and
Yes, he
yeah.
made it far. Made it far.
Yeah.
God, I wish we remembered who the.
Wow, we really got
Oh,
off.
these are
That could be.
important.
I mean, that could be its own podcast. Really, celebrity deathmatch of the shop.
Employee deathmatch.
Only
Yep.
the shop would listen, but it'd be
Right.
great.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that,
Yeah.
and then the feats of strength.
Feats of strength.
Feats of strength was before your time.
Yeah,
Dakota,
it
but
was-
Spencer
I-
was around for him.
I was around for a couple of them, and they're
Feats of
What-
strength
what-
were fun.
What were the? What kind of like categories did you guys have?
So
What
feats
were
of
you
strength
doing?
would be like Friday after work. You know,
Ask John about a phone book.
we'd start drinking some
rip the
beer,
shit out of
and
it.
then it was
True.
Then
I
it,
wanna
like,
give him
just
shit about a
simple
lot of things,
It
but
started
that's
with
true.
like, dude, who can read? Can you rip a magazine in half?
Right,
And it'd be, oh, dude, there's no way. And then somebody would just take a magazine, like a regular,
Yeah.
you know, modern rotting or something. And you could like rip that sucker.
Right.
Definitely not a DuPont registry. That's not happening.
No.
It's too
It's
expensive. But then
high
it would
quality.
step up to it's like, dude, you think you can rip a Speedway catalog half? You think you get a Speedway catalog? You know, it's a little thicker.
Yeah.
Dude, sure enough, somebody ripped the fucking Speedway.
You've got
then
the
it's-
technique,
John,
much
yeah.
like
And then as things go on, like it
John gets a
it would step
McMaster
up, it would step
catalog.
up, and then it would be like, "Hey, go grab a master catalog, see if this motherfucker
well,
can
which
rip
obviously
this thing."
nobody can.
Nobody
rip.
ripped the McMaster,
No.
but
Right.
what else we?
I fucked up the
17,000
Snap-on catalog.
pages.
Yeah, yeah. Snap-on catalog. I mean, it's
pretty thick.
probably an inch and a half thick.
Yeah.
You do
You did that one?
broomsticks and other sticks over the knee and stuff like that.
Josh,
Yeah, the
Jump.
broomsticks over the knee is a great idea.
Jumps.
That's why we
on
don't have very many rooms. Yeah. That's the
Then it
reason
would
we
turn.
don't have very
Then
many
it would turn into
back.
bending bar stock. We'd start bending bar stock.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
You know, world's strongest
finding
man
people
type
stuff
stuff.
around. Then
Yeah.
there's the
Jumps.
jump on the
you can-
I
fab
was
tables.
I was waiting for that.
Dangerous.
What-
Who
yeah, what happened?
broke themselves?
never happened.
Someone broke themselves on jumps.
I think so. I
I'm
don't remember
missing
who that
part of a
was.
shin bone. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
now
yeah.
missing
That-
part of a
oh,
shin
it was
bone.
John.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There were-
John was the one that.
High jumps, right? It's-
Yeah.
these-
High jumps.
High
Yeah,
kicks.
these are all
Missed.
high kicks. These are all things that build camaraderie.
Yeah.
And
There's sprints. in the
Josh
parking
is
lot.
the. Oh, there has been
Yeah.
a few.
Oh,
races.
drag
I'm
racing?
as slow
Oh,
as it
shit.
turns out.
Can we start bringing these back? I mean,
we
that'd
should,
be
dude. If
great.
you want to hang
Listen-
out on Friday night, we
Listen,
can
Friday.
absolutely-
It's been a
Friday
while.
night
We gotta
beers-
dust it off.
Friday night beers have been dusty for a while, and I think they could.
I was
bring
high
it back.
kick champion for a long time.
Still
I
running.
don't know
I
if we
think
can
you
bring that back.
I think you still are. I think
it's
you
been
just
some years.
You take the high kick.
We'd have to stretch.
I don't know. Owen's here now, and he's pretty tall. Dude.
Yeah,
he might
But
be
is he
have,
flexible?
you
I
have
don't know
no
how
idea.
Nah, yeah, he's not
You
very
have
flexible.
no idea.
Josh
This
might be
man-
limited by his genes now.
This
the
man
same
can
jeans
kick
I
the
was
top of a
That's
welding.
significantly
Oh
tighter.
yeah, I don't think Owen's getting up there.
Yeah.
Did you ever overkick yourself Did you ever go over?
I've never done it. No, never.
Just
I've
a
never.
whoopsie.
I've never outkicked my planting. It's difficult, and especially chucks in a shop floor. Sometimes they get a little slick on the bottom,
and
you
skinny
get a
jeans.
little light.
Yeah.
I've been telling you I'm busting out Dickies again. I'll bust out Dickies, and I get you another 4 inches on that high kick. Easy.
On the inseam or?
Well, on the high kick because of the inseam.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
The best part of the feats of strength is it's always a Friday night, and if you come in on a Saturday,
Disaster. Yeah.
the guys that come into work on Saturday are like, what?
I always wonder who
happened last
cleaned
night?
that up.
The guys that come in on Saturday.
Piles.
The guys that come in on Saturday.
There'd just be remember, because everything that got bent or ripped or broken just kept getting piled up in
All
the
those
center.
Just like
brooms.
next to the trash can, not like
The
in
broom
it.
thing, the people don't understand the broom thing. Yeah, it's stupid and it costs money.
straight to
I think
fill.
they understood that part.
Yes, it's
Pretty
stupid.
clear.
Yes, it costs money.
It's also, we're talking about industrial brooms. We're talking about
Yeah.
brooms from Uline, right? These are big.
Yeah.
Well built.
These are $75 brooms.
For a novice that's listening,
The piece of
that
wood
seems
isn't
easy.
$75.
You know how difficult some of those broom handles
Yeah.
are to break.
Some
It's not-
guys,
that's
some
not-
guys left with some bruised thighs.
Oh yeah, there was lots of
unbroken handles.
attempts,
Yeah.
very limited dues.
Yes.
What else? We were punching through. Frank John punched through some stuff. What were we doing then? You remember that? Hammer fist
Plywood.
something?
There was
OSB.
it was
Plywood, yeah.
plywood.
Yeah,
we got
plywood,
OSB
yeah.
from the crating department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get with Elliot.
Then we were
tomorrow.
doing deadlifts
I got a little
on-
video edit that I can give him. He can implement right about here to show.
Well, perfect. That is perfect. Was he hammer fisting him or punching?
I don't know that I have him. I have you kicking the shit out of one with a heel kick.
Did I go through
Nice.
it?
Yeah, and I got Kyle bending his knee
Did I-
completely backwards.
Was it good?
When he didn't
Yeah,
go
otherwise
through.
don't post.
Oh, he tried to come down on
Yeah,
it. Yes.
and his knee
You're
just
just a
remember
little
that.
hyperextensive.
Oh,
How thick was this
No.
OSB? I mean, like,
We're stacking it
half
up.
inch.
oh, right on.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
good. Decent amount.
Stacked.
There's people just checking out right now. This is a ridiculous podcast.
No, dude, this is what
This shows you how much fun.
Hey, listen, there's young shops that they're
They're
taking
still doing
notes.
this
They're
stupid
taking
shit.
notes and they're like,
Yeah.
"That's what we need to do, dude." Friday, it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday. One more. We got to grab the McMaster catalog, get the Snap-on catalog.
Fuck those
How many broomsticks
Yeah.
we got here?
Yep.
We're gonna.
Go
This
to
is
Home
how
Depot.
you get.
I'm
Go
gonna
to
tell
Home
a
Depot,
quick.
buy the cheapest brooms.
I'm gonna tell a quick little
and
one.
then see
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell a quick
Why don't you
little
grab
one,
that bottle?
and I'm gonna. Yeah, we're gonna do scotch now, and I'm gonna
Scotch.
Have you seen
do.
this? Orphan Barrel.
No.
There was a time years and years ago
See if it's any good.
that may or may not have been at this location. It wasn't
In Mexico.
in Mexico. That me and you were here late one evening, and I had gotten you a gift, and you had it for a while, and we decided to try it out, and it shoots. It was two.
I remember
It shoots things.
Yeah.
Shoots objects.
It's a little bitty derringer, right? And we were shooting it into wood, and we're about like 7, 8, 9 times in and shooting it, and then it caught a piece of the wood that didn't want to be shot, and it returned fire, and that was the end of the shit. It was literally like.
And
We were 5-year-olds laughing. Oh my god, this is so much fun.
Oh,
to
shit.
full blown adults, like, all right, that's enough of that. That's no more of that
We
right now.
We could have died.
Yeah.
Just
it was the fastest serious moment of like, yep, no more. It was so terrifying.
the worst part is that's not the first time I've seen Jeremy do that.
Yes, I know. I've heard
seen
of
you
this.
well, you know,
Fire
it's all fun and games until it's
Straight
not.
into the frame rail
Yeah.
shop,
Yeah.
and we
Well,
never found where that stray went.
You remember that?
100%.
It got. There was a full blown. This was. I mean, you were talking years ago.
It's
This is many years ago.
30
Yeah.
years ago.
And
Yeah.
Davey
In Mexico.
is a gun builder, so he always
Yeah.
had various firearms.
So we set up like a shooting range, and then
The frame rail shop.
yeah, right. It's a fucking shooting range. We had probably
Double duty.
All about perspective.
It could be two things.
Yeah.
But different.
this is after hours.
Yeah.
Completely safe.
Right.
And we're probably
Lunchroom, it's a meeting room.
What do you think we had? 20, 30 yards out? How far do you think that
We were
was?
in the body shop.
Yeah.
Just kind of like
with like sand behind it and all the safety.
Yeah. So we
precautions
stacked.
and all
built
that.
it
Yeah,
to-
We had a
yeah,
bunch
to
of
code.
we had a bunch
Yes.
of skids. I mean, we were, I think, safety conscious. We had a bunch of skids, and then we'd periodically put like a piece of steel in between them, like piece of plate steel.
Right.
And then it started with like 9mm stuff, and it just graduated, into you know, like
RPGs.
As it does.
no, I mean 5.56, you know, and
Yeah.
and then it got to the point where it's like, where did it go? You know, where did the bolt? It went through all the things.
Oops.
Where did it go? You know,
Yeah.
Well, I specifically
was-
remember one that didn't hit any pallets, but made a very loud tinging noise with no idea where it went. Because the three of us kind of did like,
yeah, you
one
good?
of these,
You good, dude?
and then just shut the lights
You
off
good?
and went home.
It's such a sobering, like, yep, fun is over. We don't keep rolling the dice after
the
that.
reality,
one.
you know,
You got to have fun in
Yeah,
building,
it's,
team
The
building.
check has to happen, though.
right.
I mean,
you look back, we did a lot of stupid stuff. There's a massive file on the server of all video stuff. But the reality, like, we lived here. You know, we were
Right.
fucking working our asses off 7 days a week.
Yeah.
You know, it would be. I mean, that was the era when we were doing like Lime Crush, and dude, Sunday morning, you're here Sunday, and it's like, dude, you never know who's walking in. You're walking in with some leather straps for the car that you built at home. Chad's here. I'm here. Like, dude, the shop was always open, so there was no separation of home life and shop life. It sort of mixed all in. So if at midnight, you know, after you got a bunch of shit done, then
stress relief has to
you
happen.
decided that you wanted to turn the frame rail shop into a shooting range. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you did.
Oops.
I mean, if he's
In
now
Mexico.
you hear it like that,
It seems
That
logical.
makes
makes
sense.
it makes complete
Tell me,
sense.
I mean,
Makes
you-
sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
At Goolsby, when you were doing, you guys were working the same schedule we were. You guys were at the same shows, debuting cars. Was it any different?
no, 100% not.
Right.
There was no difference. The thing that got out of hand, our biggest thing was my buddy David Howell is a electrician. He showed us how to do wire nut guns with conduit and EMT. And you take a red wire nut, right?
Air powered?
No, it's just a blowgun. Just a blowgun, but the perfect fit and the length, you would be amazed at
The perfect fit. And
have
the
you
length
ever been hit
before.
with a red wire nut?
I can't say I have.
I'll show you. And the thing that you can do is you can
I'll show
bend
you.
them, and it follows that, so you can shoot them around corners and stuff. But you're also doing that in a hot rod shop and a paint and body shop. That you're shooting wire nuts everywhere, so they kind of got out of hand.
We had tape balls going.
Yeah,
for
we
a
had
while.
we had to put a stop to the tape balls because some of them got loaded with other things than tape.
I think younger guys ruined it. We just plain had fun.
Yeah, I mean, we knew when to do it, how to do it, and we also knew that like 3/4 inch bar stock could be turned down, and we happen to have 3/4 inch ID heavy wall tubing.
Yeah.
That if welded to a thick chamber,
That's
put a
just
Schrader
taking it
valve
too
in
far.
it, put a gate valve, and then put nitrogen to it, and then have Sideshow here, who was great on a lathe, who could actually just cut beautifully crafted bullets. You could make these slugs, and they'd go straight through the side of an LTD Ford wagon. I mean, in one side, through all the upholstery panels, right out the fucking other side.
You ever tried
Wood
to-
grain
just the engine
trim
block
didn't
like
stop
all the way
anything.
through?
What's that?
The engine block?
No,
Like,
we wanted to keep the car running, so it was more, yeah.
just
But again,
surface wounds.
that was all the stuff that like,
Team building,
yeah.
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 fun, blowing off
dude,
steam.
You're blowing off steam.
You're
but
living here.
We were
Like you said, it
kicking
was-
ass.
Yeah.
You know, at the time, you're knocking out some unbelievable creations, and you're blowing off steam. Right?
Yeah, it's little
Right.
rewards
You know,
for the fights in
Sure.
between.
We've grown up. It was years ago, but
Yeah,
you know,
we're young.
Yeah.
Phil's pretty quiet, but there was a few days I was throwing something in the dumpster and catch Phil at noon jumping over a bonfire on a 50cc bike. Hey, go! Don't tell anybody about this. It's 12. Phil's always the serious one that you didn't want to like
tries to be
fuck
all
up
professional
around.
over there.
Catch him jumping over a giant bonfire. Never forget it.
You got to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
The
Stress relief.
Yeah.
That's it.
the story I heard. I mean, we'll get to Spencer. The story I heard about the Audi and the grill. That was before I worked here. And honestly,
That's a good story.
when I heard that,
Yeah.
and we were friends,
That's okay,
and I'm
sir.
hearing that, and it did not compute because half of my brain was like, oh my God,
We've got
that's
a video.
so awesome that you guys are having fun like this. And the other half was
Roll the
like,
clip.
well, that was his car.
Yeah.
Like that was the other half. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
but that was his car. Like
Yeah, yeah, that was in the era. Like we had this divide. Like as we got busier and busier, it ended up being Phil was doing more car shows, So he wasn't here, but his car was, and it was. The parking lot's big. It's the same situation here. He had an Audi A4, and it was pretty. I'd say it's about halfway out, centered in the parking lot, about halfway out.
Yeah.
And there was an old grill, like a big Coleman
Charcoal grill.
Charcoal grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't
Cast
take much.
aluminum
That was only
lid.
one of those.
It was the triangles.
Yeah,
bro.
it was maybe a couple of them. They might have been taped together or
Might have been
something.
more
But
Maybe or maybe not.
Fuzzy memory.
We were-
Anyways,
yeah,
details.
I'd say about 2009. We were real big into blowing stuff up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was like
Huge fireworks enthusiast.
it's like, dude,
Who was it?
you're rallying. You're working 100-something hour a week. It's like, well, this will be fun. Let's just take a little break here.
Yeah.
Toss these in this grill. See what it'll do. Dude, you have no idea how a cast grill fucking just.
Phil has an idea.
So this thing blows up. It was right like where the compressor room is, right out the back
Yeah,
door.
right out the side
That's
door.
where the grill was, and somehow we get done.
Where the
I'm
grill
like,
started.
dude. Part of it stayed.
Which was the grill that you guys used for like
barely.
Yeah.
lunch?
It was just there.
No,
Ish.
it was just there. Okay.
So the thing, it just disintegrates
Yeah.
after this thing blows up,
Yeah.
and then we're like, shit, and then we start looking around because then you got to do damage control, right? And you're like,
oh
all right,
shit,
Where
that
did
just
it go?
appeared.
what happened?
Did it go up in one
Yeah,
piece?
what happened as a result of this? So we start
Phil,
looking out,
where
and we're
did
like,
it go?
oh. Shit, Phil's car's fucked up. It was like the only car's seriously fucked up.
Was
Like,
there?
how
The whole grill lid came
Yeah.
down.
Was there?
Well,
a-
in pieces.
Dead center on the deck lid.
Yeah.
It was the only car in the parking lot.
it was the only car in the parking lot.
Pretty
Okay.
much, like, my
there,
truck
there was
was
no
on-
other.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, what are the odds?
Yeah.
If you do it
very-
100 more times, you don't hit that
Never
car.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a
Everybody
trick
else was
shot.
parked like on the outside. Phil was
Right.
dead middle.
But
of the
somehow-
parking
Well, then they didn't tell me.
Well, yeah.
And so I came home. No, I had to bring it up because, dude, what the fuck happened to my car? The whole deck lid's like bare aluminum, a spot this big where it just yarded the paint off. Oh, yeah.
Oh, about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see,
Huh?
we don't
Yeah.
we don't have a grill anymore.
But yeah, that was an interesting era. And
Who? I have to ask. I
Yeah.
don't want to cut off. Who is responsible for Big Mike's vehicle showing up on a Saturday morning with no hood?
That was
No
me,
seats.
that was all
Jason,
of
and
us.
Jim.
That was all of us. We were part of that.
I was not there. I was here on Saturday working
Yeah.
when Mike showed up hungover in his piece of shit car.
We disassembled it.
In the
he
Crossroads
he
parking
drove it
lot.
home from the bar that night and back in on Saturday. He's walking around the shop trying to find his hood.
The doors. We took the doors off.
Everything was stripped off the car, and he drove it home and back to work on Saturday.
Dude, that was the era. I mean, dude, that was a great era. We were, like I said, I don't want everybody to think that we were just straight fucking around because we were getting.
This is
ton of shit done.
how hard you worked because
Right.
you fucked around these
But that
many
was
times.
that was the same.
hard, play
that was
hard.
the same era when we put Dean's car. We took his Dean's 5.0 on the forklift and drove it down the street into the
Wasn't
Applebee's.
we.
Me
Yeah. We.
into the Applebee's, the front lawn of Applebee's, like right in the front entrance. We wanted to put it on the roof, but we couldn't get up over the curb to get. We should have used the fork extension.
that would have been so bad.
Yeah, but it was dude. That era was like, if your car was missing, you had no fucking you would
It
think
was-
the worst because he started looking out in the prairie because
Yeah.
he thought we buried it in the prairie,
Yeah.
but he reasoned with himself and realized that there's a pretty good opportunity it got on the forklift and it went somewhere and he found it.
Wow.
He went over there and he found it. That was the second time that we fucked with this car. The first time we took the wheels off it, remember? In Elgin?
Yeah, we hid the wheels.
So we jacked it up and put it on cinder blocks.
Yeah.
And then scattered the lug nuts all over, and then we hid the wheels.
And a leaf pile down the road.
Yeah.
Was it an extraneously tall leaf pile or were
Well,
they
we
just
took
like,
him to lunch.
Yeah.
And we drove by.
Well, we
like-
let it go for a
Yeah.
while because we played this out for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And he called the cops and everything. We let him.
Ooh.
Yeah, he called the police and he filed a report. This is Elgin, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad stuff
Yeah.
Right.
that goes on over there.
They said, "Oh,
And they didn't really give a shit,
Yeah.
right? So we knew at some point we had to get. And he was distraught over this. So eventually we'd all go to lunch together, and we took him and we buried him in a leaf pile down the street. And we're driving. Dean's doing he's like yapping about something in the back seat, and we're like, "Oh my God, what's that over there? This looks like some wheels in that leaf." And he's not paying
Whoa,
attention.
dude.
You're like, "No, I think those look like Mustang Fox body wheels in that leaf pile over there." And then sure enough, I don't think that was that's the equivalent of me stealing Phil's Michael Jordan Beam Team card. It was about 8 years later
Yeah.
when we finally told him.
That it was you.
Yeah.
Whose car got spray foamed the jams?
That was Dean's too.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that was his the wagon. Spray foam will do a number on door latches and door jams.
That's surprising.
Just ruin them, right?
It's so like.
Well, it'll ruin the car because you cannot
It'll
you cannot get it open.
fucking ruin the car.
You got to kick the shit out of the door to get the door open. But that was an interesting era.
Hey, live and learn.
It was an interesting era, but I think there was a shit ton of camaraderie back then, and we built
Crazy ass cars built to it.
built some wild stuff. And
Obviously, I mean, Dean still like comes to SEMA.
Yeah.
to see you.
yeah,
so.
he was a big part of how we got to where we are. Dean,
Yeah.
Dean was the guy that implemented the plasma table and brought a shit ton to the table. And Dean's a talented dude.
He's a guy who can figure out anything.
100%.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Yep.
No direction to
Yeah.
it.
So it's
War.
important to like all of this should happen
Within
but, like,
arm's reach.
Right. Well, it's funny. You look at this. You look at the Roadster Shop set today, and could you put this in a business plan?
Right.
Because could you inspire all those people and build a team like that without doing the dumb shit?
There were a lot of years of fucking around and finding it.
Yeah, to keep guys like they're crazy personalities, right?
Yeah.
Dean's a wild man, but Dean was instrumental in taking us to the next level. And like you said, dude, he's a guy that he is Junkyard Wars champion.
Yeah.
Like put Dean on Junkyard Wars, dude, that is a victory.
Yeah.
100%. If I'm stuck in the desert, in the forest, the apocalypse, that's the guy I want to be stuck there with.
Yeah.
Like give him a crescent wrench and like he'll build a fucking skyrise,
Yeah.
That's what it took, I think to get the Roadster Shop to where it is. It's crazy. Like we should talk about that on again Roger's business class. Like how do you do it? Well, I don't know.
Fuck around.
You get a golf cart, some fireworks.
Yeah, but it's
MasterCard catalog.
there's different
grill.
ways to do it, right? Those were some stupid ways to do it. We got away.
Sure.
We got away with a lot of stupid shit, but I think the bottom line is building the team.
But it worked,
building a
yeah.
fucking team of talented guys, and
Right.
you guys are all creative dudes.
Right.
Like, what inspires you? What pushes you? What makes it exciting?
And creativity expands past what we do here. It gets into fucking around.
Well, yeah, to a degree, I'd say.
Yep.
Spencer, on your hiring process.
Here it
Yeah.
is. Okay.
What point?
We're back.
Yeah. You were worked at some other shops.
Yeah.
And what was the thing that was making you look? And what did you know about Roadster Shop at that point?
So I started following Roadster Shop before I went to WowTech.
Okay.
On socials. I actually have a post in my memories that I had shared of
Ready for this?
Mr. Jon York welding fender flares on John
Mustang.
Mustang.
Mustang,
Yeah. 65 Mustang.
which
Oh,
Name.
blue one.
grayish.
It was, great.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
Vapor.
Vapor.
There
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, the gray,
So
not the blue.
that popped up in my Facebook memories recently from like 10 fucking years ago that I shared it. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. Right? So I've been following the shop for a while. Fanboy, whatever.
Of the shop or John?
The shop, I had no idea who he was.
He had a welding helmet on. One day he shows it to
Yeah,
me.
no,
He's like,
he's
"Is this you?
literally
There's no way
like-
this is you. Probably because
But it was clearly his bicep in the video, in the photo.
Just
You're doing great.
Yeah.
fuck, you
I'm
you
gonna
guys
get
have
a
fucking
raise.
rehearsed.
I
Rehearsed.
think John sat everybody down before this. All right.
This is some do's and don'ts.
he's been waiting for me to bring it up this whole time.
I actually
So that
forgot. I mean, it's pretty fucking cool.
yeah,
honestly,
it's
It is.
actually very cool. Like I was scrolling through my memories and I was like, holy shit! Like that's John welding that fucking fender flare on. My boss, I work here now. Like that
That's
was
how old you are.
yes.
Why you gonna ruin a good moment
ruin the
between
moment,
us?
But so it was always like my goal to work here. I worked in a bunch of hot rod shops throughout the years. And when the we're hiring ad popped across my Instagram, I was drunk. It was 2:30 in the morning. I was playing Call of Duty on a Saturday, and I was like in between games or whatever the fuck, and I was just scrolling, and I was like, we're hiring? No fucking way. And I just at that point I had just enough inhibitions that I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna send an email. So at that moment I had no resume, of course, like nobody in this industry has a resume. I assembled a Dropbox of pictures of my recent work. And I
Dangerous thing to do at 2:30 drunk in the morning.
It was, right? It was all
especially
just,
coming from your other interests.
it was only it was,
Might have, if he'd have
Might have sealed the deal.
just a couple of like, also I do this. Oops. Oh no, naked.
Me.
Women, hopefully. Also. But so I just assembled this fucking Dropbox folder, and it was like my most recent things that I had fucked around with, and I sent it. And I was like, hey, I don't know if this is applicable. I can update my resume if you want me to, but here's some of my recent work. I'm very interested. I think I applied for assembly and fabrication at that point because I was like, every shop that I've worked at before this was kind of an all-around thing.
Yeah. Built the car.
Yeah, you follow the car from start to finish. And so it was just like, whatever, fuck it, send, you know? I woke up the next morning, Sunday morning, to a reply. And I was like, fuck, like,
This is real.
Oh no, this is real, right? And it was a reply from Jeremy. And I had no idea, like, I had followed the shop for a long time, but I had no idea that Jeremy was the owner, right? I just thought that this was, like, hiring, you know,
Yep.
accounts management,
This
whatever.
is starting to sound like a trend. Everybody's like, I don't know that guy. John said it. Spencer said it. They're all like, I'm just a dude, I guess. Like,
You're just there.
Well, that's
yeah.
why we started
Yeah.
the podcast.
Well, now you're
now I'm the guy on the fucking podcast.
now you're on the podcast, so now people know. But like,
Like-
I helped build this fucking studio, so like
You did.
This
Yeah.
was before me, so I had no idea. You weren't like a figurehead,
Yeah.
right? And so I was like, we were emailing back and forth, and like we had a couple of phone calls, and he's like, yeah, let's fly you out, you know? And I was like, oh shit, like this is real, you know? And at the time I had a wife, and I was like, this might be a legitimate thing, you know? Like I might need to move to Illinois for this, because this has been my dream, you know? I've been following this shop for years, and I'm not going to turn it down, right? And so I fly out for the interview. Forgot that my interview was that day. John walked me
That
around
is
the
true.
shop.
That is true.
Oh, no. Jeremy greeted me at the door. And I was like, holy fucking shit, this is wild. Because it was just the showroom. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, the scope of it was crazy. John was the one that had no idea that I was there. But Jeremy showed me around, and like as we moved through different areas of the shop, my mind just continually got blown. Because it was like I've been at mom and pop shops my entire life. The entire career thus far has been 3 to 5 employees, maybe. And it was like, whoa, this is an establishment. This is a company, you know. But then I come in, and like Jeremy shows me around, and he shows me to all the projects, and he shows me to the chassis side, which is equally impressive. It's a production facility, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is, you know, it starts setting in like, maybe this is beyond me. You know, maybe this is more than I'm ready for. But then he brings me back over. He introduces me to John. John forgot that I was going to be there today.
I
don't think I was told.
I may or may not have told him.
I don't think I was told.
At all. You know, he may not have forgotten.
We're not going to point fingers, but
Maybe it just wasn't established that
water
there
under
was
the bridge.
So we're here now, and
It all worked out.
And John was like, "Hey, show us what you got," you know. And he put me at the table that I'm still currently at, and said, "I don't know, do shit." So I
I
just
think it was more elegant, hopefully.
no, it was pretty much that.
Okay.
Yeah,
It worked out.
Here's some welder.
It was,
Here's some metal.
it was pretty much that. Show us what you got, basically. And I just started grabbing shit and sticking it together. I grabbed I grabbed little coupons of aluminum. I grabbed little fucking stainless tubing. I grabbed sheet metal. I
How
formed
did you
it.
stick all that together?
With
with a
a
welder?
welder.
Silicon bronze. That's how you do it.
Yeah. And I just started putting it together, and I was like, this is everything that I know how to do. And I just laid it on the table. I had 8 hours to prove what the fuck I knew. And at the end of the day, like, that was it. And like, some of the guys came around and were just like, who the fuck are you, you know? And I was like, oh, I'm here, I'm applying. And they're like, oh shit, okay, cool, good luck, you know? And it was just like, it was such a crazy experience because I felt like such a small fish in a big pond, you know? But I just wanted to prove that I belonged. And so I just did everything that I could. And at the end of the day, I met with, I think, John and Jeremy, and they were just like, yeah, no, like, thanks for coming in. Like, Jeremy was like, come back in on Saturday, you know, and we'll talk about, like, what it is. And the next day he was just like, yeah, like, we're ready for you whenever you can get here, because I had things to wrap up back home and shit like that. And
How'd you
were in
present that?
Seattle at the time, right? Or
Spokane.
Spokane.
Yeah.
How'd you present that to the wife?
I said I got the job, and she was like, okay. That was it. Because
If you could have fucking faked that story or something like that. Oh my God, no way.
No, like, when I introduced it to her
That you were going to come
that I
out.
was gonna come out, she said, is it a yes or is it a fuck yes? And I said, it's a fuck yes. And she said, okay.
That's fucking cool.
So that was like, everything after that was like, I got it. And she's like, all right, let's go. So that was like, it all just fell into place, you know? And the move out here was easy. It's been fucking awesome ever since.
What do you think? You said, you know, you're walking through and you're like, I almost felt like a small fish, and maybe I'm not ready. But at the same time, you got the drive of like, I got to do everything to show them that
Yeah.
I might be. Like, what do you think? What's advice that you can give somebody that's going through the same thing to make sure they don't go back to the like, let me come back when I think I'm ready?
Yeah. I've always sought after the feeling of being a small fish, because there's room to grow, you know? But getting out here, like, you just gotta fucking get after it. You just have to drive and go for
after
it. Get the fuck after it.
I don't like the fact that that's
GTFA.
It's a fucking thing,
GTFA,
dude.
GTFA
It's a thing.
T-shirt.
Yeah. It's not, I mean, I don't think it's gonna stick, but
It's gonna stick.
get after it.
You like it, don't you?
The thing is, it's exactly. I've heard you say it. You just fake it till you make it. You've said it forever.
100%.
And it's,
Yes.
I think it's a lot of us.
I undersold the fuck out of myself too, because
I
I was
agree.
just like,
Yeah, I remember.
I don't
Yeah,
know
you
if
came. The way you presented yourself is very green.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which, you know, is probably a better way of presenting yourself than
Yeah.
being like, you know, I could do this, I could do that. And like, we've seen it both ways. We've seen guys that come in with resumes that I worked with, like Faye Butler, and made that. Well, dude, you didn't make that. You didn't fucking make that. Faye
Yeah.
Butler made that.
Yeah.
And
Right.
like,
Why'd you do your mouth that way when you said Faye Butler?
There's a reason. Everybody listening knows why.
I think I don't think you'll ever be ready, right?
Yeah.
You just have
Yeah.
to go and do it.
and I think
You know what I mean?
I think underselling myself has been like, I didn't want to come in with high expectations, because I knew what I was capable of, and I think I realistically sold myself, but my drive to learn was the thing that separated it, you know? Because I feel like since day one, me starting here versus me now is like a completely different person, you know, because it's
100%, dude.
it's such a place to grow, and there's so much here for us to do and experience and learn. Like before working here, I had never used a Pullmax,
Yeah.
straight up, like,
Yeah.
because none of the shops that I had worked at could afford one,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, it's interesting. You know, I've seen you grow. You know, I've watched you. I see your reluctance to do certain things, and you kind of strike me as a guy who, like, I'm guessing you don't like to do things that you're not good at. You know,
Yeah, I don't like to fail.
right. And like, you were always a little bit. You shied away from sheet metal work, and the Pullmax, I feel like, was your arch nemesis. Like, that was a scary machine.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And I've seen you like pick up some sheet metal stuff that's like, dude, that's really fucking good. And you're not like you've sort of positioned yourself as not a sheet metal guy.
Yeah,
But
it's my weakest. I know like where my skills lie, right? And like my skills are here, and like my sheet metal is like here, you know. And so like it's not something that I jump to, because I know that like Dakota's here now.
Oh, dude.
And he fucks. So,
but to be honest,
fucks
though,
with the sheet metal.
yeah,
Spencer is really, really talented at sheet metal. He says he's not good at it,
Dude,
but that fucking dude is still good at it. Yeah.
but I just like
He likes to
I-
exceed expectations. Just set that bar low so you can really
Right.
come in.
it might be intentional.
I jump at the expectation of learning and coming up to the bar. It's just like sometimes I'm like, fuck, I don't think I'm the guy for that, you know? And that's still that underselling like aspect that it sticks with me, you know?
You got to roll.
Yeah.
You gotta get
cut
the
it short.
daughter.
I got to get to a spec me out of pickleball triathlon.
All of the above, baby. I hope you win.
Thank
at
you.
all of
I'm
very
very
things.
hesitant about
So
walking
that is
away right now.
Is this like what's that game called where you drive around in the bumper carts and you're hitting the ball? Whirly ball. It's like whirly ball with Miatas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's doing pickleball,
Full size.
yeah,
Same thing.
They use volleyballs.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah, John, you've been a part of.
Bye.
You've been a part of watching, Spencer grow, and I know you've also been a part of like pushing him to pick up some sheet metal projects,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
know, and it's been interesting. It's been very interesting to watch you grow, and it's been interesting to watch John sort of push you into those projects, knowing you don't necessarily want to do them, and then seeing the outcome of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because as we sit here, and Dakota will probably talk next about hiring and the hiring process and the interview. Like, I have no idea how to properly do that. Like, we bring guys in and we say, weld some stuff. If you know how to shape, shrink it. There's probably people listening that have a way better process for hiring, or maybe not. But we always come together and we kind of look over the shoulder. How do they handle a tool? How are they holding their grinder? How are they welding? How are they holding their torch? It's not the experience that they bring to the table when they come in. It's how they're using the skill
It's
set
who
that they
they
have.
are.
Right? And that will transcend into what they're doing when they're here.
Yep.
Josh loves it, but I say how you do something's how you do anything.
I love it.
So if a guy is coming in, Josh loves that phrase.
I do love it.
I have adopted that as my phrase as well.
You can
I
kinda
purposely
see it.
fuck it up around you just because I know it annoys you. But
how
I
you
love
do
I
anything
think I
is how
got
you
that
do
from
something.
Joe Rogan, but I appreciate that you give the credit to me. But it
how you
stands
do
true.
it is the way it's done.
Because of how it is.
because of the way that it is.
But that transcends into it, because if a guy comes in and you can see a passion in his work, even
Yeah.
it's the skill set that he came in with, that he's comfortable and confident with.
Yeah.
But if they are willing to have that tenacity and get after it with the things they know, giving them the opportunities, which is what this place has always been about. Because I wasn't a great sheet metal guy when I came, but the amount of opportunities that came through the door the second I was here, because of the volume, the work, the scale of the builds that we were doing, like, you can expand on that skill set and grow into that all-rounded guy, or you can build those skills. If you're approaching it the same way you do approach the things you already know, the skills you already have.
Right.
We talk about maybe the guys that are nervous to come in the door and apply, but if you're that type of employee, whether you have the all-around skill set, that's not what we look for. We're looking for a guy that has the passion
Yeah.
and a little bit of a skill set that you can expand on.
develop everything else here.
But those are also the guys that are willing to listen and learn. I mean, Spencer will attest to it. Like, I don't sit there and train the guys. I don't sit there and say, because there is no blueprint for how you do these things. I can't say, throw this in the machine, shrink it this many times, and you're going to get this outcome. Adam Banks probably can. I'm not that guy.
I mean, you did that one time.
Yeah, and you gave me so
and it
much
was
shit.
weird. It was an HR issue. John came around and he was like,
It was
like
a little bit of a
ghost.
ghost
Hey,
moment.
It's like,
All
I
you
was-
gotta do is just.
But at the end, there was a bitch and
Shrink
piece.
it.
Yeah, but this was beautiful.
But it
was a
worked.
reverse curve.
But it worked. Yeah. It
In
fucking-
more ways than one.
It fucking worked.
But the thing is, it's like, again, a two-way street, because a guy, I could probably give those same instructions to somebody else and it wouldn't equate to the outcome that Spencer has.
Yeah.
Right.
He can take it, absorb it, and expand on it and do his own thing with it. I always say, like, you can give two guys the same project and it'll come out a completely different process to get there.
Yeah.
It's all about getting to the end result.
Yeah.
And it takes that person that has the skills and the eyes and the determination, and that's what both of these guys
Well, dude, it's
bring
the
to table.
it's what I always say, that it's, you know, unfortunately, I've said it 100 times. You either got it or you don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And whether you come in with zero skills, you either have it or you don't.
Right.
There's a lot of people that you can teach a lot of things, but if you're going to flourish at this, there's a select few that just simply have it and
Yeah.
it just clicks. You know, and I mean, the three of you guys, 100% sure about him, but the,
Us three for sure.
Huh?
absolutely, yeah.
Have it.
Yeah, three. Absolutely. I mean, it's just
Off
something that
record.
you have,
Yeah.
you know, and it's
Right.
like, even, you know, Dakota, you were, as John, you know, took the leadership over and he's running the shop. You know, your interview was directly with John, and John hired you.
Yep.
And you showed up to work, and, you know, my job was just like, I'm seeing this new guy.
Right.
That
Right.
I'm observing, like, this fucking dude's got it, you know.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
like he
Yeah.
just fucking gets it. Like, I can watch the way I've been around this for a long time.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of guys that you just know. No disrespect. There's some guys that can do it. The best of the best can teach them. They will just never get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just not for them. You know.
they
It's like,
they go through it and they like get it kind of done. But like
Yeah.
there's some
Right.
like,
there-
dude, you could part
Yeah.
me with the most brilliant math tutors in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking get it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
him.
not gonna click.
But that
2
has
plus 2
nothing to
is-
do.
yes.
I think that is all about mentality. On that
Yeah, it
and
is,
the
it is and it isn't.
if you had the mentality to give a shit and do whatever it takes to get it, you would overcome
Mine-
your physical disabilities.
Mine's
Mental.
work differently. Like, some people see it.
Yeah.
Some people just see it. You know, and I say, like, you know, I've talked about it before on this podcast. Mike Wood's a guy that I've always thought, like, he just sees and gets how to
Yeah.
fucking move metal.
Yeah.
You know? Some people do. Like,
Right.
you guys can obviously fucking see it. You guys each have your own skill set. John fucking 100% can make anything from a sheet of metal. And not a lot of people can do that, dude. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter how you can get them further along, and they can make shapes, maybe a little bit more complex shapes, but you do reach a limitation.
Yeah.
You know, there's been some people who've done it a long time,
I agree.
and they
100%.
they don't, like, there's only X amount of Adam Banks, right?
I get it.
One that I know of.
Yeah.
But not
a
but
single one. Yeah.
but
yeah.
back to your story
Which,
about
you know, obviously, like, but he had Troy's taught him everything. Troy's taken
of course.
under his
Yeah,
wing.
Troy's taught him everything.
Yeah, and he still, I think Troy still
When-
does the come around the back of him on the Olmax.
When you were building that
Every
hood,
now and then.
when you were building that hood side,
Yeah.
right, and you got frustrated and you started hammering it,
Yeah.
right, because of your mentality of not wanting to get beat by it, and you start hammering it and you start seeing the fact that the metal is moving that way by stretching that weld out,
Yeah.
and it starts clicking in your head about that when you welded it, it tightened up, right, and it shrunk, so now you're having to stretch it back out. You started seeing it that way
Yeah.
because of your mentality.
Yeah.
Right? There's other people that could have seen it, but because of their mentality of not wanting to push and not wanting to see, not wanting to open their eyes to it, will never see it.
Even more than that,
It's possible.
there's other people that have been taught on paper that a weld shrinks and that you have to stretch it back out, that wouldn't have arrived to that conclusion.
Right.
Like, you arrived to that conclusion yourself without anyone telling you.
Yeah.
And there's people that have been taught WyoTech or whatever other technical courses that if you do this, then that. And they couldn't still figure it out because they just didn't have it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have like a plan A, and when plan A goes to shit, they don't know what to do after that, right?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like, I don't know, the good guys, if you will, when plan A goes to shit or it starts to go to shit, it's like, all right, let's work on a plan B.
Yes.
They have a plan B, they have a plan C,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And they can kind of just go with the flow with
Right.
that, you know?
Right.
To where versus like somebody that's maybe not necessarily as good at it, they really get stuck on
Yeah.
plan A not working.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good
A
point.
lot of everything that we do is plan A, B, and C.
And you
Like,
usually end on plan C or D.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
right,
I'm
right.
gonna
If you're
start
lucky.
Yeah.
this way. I hope it goes well.
Right.
If it doesn't, pivot.
Yeah, pivot,
You know?
dude, exactly.
That's
Figure
it.
it out. Common
Yeah.
sense, yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough industry because, like, think about there's a lot of things, man. Like, you can go play basketball. Every time you throw that ball, if you fucking put the same backspin on it, that ball's going to do the exact same thing
Right.
every single time.
Right.
You can make a dozen sets of fender flares, and a dozen times it's going to do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Because the original sheet metal of the
Right.
fender that you're welding it to was made on a Friday instead of a Monday.
Yeah,
Like,
it's dude, it's like, you know, and it's all
Yeah.
like there's such a hand artistic element, and then you have to do it twice or
Right.
4 times. You know, and then and then you have to invert it. So
Yep.
when you do it on the left side, it's completely different than the right side. It's a crazy
yeah.
talent and a crazy industry.
It's an art.
But you got to be willing to adapt at all times. I mean,
Yeah.
I've talked to these guys about it. I try to talk to all the car builders about it. You
Yeah.
know, like I know Dakota, when you came in, we talked about speed, like what the expectation for speed is. And it's always the same thing. I look at it as if you're going to, the way I approach things
Yep.
is if you're going to build this, you can sit here and you can make templates and we can measure 10, 15 times and spend all this time. And you still might get that result that sucks at the end of the day.
Yep.
But if I just go after it and I treat it like this first one might end up in the fucking trash, but
Yep.
I only spend an hour or two after, I'm going to learn what that second one's going to do.
Yep.
And before lunch, I've got a piece now that I learned something on and I move forward to. But that applies to like everything that I do in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
You know, like if I don't know what I'm doing and you just jump in the deep end, like I'm willing to make a mistake.
Yeah.
The one that you're willing to make a mistake on probably turns out better than the one you start babying along the way. Because that one you baby all along the way, you're like, oh, fuck, I hope this thing doesn't
It's
fuck
so
up. I'm
great,
so
yeah.
far
It's
into
so
it.
well figured out.
That thing's-
it has to work.
That
Yeah.
thing's going to get fucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And luckily
Because
for me,
you-
when Dakota came in and I was doing that and I was giving that speech, I just knocked a fucking piece out first try, so it looked like I knew what I was talking about. That doesn't usually happen. He's like,
doesn't-
oh shit, man,
It's
that was
not
really
every
good.
time. It's not every time.
I feel
No.
like that comes with confidence, though, too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just diving into it and
Yeah.
knowing, like, oh, okay, if I fuck this up, you know that you have the skill set to fix it, though,
Right.
right? So it comes with
or
confidence.
start over and do it again better.
Right,
You know?
exactly right. Yeah. So just being
Yeah.
confident, you know. I
Yeah, you
think
gotta
that
have like
goes a
the
long way.
willingness to fail in this industry for sure. Because you're
Yes.
not gonna win every battle, but it's
No.
a battle every single time. It's never gonna be easy. People want a blueprint and they want instructions on how you make success on, you know,
Yeah.
to all aspects of this. But it's always gonna be hard. There's never an easy day. You know, if there is, you're lucky.
Yeah.
and you probably got there by
If,
putting in the
if
work.
you have an easy day, get ready for tomorrow.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because whatever you didn't get today, you're getting double tomorrow. It's
Yeah,
coming.
There's a massive
Yep.
amount of mental strength you got to have to
Yeah.
prevail.
Yeah.
I feel like in this industry.
Yeah.
You look at a lot of different industries. You could be a carpenter. You could be a woodworker. The results, you could do the same thing and you're probably going to get the same results every time. And that
Yeah.
you cut a board at 45 degrees, fucking every time. Set that saw up, that thing is going to cut 45 degrees every time.
Yep.
Actual metal fabrication, like hard, heavy-duty metal fab, even chassis shop stuff, sort of that way, you know? But when you're shaping metal, there's no blueprint. It's
Right.
always going to fuck you.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
as
And
good
check.
as you think you are. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
you can get so comfortable and then all of a sudden it's like, dude, the thumbnail dies, like it's just a little bit off.
Well-
and it just all of a sudden you get in there and it's like it's making a mess out of your panel and you're like, what the fuck?
Well,
What's
you got to
happened
understand.
today that wasn't there. yesterday?
You're doing.
It's a wild
You're
fucking
doing
show.
something. You're doing something that's against physics. So it's not like it's a thing that if you now take your example of carpentry, right?
Yep.
If you said, "Hey, take that sheet of 18 gauge and I need you to cut 4-inch strips," right, and keep cutting 4-inch strips.
Yep.
You're gonna be able to cut the same 4-inch strip and set it up and do the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
You start shaping things, you're going against physics. You're taking everybody's knowledge of figuring out all these little tips and tricks of bending
Yeah.
matter right?
That was
and
flat.
figuring out the way that it can
Now
do it.
it's
If
not.
you do the same thing in carpentry stuff, and you're like, hey, we figured out a way to steam this wood and build this jig and start bending this stuff. You start bending wood and steaming wood and doing stuff like that. Every single time is going to be different because you're figuring out a trick to physics that shouldn't happen, right?
That was solid.
And making it,
Yeah.
do things that it's not supposed to do. So, of course, every single time, Mother Nature and physics is going to kind of come back and be like, you tried to fucking cheat the system. You forgot that. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And there's
the best you can hope for is just that you build your confidence. You mentioned it. Like as you build your confidence, it makes
become aware of what's happening along the way.
Or how you solve it. Just makes it easier.
I always call it a toolbox. It's what you talked about with fucking.
Great bar you took me to that time.
With fucking things
The toolbox.
up. You're welcome. With fucking things up, right? Even fucking things up adds to your toolbox.
Yes, if you learn something from it.
I have a toolbox. Everyone has a toolbox. You have a toolbox. You have a toolbox. You go to your toolbox to solve the problem. Whatever the fuck it is. You're working with a flat sheet of metal. You need it to be not a flat sheet of metal. It does this thing. Fuck. I wanted it to do this. It did this. Go to your toolbox. It did this last time I did this. This is the solution. Right? And if you don't have the solution in your toolbox, now's the time to fucking learn.
Right.
Because now I don't know,
I was watching the documentary on Gordon Ramsay's new restaurant. It was on Netflix. He's building that thing in London, and it's huge. His biggest deal, right? His hugest thing that he's ever done. He's got opening night. He's got all of his new staff, and everybody's been working for a year and a half on the new menu. And he's got these chefs at the top of their game, and they're all over the world. And it's a high stress situation. Yeah. And he's telling them all of like, do not be afraid to fail. As soon as you're afraid to fail, you're going to fuck up really bad.
Yes.
I want you to fail. Accept the failure. Make sure that you're aware of the failures. Don't make the same mistake twice.
Yes.
You can make 100 different mistakes in a day.
Yep.
You're an idiot if you make the same mistake tomorrow.
Yep.
Because you didn't learn from it. And it was really great piece of advice of like, lower the stress level, understand that you and all 50 of you are going to make a shit ton of mistakes.
Fuck up a bunch of times.
Build that toolbox, learn from those.
Yep.
Just don't do that thing again. You should learn from it.
Put it in your toolbox, and then don't fucking do it again.
Right.
Yeah.
And then learn from it.
One thing that I ran into, an issue that I ran into is like analysis paralysis, right? So like you're too afraid to cut something, so you're just standing there and you're just staring at it. But to the point of just getting after it, right? If you just dive into it, man, there's no more paralysis analysis.
You have to figure it out.
Now you have to figure it out, right? We've cut it.
Cut the motherfucker.
Yes.
Dude. Now you got to put it back together.
Yep.
That's pretty much perfect for the project we gave you over the last few months. Zero blueprint to figure that Roadrunner out.
Analysis paralysis is the name of the Roadrunner.
Well,
especially on like a chopping of a top or doing something like that, where it's very difficult to get like, you could measure it 100 times and come up with 80 different measurements of different things.
Yeah.
Where a piece of metal, you're like, all right, I'm gonna cut it. I've spent an hour and a half. I'm gonna cut this at 70 and a quarter. Right. I'm dead on. I've measured every single way. 70 and a quarter. You cut it 70 and a quarter, it comes up a quarter inch short. If you'd have cut it at 70 and a quarter at the very beginning, come up with a quarter inch short, you'd recut it again at 70 and a half, and you'd be fucking done.
Yeah. Right.
Like. You had to cut it to know how much you were off.
It comes back to, we had this segment on this show that was always, what's the best piece of advice? Yeah. And I've said that it was something I learned when I got into this industry from the old man that I worked for, that was just do something even if it's not right.
Yeah.
Now, it wasn't presented like that eloquently.
No.
It was sort of screamed at me. But that resonates with me, and it sticks with me forever. It really is some of the best advice I've ever got, because anything you do, you can sit there, you can fucking look at it forever until you just do it. Just do it. Just do something.
Right.
And it's probably not going to be right. Anything you do, like you're trimming some shit on a baseboard in your house, and you're trying to figure out that, just fucking start cutting it, dude.
Yeah.
You can look at it all day.
You can buy another piece of trim.
You can measure every angle you want. Cut it. It's gonna, at least that initial cut is going to help you figure out how to get to this.
It's like those times when if you've had this, like sometimes you get in the vehicle and you're doing your GPS, right? All the way back, throwback to your Magellan GPS, right?
Yeah.
new GPS stuff where you're in a situation, right, and you just crank the truck up, you put it can't figure out like exactly which direction in the parking lot.
Start driving.
Right? And you're just like, I'm just going to start driving.
Yep.
Then it's going to be like, hey, turn around.
Yeah.
You know,
Always going to tell you because you're 100% going the wrong way.
right?
It's
It's
always
No
like,
matter,
"Oh, but
no
you
matter
know
where the fuck direction you start driving,
fucking
it's
go the
the
other
wrong
way,
way.
dude."
Right.
you have to do the thing for it to finally
That still applies today in Chicago.
See the direction.
Because when you put in maps, it's lost.
If you sat there, the
Right.
analysis paralysis,
Dude,
and
that's
and
great.
wait for that
That
fucking
really is a great example.
arrow to
you just start fucking
which
driving.
I could go this way, and I
And
think
then
I'm
it's gonna
facing
tell
north.
you.
Let me pull out my phone and be like,
Yep.
well, the
Because-
parking lot looks like this.
Yeah,
Just
moral-
fucking drive
The moral of the
Yeah, keep
story is
going.
that going the wrong way is going to point you in the right direction.
faster than fucking looking at it.
Elegant way to put it.
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It-
Did you like that? Did you like that?
I really do like that because that is honestly the perfect
Can we
example.
put that in a shirt?
I think we should.
It's a long shirt.
I think we
Going
should
the
do that.
wrong way is
It's going to point you in the right
point
direction.
direction.
You're not going to know which direction to go unless you start driving.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm in all of this. So too, that even going back what you're talking about with Gordon Ramsay and that failure, being afraid to fail, and you just have to get over that hump. Like
Yeah.
how many people in this industry or similar, adjacent industries, never got up to that
Yeah.
point where they tried and they missed an opportunity. There's probably so many people that were completely capable of doing what we do, and it got
Yeah.
hard and they gave up.
Yeah.
Like it will always be hard, and if you don't continue to at least try,
Yeah.
whether it be start in a direction that's wrong, but if you're afraid to do it,
Yeah.
you're never going to land anywhere.
That's what this
There's
industry
no
is.
easy way out.
Every direction is hard. Everything that comes along is hard. And we just have to figure it out.
yeah. Dakota,
Yes.
hiring story. Let's get to you when you came here. You
Yeah.
talked a little bit about it. You did it once, so you kind of already knew what to.
Yes. I already knew kind of like who Jeremy was, who John was. I already had a good grasp on that.
I see what he's doing. He was the only one that knew who you were.
He's fucking smart.
You already knew who Scott was.
Yeah. Well, no, Scott wasn't here.
I know.
The second time around.
Dude, you know what? To be honest, I
Round
was
two.
expecting him to still be in that corner, and he wasn't. I was like, what the fuck's going
Oh
on?
shit! I got the job now.
Yeah. They need somebody. I'm locked in.
He is smart.
Bang bang.
Oh shit.
But no, I mean, I applied the first time and didn't get it. But the second time, we were fucking broke, so I needed a job because I was working for myself, and it wasn't easy by any means. So my wife, actually, I believe she's the one that's seen it, was like, hey, you're gonna apply, you're gonna go down there, and I was like, to be honest, I was like, nah, fuck that, they didn't hire me the first time. But anyways, we needed the money, so I came down.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say I came with a chip on my shoulder, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go and I'll show them what I can do now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but it all ended up working out, right? So.
It's the way life does.
Yeah. And John actually gave me like Spencer was talking about how he had to like weld like pieces of tubing together and shit. Like, I'm thankful the task that John gave me because I said it's something that I knew how to do.
Yeah.
It's in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, it was in my
John
wheelhouse.
didn't know I was showing up, so he didn't know what I was.
Yeah, right.
what I
That was
saying
helping
was.
clean out
He
his
was like,
basement.
I don't know.
You've done that a lot of new hires, whatever. Like, come over to my house. We got to
Hey,
clean this.
yeah. You can lift some shit.
Those
right?
4 boxes, those
Yeah.
5 boxes.
All gone.
Got to see what they're made of.
Yeah.
What'd he
was the
put you on?
Yeah, what was the task that John gave
Oh,
you?
I had to shape like a wheel tub. So
Yeah.
we got on the power hammer and got after it. You know what I mean? So
And then
what?
Little
you had
shrink.
to cut it in half.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did tell them to cut it in half and then weld it back together.
So
Did
John looked at this motherfucker. He was just like, "Oh yeah, that looks like a
Well, you
wheel
got
tub.
it done
nice."
way faster than I expected,
Yeah.
so I had to fill the rest of the day.
And then he's like,
Cut it.
in half and weld it back together.
Dude, I thought he was fucking with me at first. I was like,
That's
was-
a good challenge.
It was
Yeah.
fucking. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it was beautiful.
No.
I thought it was, to your credit, was phenomenal.
yeah,
And
yeah. But
Keep talking in the mic.
Oh,
You-
sorry.
Great. No, it's him. You're a
Sorry.
phenomenal fabricator. Horrible on the fucking mic.
but yeah, dude,
I get
John,
relaxed one time.
John tells me to cut it in half, and I thought he was just messing with me. But I needed a welder then at that point. So John was like, "Oh, I don't think Joe's gonna show up today. You can use his bench." Literally, I turn on the welder. I turn it on, and there's this dude standing there, and he's like, "What the fuck you doing using my welder?" It was Joe. You know what I mean?
At 10 o'clock.
Yeah. He was sipping his Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But
Did he
You got the
have
full
Did he have
experience.
donuts?
No,
Was it
not
just
that
the-
day.
okay.
Yeah,
Not
he would
that day.
have offered him.
Maybe everybody needs to just start going in and cranking up and using Joe's welder in the first thing in the morning every day.
Yeah.
If that's
show up.
I'll fire it up the first thing.
Yeah, it's
If
funny.
that's what it takes.
Just simply welding two pieces of metal together and finishing them that's a really good
Yeah.
challenge for guys. I used that
Absolutely.
with Zach years ago.
How'd that
Za-
go?
He struggled with it a little bit, but we worked through it. You get a guy like he was coming out of the chassis shop. He was building frame rails and he really wanted to do hot rod stuff, and he wanted to know what's something I can practice on. Like, well, dude, here, take two pieces of 19 gauge. Here's two squares that are 8 by 8. Weld them together.
Yeah.
And finish the weld out and hand it back to me, and it should look like one piece of metal.
Especially if they're just flat coupons.
Yeah,
They should be flat coupons at the end.
It's more challenging than
Yeah.
you think.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
100%.
That's the most
Most
challenging.
people
Because they
I
don't
mean,
have any
it's-
shape or anything.
Yeah.
There's nothing to keep the structure at all. Just a flat piece of metal to weld it together and then keep it flat afterwards.
You take a lot of this for granted. It's interesting. I've been talking to Scott Spencer, who's a awesome customer of ours who
Yeah.
does some killer stuff.
you got him in, on a little quarter panel
Yeah,
dilemma,
he
right?
reached out and he was asking about. He's getting ready to, just like all the vehicles that we experience. You get these beautifully restored or survivor cars in that are perfect project cars, and then you take the paint off of them, and lo and behold, it has
They're not attached.
Frankenstein quarter panels on it. So he reached out and he said he wants to section a quarter panel in it. So, first I said, John, you and I have been down this path a million times. So, dude, just put a full quarter panel on it.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, it's intimidating. Putting a full quarter panels on it is intimidating. So we talked through like how you would section
Less welding generally.
a quarter skin. But as I'm talking through it, you start thinking about it, and you're like, you kind of take for granted like the skill set that
Yep.
The knowledge
you-
behind taking a quarter off.
yeah.
First of all.
And then you
know?
think back
Yeah.
and you remember like how intimidating that was. Like I
Yeah.
remember putting a first quarter panel. Like
Was the car going to fall apart? Like,
Yeah.
that's
right,
what holds
a
it together.
That's
Yeah.
the only panel that doesn't bolt on.
The
Like, it's like,
structure.
holy shit,
Right.
it's a big job. So sometimes you got to take a step back and I don't know, kind of appreciate the skill set that you've got and where you're at. And even if even as you're growing, look at what you've done and be like, dude, I'm building some.
Where'd you tell him to put it to cut it at? Where'd you tell him to splice it at? You told him to put full quarter on it?
I said put a full quarter on it. If you're not going to put a full quarter on it, the quarter skin, they've got like a half quarter that'll
That
wrap
body line?
over. Yeah, at least then you're putting it on an area
A
like
little bit of strength.
it's sort of
Yeah.
controlled, right?
Yeah.
The worst thing you can possibly do is put it in the flat. Take those Chevelle quarters.
Dead in the middle.
Right.
Oh.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then
Big
we've
flat.
been there, done that, and then it turns into like that's a
Big-
whole nother
big,
skill set then
not
of
flat.
metal finishing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But point being, it's like, dude, sometimes you got to take a step back and realize like, have a little appreciation for what you've done, right? Because
Yeah.
every day is a fucking challenge.
Right.
Every day something's gonna kick your ass. Sometimes you got to take a step back and be like,
Yeah.
I can do some cool shit.
Like,
Can't
oh,
tell me
shit.
how many times I've
That's
told
like-
you that. You better take a step back.
That's it. Like something.
You've been told that aggressively.
I have.
Yeah, I think you were like,
I've been on both.
it was like a,
Hey,
Take a step back.
Hey,
Sir,
hey, take a step back.
we come to standard question time.
Hey.
Lot in this standard question time.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you okay?
I'm fine.
You got something
You're
to say?
boring me now. I'm listening.
tell it like it is.
And I had
I'm ready.
I had like two really nice things to say at the end of this podcast, specifically about you.
They're gone, aren't
He
they?
just knew.
Fuck yeah,
he
you'll
just
never
knew-
know what they are.
He
You'll
just-
never know.
He just knew that like we come to standard question. He's like, oh.
By the time we get there, you'll remember.
I'm listening.
Probably.
I was listening intently.
All right. So, standard questions. I don't know if any of you guys have listened before, right? It's kind of a big
Been
deal.
on before.
Right.
I've answered your standard questions before. What are you doing?
We got new standard
We got
questions.
new standard questions.
All right, I'm ready. I'm
Standard
engaged.
questions are brought to you by none other than Good Guys Rod and Custom Association.
Oh shit.
Timely for this episode, the thing Good Guys is doing that we want to talk about is coming up on July 10th at the Good Guys 28th Summit Racing Nationals in Columbus. You guys are going to be at Columbus, right? Big show.
That's the big one, man.
The thing that Good Guys is doing at Columbus is the Education Careers in Hot Rodding program, specifically with ASE Education Foundation and Wyotech for
Whoa.
the Careers in Hot Rodding.
Boy, we got to edit a lot from the beginning of this podcast now.
I'm so sorry.
I think we did a great job.
It was that's what you call
No editing.
constructive criticism.
No
Well,
editing to what we
100%
talked about. This is
Right?
He hasn't said, Elliot, edit this out.
no, and I don't,
once.
and I don't want to because we
It was said in a way.
we
that it's
have
like,
to stand
let's improve a
on
little bit.
our.
We have,
Truth.
I mean, to be honest, we have a lot of Wyotech alumni here, and it is a good platform to start with.
It's a great platform.
For sure. It's what you do with afterwards.
I have no regrets in anything that anybody said about this. We have to first and foremost be honest to our audience and say the things that we truly think and believe.
Absolutely.
And that's what we truly think and
Yeah.
believe. If you're 18 years or older and currently enrolled in a high school or college automotive technical program and are wanting to pursue a career in the hot rod automotive aftermarket industry, much like all three of these fine individuals, both of you went to Wyotech. You said, I think I want to go to Wyotech, and didn't go to Wyotech. However,
Jail.
Wyotech was in the brains of all three of you guys, and look at you now.
Yes.
Don't
Absolutely.
listen to
Don't-
us now.
don't look
Don't
at-
look
Look
directly
at me. Look at me.
Columbus, Ohio, Friday, July 10th at the Good Guys 28th Summit Racing Nationals in Columbus. It's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You could meet and interact with some of the biggest builders in the industry and the most reputable brands in the industry who are looking to hire young professionals like you. Well,
I would have
maybe we'll be
killed
there
for
looking
that when I
for
was at Wyotech.
hiring.
That's cool.
We will be there.
When
That is
I
cool.
when I was at Wyotech, I
Pretty
would have
good.
actually killed for that.
Pretty cool deal,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, let's give, as this is coming around, I think it's important to give a little constructive criticism, right? Wyotech needs to lean into a little bit of their success stories
100%.
because they have some great ones,
Yes.
right? There's some phenomenal guys. I mean, look across the board at who came out of Wyotech and look at the accolades.
McPherson's pimping Adam Banks out all over the country. So
Right.
they
Yeah.
need to, Wyotech
Right.
needs to do some of the same things.
They did.
Pimp us out.
You've got
It's,
Jon York.
sounds a little weird.
Jon York, 18 years at the Roadster Shop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Managing, running the Roadster Shop hot
Yeah.
rod shop, right? You've got, look across the board. You've got some phenomenal fabricators here at the Roadster Shop from Wyotech. You've got Andy Leach from Cal Auto. You've got Levi Green,
Chris Gray went to Wyotech.
Chris Gray
Yeah.
from
Right.
Wyotech.
Yeah.
Brian Fuller's a Wyotech kid, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean,
He just got recognized as their
Yeah, I mean, he's
yearly
definitely
thing
right.
or
world
whatever.
famous Chad Glasshagel hung it up for a little bit. He'll be back.
Yeah,
Let's
definitely.
face it.
We're gonna
Yeah.
work on that.
Wyotech
We know
grad.
listening.
You've got some really amazing people that came out of there. It's like
For
dude,
years.
lean
Yeah.
into it, right?
Yeah. Pay attention.
Yeah, show what's available.
Pay attention to the people that are graduated.
Students that are wanting to attend can apply online at www.good-guys.com and click on the Careers in Hot Rodding tab.
Well, we will be there.
We will
We
be.
will absolutely be there, as
Yeah.
you know, every year. Dakota, I hope you roll with us this year.
Absolutely love to join.
Columbus is a banger of a show.
Yeah.
It is the one every year we look forward to.
Yeah.
That's Columbus and SEMA are sort of our Super Bowls.
Yep.
Hell of a good show.
Yeah, I'm listening to everything you guys are saying. I'm pulling
you're
up my
toggling through
I'm
stuff.
pulling up my questions because
You got something new?
Yeah, standard
just
questions.
just timing. Sometimes things just work out. You know how we said sometimes you're gonna have a bad day, sometimes you have a good day. If you have a really good day, be prepared for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because today is really working out to be a good day. Things are just lining up
I'm
really,
sorry.
really well.
I'm sorry about tomorrow.
The Good Guys sponsorship, the Good Guys ad read for the education days that they're doing with Wyotech, and it tying into you guys being on here. And this has been a really, really fucking phenomenal podcast. And specifically the questions that we have to ask from Good Guys that are going to tie into you guys. It's just, sometimes they just work out like that.
Clicking, huh?
Yeah.
It's clicking. What do we got?
I just,
You got something new? Got some new good guys.
and you did really good today, John.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's all I ever wanted to hear from you.
Really good.
You want to give him
You've
a, you wanna
lo-
give him a just a pat on the back.
You've long
gold star.
yearned for my acceptance.
That's the thing about John. He's always
Good.
looking for somebody's.
Oh yeah, he's a big people person. Wants to be
accepted.
first
sure.
and foremost. You've done standard questions, so we're going to run through some standard questions with them two first, and then we're going to get into new standard questions. You follow along?
Yeah.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
there's
Them
old
too.
You just
standard
keep
and there's
talking.
new standard.
Them too.
Damn.
First up, standard questions brought to you by Good Guys. OG favorite car movie.
It's Fast and the Furious.
It's a great. You
The
don't have
very
to,
first one.
start.
The very
Everybody
first
needs to start leaning into it. Everybody starts to
It's-
get a little shy when
well,
they say it.
I'm-
Let's.
I am
fucking-
the actual era of that movie because
Maybe still are.
I was there
Well,
when it came out.
I feel like I was like 17 or 18 when it came out.
So I was
You
7.
were a boy. You're just a little boy.
I was 7.
So you look at Fast and Furious like his son looks at Cars.
Yes.
Like
It
the
was
pics.
Great
when
example.
that when that motherfucker stood up and went through and then they were getting towards the fucking railroad tracks.
You were
I
like-
was just like you know, like it
Wheel
was
you, Bobby.
it was the biggest motherfucking experience of my life.
That was pretty badass.
That has to be it. Yeah.
It's a good. That is.
It's
I don't
not
think,
a bad answer.
I don't think
No, it's
anybody
not.
needs
Not
to pre-excuse that movie.
No.
You know, everybody. It's funny because everybody's always like reluctant to say it. We all dig it.
Maybe it's
a
because you
fucking-
give imports so much shit.
No, dude.
No.
That's
no.
a good movie.
It's-
That
it's
was
because-
a badass
It's
movie.
because it's fallen so off after.
Yeah, it's gotten
that.
crazy.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
Fast and
But-
Furious
but the
18
first,
has
like,
gotten.
Yeah.
legitimately 1, Tokyo Drift, and 2, really good movies.
Yeah.
I said it on the last
After
podcast.
that, fine.
Vin Diesel,
If
when
anyone-
it came time when he was getting into that fucking Charger, walking around like all pissed off and badass,
Dude,
pretty cool.
I'll
Why do you
stand.
think
if
I shaved
anyone
my head?
if anyone says Fast 5 is their favorite movie,
That's a problem.
then that's a problem. But
I
but
said it on the last podcast,
yeah.
and I stand by. I think that Fast 8 or 9, whatever the next one that's
Fate.
coming out, is going to be the very. It's going to be the very first. They're going to live stream it. I heard they're live streaming the movie, right? So and they're going to be the first Americans to actually land on the moon because they're going. Fast and Furious is actually going to be the first ones,
Dude,
don't talk conspiracy
Okay.
theories with John here.
well, we need to touch.
That's a whole nother
and
podcast.
we're on the same page on that.
We're
We need to
here.
touch on that briefly because, you know, since you talk about it so much, it comes up in my feed all the time.
Of course.
So
And
I
maybe
woke up
it's
this
true.
morning to an interesting little like podcast segment of somebody talking about, well, how the fuck did they make the moon rover function, right? Electronically powered, and they say the temperatures on the moon are like sub. Like
Oh, it's hundreds
200,
below.
Like hundreds below.
Yeah.
And then it gets super hot, right? We still to this day, Elon Musk is an absolutely brilliant fucking individual. Has built some unbelievable shit. Put your Tesla outside in like -20. It's probably not going to work.
Yeah, the
Right.
doors don't open.
1969, most vehicles had roll-up windows, right?
Yeah.
1969, very spotty telephone service, right?
Yeah.
Most of the stuff was
Yeah, we've
still
gone through all that.
via-
So give me something new.
No.
That's all.
But
this is
in
all been discussed.
in 1969 we can land there, no problem. We already sent the guy there to be staged with the camera. So like, hey,
ahead of time.
make sure when we get off,
some other vehicle.
you're rolling, right? Right?
It's only
But-
it's 2 stops.
Hey, mind you, too.
2026.
It's 2 small steps.
Hey,
because the
19
person got off first and then filmed.
1995. I'm duct taping a camcorder this big to the top of my motocross helmet.
A GoPro?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, there's
There's no GoPro.
to get some footage.
2024 or 2025, we send 3 or 4 female celebrities just on the highest bouncy ride. We just put them up into just a little bit of outer space. They're up for 4 minutes. They come down. Biggest news story. Oh my God, I can't believe they did that. They're
Yeah.
such heroes. They went farther than everybody. 2026, we do a drive-by past the moon and take a look at it,
Yeah.
right? And come back, and it's like
It's a
history.
big
It's 2026.
fucking deal.
So you're telling me 1969 roll-up windows, all those other kind of things. We plopped down there and had a weekend vacation.
Yeah.
2026, we can just look at it from afar. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, we've been there.
The only counter argument to that,
Fast and Furious will be the moon before the U.S. will. In real life.
the counter argument to that is, look at the '65 Lincoln convertible.
Yeah. That shit is magic.
That has nothing to do with the moon and all to do with aliens.
No, but it is
That's
actu-
aliens.
It's actual science. That's science.
Do you think we were visited before we visited?
Yes.
Good question there, right?
Probably.
Yes.
Right. We were
Because
visited.
of the Lincoln Continental.
Yes.
1965.
Next question.
Next question.
He never answered his.
Oh, yes. We got carried away.
Yeah, no,
Favorite car movie?
You're good.
fuck.
I mean, there's not too many in my opinion, but I would say because probably Smokey and the Bandit. You know what I mean?
My
You
man.
know what I mean?
My man.
But Dazed and Confused is also a good one.
That's
Like
a
I'd
solid
say
answer.
they're on the
There we
same
go.
plane.
Stole the show.
Solid answer.
Redeemed yourself.
Stole the show. See, that's why I wanted him to answer because it.
You don't want to hear. You want to hear. And
Old so.
the problem. This is not a problem. Just so you know a little bit more about me.
You're a problem.
The Smokey and the Bandit story was more realistic to me than Dazed and Confused story to me.
What?
I-
What was
fucking
real?
No, listen. I'm not saying
This is going back.
Dude,
I'm not
Dazed
saying
and Confused was literally the most realistic movie to date.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a more realistic movie that's been made.
I'm not saying
since
plausible.
then.
I'm not saying plausible. I'm saying more realistic to my personal story. It was more relatable. Relatable is the better
In
thing.
other words, cruising around in fucking Trans Am's, jumping over fucking cars. In
other words,
CB radios.
I was more in the country with rednecks than I was hanging out with anybody in muscle cars
chasing
in the city.
down semi trucks
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
So
I'm
Josh
just saying,
basically wasn't chasing girls, wasn't drinking beer, wasn't having fun.
not in
smoking
not
weed is what
in
you're
not
telling
in
us.
not in muscle cars. I was more in the country.
I was in a
Take the
91
muscle
tempo.
cars.
You
I'm
couldn't
just saying.
tell me I wasn't in the movie Dazed and Confused.
dude, that's a crazy fucking comment.
I'm just saying it's more. It was more relatable to
So
me.
I-
love
well-
the movie. I just didn't live that life.
That's interesting. That's very interesting because I still think that's what I love so much about Dazed and Confused is it literally felt like a high school that I've never
I believe
seen a
you,
movie that
but I just
felt
didn't live up here. I
that's
didn't live
felt-
that life.
so true to form like that. That is exactly what like they nailed it. Like you're cruising around, you're not really doing fucking anything, and then somebody's having a party somewhere. You know, take the cars out of it, right? The cars weren't the feature of it.
Oh, I understand.
well,
and then there was
in
all-
hindsight, but at the
yeah.
time, yeah, like I said, I was in a 91 tempo, but you couldn't tell me I wasn't in Melba Toast smoking weed and having fun. 100%. And if you think that when he threw that bowling
Fucking
ball,
bowling, dude! He threw the fucking window. He
Oh,
threw
yeah.
that fucking bowling ball
see,
through that
that's-
fucking window.
I know. That's,
now we
this
never
was
went.
not.
Actually, you've gone to those extremes because we've heard the story on the way to Autorama.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully, I didn't know that
Yeah.
guy. But we did used to throw 40s at mailboxes and just annihilate them. It was
Yeah.
exactly like that.
That was
amazing.
the era of just destroying fucking
out of pure
mailboxes.
boredom because you had nothing else
Yeah.
to do.
You didn't do that?
A lot of fireworks stuff. We didn't break things until probably like 19 or 20.
See, after watching that movie, that,
was terrified
that
of-
made me go and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
And what was if you could pull something out of that movie, what was the thing? Was it a particular was there a car that just stands out? Was there a guy, a character?
oh, dude, Matthew McConaughey. He's cool, but he's cool in everything though. But
Yeah.
like just the
Yeah.
way he acted, I was like, I want to be like that fucking dude because he's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Will you say, all right?
Oh, dude, I can't.
That wasn't
I
meant to
don't-
be
I
a
can't
dig.
even-
I
can't
love
even
the
try.
movie.
No, I don't
love
think it
what-
is. I'm
It's
just-
just
I'm
a.
not even
It's a
shocked.
different.
Just
It's a different culture.
All right.
Think about how many things. Think about how many things that I've told you and brought you in on the
yes.
Southern culture that you
No,
have no idea about.
I'm just shocked.
It's different.
It's
different.
Yeah, I guess it
It's
is. I'm just
different
shocked because
down under.
that's why that movie resonates with me. It's why it always did because it felt so real.
But that movie also came out after I had done through high school.
Oh, well, you just ruined everything. You're the
No,
Old.
Yes.
no, it didn't because
I
was
graduated in '97.
No, that movie's like 90,
Oh,
95, 96.
I think it's like
I was
94.
watching it in junior high because it was with my buddy's older brother that we would be in the basement watching it when we started.
Well,
And
Josh
then
is
it's-
10 years older than
Hey,
me.
93. You're
Told
right.
you.
You're right. You're right. 93.
Yeah, you guys.
I didn't
got-
watch it until I
you
didn't
guys
probably
got
watch it
cable and
until.
shit later,
Yeah.
and so you didn't see it.
No, I probably didn't. I know I didn't watch it until significantly out of high school.
At the end of the day, it's a great answer.
It's fucking great. It's
yeah.
a great answer. You actually have, dude. I'm going to give you some fucking props. You've got a little McConaughey cool
vibes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's
You
why I
got what I'm
asked him.
talking
Did
about,
you
man.
hear him say?
Doesn't he though? Like he's got that. He's got like a little
yeah.
Jesse James,
Yeah.
little McConaughey.
I'd like to hear a little. I'd like
quiet.
to hear a little more Texas and a little less Canada, but
I kind of
it's
dig
just-
it, dude.
It's just,
Dude, I honestly hate how I sound because I think people from like the Uper noise, I think they sound like fucking idiots. So
Yeah, you don't have. No, you don't have the like dumb Uber though.
Right.
There's the
He's like fuck them bitches, but also
because
like,
dude, even though like he's one of my best buddies, I love him to death, and he's a sharp fucking dude. But you talk Casey Wagner's got a little bit of the Wisconsin
Yeah,
thing going.
yeah.
It's like the
Oh, yeah.
You're like, dude,
Oh,
you're
don't you know?
you're probably the
Yeah.
smartest dude I know, but like there's a certain element of that
I
Wisconsin.
wish you didn't
like,
sound that way.
oh yeah,
yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
yeah. I don't pick that up on you.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Sorry, Casey, I love you.
you better say that, big
Yeah.
big boy. All right, we're gonna go to a vehicle, car. All right, so you graduated what year? High school.
11.
Okay,
2011. 2011. Sorry.
You graduated what year?
2011. Yeah.
Both of y'all 2011. This is a tough
was-
genre.
You were out of Washington or Texas at that point.
At that point, I lived in Idaho,
Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, right? Outside of Coeur d'Alene.
outside of Coeur d'Alene.
Do they have
Yeah.
Idaho?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Idaho in 2009 might as well be on the other side of the planet to me.
It's just North Texas.
That
Is it really?
Really?
Idaho's an interesting place because you do see some absolutely beautiful landscape
Yes.
of all different types.
there.
Yes.
Yeah, because Idaho.
Like, oh my God, that's Idaho. Oh my God, that's Idaho.
You
Yeah,
kind of look at
mountains,
it like
rivers, lakes, all the
you
bullshit.
think of it
yeah.
a little bit like Indiana.
But it's-
When
yeah, but
I do, when somebody
Do
says,
you?
I do, and then you realize
Is
you're like,
Indiana cool?
no,
Oh.
no. I mean, Indiana, you just think of it as this like boring.
Indiana sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You think about it more like
That's the way I think of it.
Nebraska,
exactly. Yeah,
West.
You don't realize there's
Mid-
like these crazy,
No, it's-
beautiful like mountains.
Oh, it's
It's
half Nevada, half
exceptionally
Colorado,
Yeah.
half
Beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
and that's just because I'm stupid, right? I don't.
No, we're in the same boat. It must be a Midwest thing. I never knew
Is that-
Idaho was cool until Alan Palmer was like, all my friends are moving from California.
Yeah,
Idaho.
you clump
Yeah.
it in that.
only-
like,
Sun
only
Valley
the-
and stuff like that.
Only the
Yeah.
place that I lived in Idaho was cool.
sucked.
Like
oh, yours was a cool
the
spot.
place that I lived in was cool because it was exceptionally Montana.
Okay.
Like it's
That's what
just
the sign said when you came in.
right, almost Montana. As
Real
soon as
close
as soon
to
as
Montana.
You got into Idaho, it was like you're in Idaho now.
Coeur d'Alene,
but, like,
Montana-ish.
really close. Yeah, adjacent. But no, it was like the southern Idaho is like bullshit, like what you guys are saying. It's all flat and
All right.
sucks.
So 2011 for both of you, Idaho and Upper Wisconsin,
Correct. Northern Wisconsin.
Northern Wisconsin.
I'm just
Canada.
firing away because I've learned from my mistakes because I nailed the fucking.
You've got it already.
Well, I'm just gonna fire it at what came to mind.
Okay.
'Cause I nailed the Cutlass on the Meekum, dude.
Yeah, but you blew
and
it.
and I held back.
You blew it.
So I'm just going Toyota Tacoma. I'm going to Toyota
Okay.
Tacoma. I
For-
think it's a pickup
for-
truck.
for
For
my
Spe- for
very
Spencer.
first
For Spencer.
vehicle.
Yeah, I think it was
Okay.
it was probably a family car. It was kicked to you.
You jumped into
Toyota
it quick.
Tacoma.
That's fine. You're putting it out there. You felt
I'm just-
it.
I'm just-
was your
you rolling
first
with
put
it.
both feet forward.
your first vehicle a gift or did you buy it?
I bought it with inheritance money.
You bought it with inheritance money.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
No,
Then
no,
it's
no,
a-
no,
then
no,
it's an
no, no, no.
irresponsible decision. Then it was
But
a
I don't.
fucking-
But I don't know if a Tacoma's still
don't-
not in the running.
I don't know that it really steers you in the wrong direction because it was cheap still. So,
But it was it transportation or something you aspired to have?
transportation.
Okay.
As hard as I can say that.
Okay. Same question to you. Did you buy it or was it a gift?
No, I bought it. Yeah.
Transportation or something you aspired to have?
I don't know. It was both.
It was transportation, but it was as much of an
Yeah.
aspiring thing as you could get.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
We're talking very first.
So this is 2009-ish, both for you, first car? At
Yes.
16?
Yeah.
Graduated in 11, so 09.
I got my learner's license at 14.
Okay. All right.
What do you got?
We're going to try something new. I'm going to throw two vehicles out. I don't know who's got what. but I'm throwing 2 vehicles out, right?
Maybe one of them sticks. Oh, it is broken.
It's, yeah, I told
be
you.
I
careful.
leaned back.
Be careful.
Somebody's got a silver Ford Taurus. Somebody's got a silver Ford Taurus. Now, the other one is a 6-cylinder Mustang.
What body style?
That would be the 94.
The first, the new.
Yeah, the round, right after the Fox body. First roundy one after the Fox body.
No,
Wrong.
I think you got to.
Okay, that's fine. We're
This
wrong.
is a tough era.
And I just
It
threw
is-
out
it
what
is-
I've got.
We,
It's a
we
different-
are
yeah, it's a
we are
difficult
young.
era.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
difficult.
feeling
We don't
Ford
know it that
vibes.
well.
What's the answer?
I mean, Pacific Northwest. It was a Subaru Outback.
What color was it, dude?
Fucking bluish, dark blue.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So it's
That
like Ryan
explains the
Cook's little
mustache.
Subaru.
No. It was Cook's is the Forester.
So yours was like the wagon?
Yeah,
Ah,
but it was a
dude.
'97 wagon.
man.
Any bumper stickers or anything on that?
No, it had
coexist?
it had a black plastic trim that I spray painted Mexichrome, and then I mudded the fuck out of it. Like I took it to places that it had never been before.
Dude,
I bet some people took you places you've never.
I'm gonna throw.
It had a lot of.
You got a guess for Dakota?
Yeah, I'm throwing a fucking wild card out there, dude.
What is
this?
it?
Is a total wild card. It's the 2-door Mazda Navajo. It was the
Oh
yeah,
shit!
it was the Ford Explorer variant, the
Yes,
Mazda
I-
variant of the Ford
Yes.
Explorer.
2-door, the box.
Yeah, I don't know
I
where
will-
it came from, but I just gotta say what.
Aren't you feeling Ford vibes though?
I will.
think
I'm
I know.
feeling Ford vibes.
I will
think
tell
I
you
know what it
though.
is.
Hold on, before we move on to Dakota, I had a single cab Toyota pickup directly after
Good job, dude.
the Subaru
I
Good job.
felt it, dude.
Good
I
job.
felt it.
because I was mudding with it one time around the power plant,
Okay.
and I hit a fucking like really deep rut and cracked the radiator and grenaded the fucking thing.
Yeah.
It had to go. I got a Toyota pickup,
That's why you go with your gut
but it was
and don't
but it was
push it.
when
Yeah.
That's
But it
why
was-
you go with
that's
your
why I'm
best
just
piece of
rolling 'em out
advice.
there. I'm
but
just
it was
rolling 'em out
when
there.
they were known as just Toyota pickups. So
Okay.
it wasn't like a.
It's just a Toyota.
It
yeah,
was
the
literally
Yo.
just a Toyota.
just the Yo pickup.
Okay.
Single cab,
There's too much to that story now. All right, got it. Toyota pickup, right? He was right.
lifted 35s.
That's what, dude. It's just that's the new. I'm just as soon as it hits.
Go
I'm
with
just,
it. That's the way it's supposed to go.
It was
You
better-
think you have a guess? You've got one?
I think I do.
What do you got?
Go with it.
Well, it's kind of obvious. You're in northern Wisconsin, right? That's where you grew up.
Yeah, correct.
I think it's a pickup truck. I think it's a Chevy S10.
I mean, it's a good guess, but it's wrong.
Michigan for sure.
Yeah.
If he was just over, yeah, you're thinking Michigan.
I was really
just across the border.
What was it?
So it was a 77 Chevy Nova, 2-door.
Oh,
So,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
But, I mean, it wasn't fast or
just
anything,
dumb
but
No, it was
it's what I
better.
could afford. See, my dad had one at
In the winter too?
No. See, I'd borrow my dad's truck. He was a
Okay.
good guy.
Yeah, that's a
So,
tough one to guess.
Chevy
Yeah.
Silverado.
I got you. Yeah. See, the winter. This whole
yeah.
the whole way up north in the wintertime thing kills a kid's
Yeah.
car.
Well, yeah,
I never
it's-
had a
yeah.
driver's
Back then,
license.
and that-
Yeah.
ever. I barely ever had a driver's license when I was that age.
Yeah,
So
these-
I didn't. It's like I didn't even. You know what I mean?
The
Oh.
Outback fucked in the snow. So it was just
bet.
like
Dude, it's enough with the Outback. Seriously.
the
I
Midwest.
also fucked in the back of it a lot.
I bet you got
I'll bet. The Midwest.
Yeah, keep going.
The Midwest
In the
makes
back.
it really challenging because most cars did like I'm shocked a 77 Nova.
Yeah.
I'm shocked it still existed in the
100%.
Midwest,
dude. It
right?
was in great shape too,
which is
That's
crazy.
wild. Yeah.
It's just- that's an anomaly, dude. Nobody could guess that.
Yeah, I still
Nobody can
have
guess
it.
that.
It's just in a million fucking pieces.
Yeah.
So
I mean, my
your
my dad's
shelf
Camaro
life.
was like my first car, but
I mean,
That's cool.
it was culture shock when we moved up. I remember a couple of years, being here for a couple of years, and my daughter turned 16 first, right? And it was, you never think about it until she starts doing driving lessons, right? And which we didn't have. We don't even have driving lessons in the South. You just go take your test and you
Here's
get
your
your
keys.
get your permit, right?
Yeah.
And then you ride with your parents and
Yeah.
till you're like, oh, you're 16, fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
And the whole wintertime thing, and she was doing driving lessons in the snow, and then you're kind of like, oh, okay, I get it. So she's got to learn. Well, then you go in to buy a vehicle, and you're like, Oh, so they're just gonna like go out there and drive and all that shit.
Shit, it
like
snows.
it's
like, regularly.
I mean, again, coming from not ever being used to it, it wasn't even ever a thing. Like if it snowed once in 5 years and it was a half of an inch, the entire state stayed home. Right?
Yeah.
It's like peeking out the windows, like it's good out there. It's dry. Okay, we can go drive again. It was just so wild to put your kids like find the right vehicle and like front wheel drive should be good, and you know.
Midwest has some crazy vehicles, which is why, you know, my old man drove a 91 NSX year round.
Yeah.
In the winter?
Dude, me and my brother in the mornings.
In the winter.
And he used to park it outside. He would park the fucker
That's
outside.
why the restoration is taking so long.
Well, yeah.
This is in Deerfield?
Well, Riverwoods.
Riverwood.
After he got a shit ton of mileage on it, then it would just park outside. And then we'd have to get up and you're getting ready to go to the bus. And it would be like the same time. You hit the bus at like 6:30, 6:45 is when he's leaving for work. And that was when the days of like wide leg jeans.
Yeah.
And we had to push him out of the driveway. So you'd be fucking me and my brother. We'd be fucking pushing him, trying to get him right, and he'd get things just fucking roosting,
sprinkle you with
absolutely
fucking
roosting.
snow.
And you get him out of the driveway, and then you get on the bus, dude. And I mean, your fucking wide leg Jinkos are soaking wet up to the knee,
Right.
and you go to school every day in the winter with your fucking
Wet
Jinkos
pants.
just smoked,
Soaking wet.
absolutely smoked, because Dad had
No
an
way.
NSX, you know.
No
You know,
way.
I mean, what the fuck,
But-
dude?
but I mean-
Honestly,
but I
like
mean,
looking
your-
back,
I mean, your dad has an
buy like
NSX. Fuck off.
buy a fucking
Yeah.
pickup, like
Yeah.
It
you
pushed
could
me.
have honestly.
Get a winter vehicle.
yeah, he afforded the
motherfucker.
NSX. Like, dude, get yourself a beater pickup truck.
Why?
Like, what
he
the
had
fuck?
y'all to push him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day it would be like, the
Cheap
thing would be,
labor.
"Wah!"
Just straight on your fucking Jinkos.
Yeah.
As soon as you get it back, we're coming out to push you out. The
We,
driveway.
yeah, I'm driving
Yeah.
it. That thing is under
You have to
restoration right now.
you have to drive it year round.
We'll see.
You're gonna make Wyatt.
We'll
you're
see
gonna
if-
make Wyatt do the same thing.
Yeah.
Probably.
The baggy
Hey,
jeans are coming
son.
back.
They are.
Push me the fuck out of this driveway.
Oh, all right. Next up, we're gonna go to some good guys questions. We got some good guys questions.
What do you got?
Most of you guys have attended so many car shows over the course of your life. I'm sure sometimes they can become a bit of a Groundhog Day scenario. So, what is the number one thing that still excites you about attending a car show? Attending a car show, and what is your favorite show to attend?
Starting here.
We're going all the way through, starting with you. Yes, you're closest to me, so we'll do that.
So, favorite thing about a car show and favorite show to attend.
Yes.
Okay.
What's the thing that, even after going to this many of them, what's still the thing that you get excited about?
Yeah, I'm like a weird glutton for punishment. When we've got to thrash to get a car off to Good Guys Columbus, whether it's a show car or just us driving 8 or 9 cars. I think I said it to you a couple of years ago. We were thrashing.
That's a dopium.
Everybody. We have
dopamine
customers
rush.
here. We have cars that don't have any miles on them, and I think maybe it's just in my head. I'm running around still sticking emblems, checking oil, like.
Yep.
And I said it to you one day. I'm like, I hate that I love this because you're so nervous for the first 50 miles.
Yeah.
But that getting ready to go to Columbus Good Guys, especially now that we do these sort of road tours with our customers and our cars.
Yeah.
It definitely is the thing that I look forward to, regardless of whether it's something that you're taking inside for Street Machine, because we've been down that road, and that nervousness as they're judging the cars and you're
Right.
waiting to see who's going to be announced.
Or just making 5 customers
Or
super happy.
Just us taking care of our guys and driving them out there. That's the thing I look forward to the most.
Fuck yeah.
Favorite show is kind of unfair because this is the first time I attended a Grand National Roadster Show, and that was just a completely different world for me,
Yeah.
a different experience.
Yeah.
If you ask me today, it's Grand National just because it's the first time I went there, and it was a great experience. Spencer and you guys
Yeah.
gave us the opportunity to go out there, and it was just
That was
great.
fucking incredible.
But I mean, normally it is Columbus Good Guys. I mean, that's the show that we all kind of look forward to, and it's kind of where we made our mark here.
Hell yeah.
And
It's the closest. It's almost like a home show. It's like,
Well, what's changed on it is that what John's alluding to is that you're not trying to get that car done to put it in the trailer.
Yeah.
That car's getting done because we're driving it.
Drive the fuck
multiple
out
of
it.
them. Yeah,
Which
not
is-
just that one car. Like,
And
For
the route
6
the route we
fucking
take,
hours.
I mean, I want
Yeah.
to say we're usually like 350, 400 miles. Something. I
Yeah.
mean, you're piling some
Substantial,
miles on
yeah.
to get there.
Yeah.
And I think it was, I can't remember the customer, which I feel bad right now because he might be listening. But a couple years ago, you guys left off, and we were coming back in a cruise. We had Mike Candy with us. We had a couple Legends trucks, and we're coming back.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this kid just rips up next to us in this truck, and you could tell his truck should not have been going as fast as we were. But he wanted to be with our group so bad,
Dude.
and he rode with us for probably 100
It was
miles.
a square body.
Was it? I think it was.
I think it was.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, out of nowhere, there's this dude fucking
Yeah.
pops up in a square body.
Young
That
kid.
was fucking
Yeah.
incredible.
Like maybe
I-
19.
I remember that too. Like, cause we're in a line, and it's a pretty straight highway. There's not a whole lot to do between here and Columbus, but like
The ride back from Columbus is never what the ride to Columbus is.
No,
Let's
you're
face it.
burnt
That's
no.
like
But when this motherfucker walks up and like he's like, "Can I be part of the club?" You know?
And he rode with us for, I mean, we're hauling ass.
Yeah.
We're doing 85, 90. And every time we take a turn or we go over a hump, I'm looking in the mirror because I was in the front and he's all the way in the back. Was he still with us? And dude, he's with us for miles.
Yeah.
Come in Monday morning and Simone's like, hey, man, when you guys were coming back, were you driving with some young kid? I'm like, fuck yeah, we were. Kid was awesome. Just pushing that thing
Yeah.
to the max. It was a chassis customer's son. Who
Are you
just-
serious?
I don't
Yeah.
remember who it was, so I feel bad. We should ask Phil so you guys can shout him out.
I didn't
but-
know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like, dude, you made
Dude, it
that
was
kid's
so fucking
year.
cool.
Because
That's awesome.
he saw us and he's like, look at these fucking cars. And he gets up on us. He sees the Roadster Shop emblems. And he's like, fuck, I'm riding with the He was calling
Yeah.
his dad. The truck probably shouldn't even have made the show. He worked his
To
ass
get it
off
to the-
Yeah,
get
that's
the
cool.
car to the show. And then he was riding back with us for like 100 miles. And it was
Well, he
just-
did a damn good job because it made it the whole fucking thing.
Fuck, dude,
but
fuck yeah, it was.
but it was equally cool for us to like have someone tag along. You know, like
That's
we were all
crazy.
a part of it.
Dude, it was
I didn't know that
line.
part of the
It
story.
was so
Dude, it
poetic.
was-
'cause
Dude,
then we
that's
come to a
so
split
cool.
in the highway and we're going right to come back to Chicago and he goes to the left and we all come to like a creeping like 30 mile on the entrance. He rolls by us and every single dude gave him a thumbs up,
Yeah.
even our customers, and he just bombed and like you could just see how stoked he was.
Yeah.
Dude, just huge
It
smiles.
was
That's
fucking
really cool.
dope. It was fucking dope.
What's so fucking cool
I
about it is
remember
that
that, yeah.
you think about all of our experiences and what they like. You know, the first time you saw Monster Garage and what
Yeah.
inspired us all.
Yeah.
What that might do for that dude.
Right.
You have no
Exactly.
idea.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I can remember.
That could be his moment.
Yeah,
you know?
I remember being a young kid. I mean, shit, I was probably 9, 10 years old in the back seat and saw these dudes roll up, and it was some sort of Mopar. You know, I can't tell you to this day exactly. It might have been a Coronet, might have been a Challenger, something. And the dude driving it looked just like fucking Buddy Holly. And I'll never forget it. And I'm sitting in the back seat looking at this dude like, fuck, this is so cool, you know?
Yeah. When something imprints on you like
Yeah,
that.
you just never
Yeah.
know, like,
Right.
what, you know, to this day, it's
You never
still
know what
resonates.
moment that you're a part of
Yeah.
becomes someone else's moment.
Yep.
You know?
But we heard from Phil on Monday that we made that kid's year, and I was like, dude, that made our fucking trip. Like we
Yeah.
were all so excited and stoked to have him with us the whole way. Like
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
we've been doing
Really
this for
cool.
years, and having him tag along
That's
was like
rad.
the coolest part of the whole week for me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Spencer, you favorite car show and favorite thing about the show?
It's unfortunate because I have to echo Columbus for sure because it's our show, right? Like it's a hometown show, quote unquote. But like the rush to Columbus is always what I look forward to every year. It's always like Columbus is coming up. What cars are we bringing?
Yep, here
what
it is.
cars do we need to get ready? And how many late nights am I spending? And it always like it's the same time every year, but it always sneaks up on us.
The
And-
thing I want to hop in and say
it
that
just moves a few days.
It's the same time every year.
the fact that John, that you saying that you thrive on that, and it's obvious that you do, and Spencer, everybody that's here,
Yeah.
when it gets to that point, right? There's this
Right.
thrash, and we
The
got to get some
grind
cars done.
is
There's
it.
you're either you're part of that grind, or
Yeah.
you're doing your part to keep those other customers' builds
Right.
continuing on like they're supposed to, and it not just be a complete shutdown.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can, no problem. We can take a break
You
too.
want TT? Oh, do we have to take a
Is
TT
this
break?
normally how long you guys
We
go?
can. We'll take a quick break.
Where did we leave off?
So I was saying, it's obvious that you enjoy that, and there's a lot of people that pull their weight all across the shop on keeping up with their day-to-day duties, even if they're not directly involved with going to Columbus or getting a car ready or something like that. And it's refreshing to see that everybody is, so receptive to that and so excited about that.
Yeah.
Those are been in this for a long time and have been a part of, previous places and helping out on a lot of other deadlines and stuff. Those generally more often than not, albeit fun and exciting to get the car done, those can be a rise of tension, right? And just like
stressful,
right? And sometimes it's in the 9 years or whatever of being here and seeing those, specifically with SEMA and Columbus is usually always the biggest thrashes.
Yeah, crunches.
The rise to the occasion is the norm versus the butting of the heads and working through challenges and stuff like that. It's a hell, even more so than normal day to day. Like everybody comes together even probably better on we got to get this done.
That's honestly my favorite part of the grind. Anytime it's Columbus or SEMA or any kind of a show that we're working towards, there's a couple of guys that are like, whatever it takes, let's get it fucking done. And we all jump in, and it's that moment that's like, it's 9 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock.
This is what makes it all worth it.
This is, and we're all jiving, like we're all working together after hours, after the shop is closed, everyone else went home, and we're all grinding on this project, but we're all happy, and that's my favorite part of it is the camaraderie that comes with the grind. That, like, obviously not everyone in the shop is going to be on this vehicle that has to leave in 2 days to go to this show, but we that are here have to be a part of it because we were there through the whole process or whatever. I did the fabrication on it. Steve did the wiring on it. It's leaving. So we have to figure it out. And we all come together, and it's always like just this copacetic group of like, we have to figure it out. There's no there's no butting heads. There's no like egos. It's just, we get it done. That's my favorite part of leading up to a show, whether it's Good Guys, whether it's SEMA, whether it's whatever. But like, I think Good Guys really does that for all of us.
Yep.
Because we bring normally 10 cars or whatever. We drive so many cars to Columbus, and it's just like us showing up, and it's always so cool. That's always my favorite show every year. But I've been spoiled being here. Previous to being here, like Spokane Good Guys, I don't even think it exists anymore.
Yeah, it's too damn far away for us.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
I don't know if it exists anymore.
I think it still exists.
Does it? Okay, because I know.
Or maybe it's Puyallup that I'm thinking of.
I know that the Chevelle like demolished Spokane Good Guys recently.
Yeah, Brent brought it up there.
Yeah.
Sees,
and it just
Northern California guy.
It was like the best car there, But like growing up, that was the closest like big show that I could go to, and I remember like Chip Foose showed up one night, and it was like, holy shit, Chip Foose is here, and so that was like the biggest show near me that I could go to.
All right, this was a question, not like a whole topic of conversation.
It's a hard question.
Like
it is a hard question. Because SEMA's, SEMA's like the show of all shows. So
That's the whole fucking point.
It is a hard question. That's
right.
Like, I love SEMA and look forward to it, but at the same time, we don't always have. There's just something, and it's a chance to be corny as like the shop manager. But like, to your point, it's the hardest workload we usually have is getting ready for either SEMA or Columbus,
right?
And it's the time where the crew comes together and hits that flow state that everybody kind of thrives in.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity for me to say thanks to all those guys, guys like you, guys like Steve, Ryan. I mean, all these people that put in the late nights here, because it's not us. We're not doing it all. So if any of them listen,
you can be nice.
I can't, with these guys in those moments, you're not part of my team, so fuck off.
Fuck off.
I'm just kidding.
But even like as a listener of the podcast, I hear like you guys putting in the late nights and the Mountain Dew and the gas station burritos and like the midnight bullshit, and like that's my chance to like get into that.
Before it's so much easier now. There's energy drinks.
Right.
And there's like healthy snacks. You know,
It was Mountain Dew. Yeah, before any of that, it was Mountain Dews. Every now and then, a big Slim Jim, but definitely Mountain
beef
Dew,
jerky and Milky
Mountain
Ways.
Dew,
Yeah.
Cool Ranch Doritos,
Yeah.
and then a Twix or a Snickers.
First couple
Yeah.
years, I was picking you up honey buns, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
You're a
he's-
honey bun
yeah,
boy.
He talks about those
Honey
still. The
bun.
little
He's a honey
Me
bun
some
boy.
honey buns.
I hope that sticks.
Love some honey buns.
I think we need to do. It's time to air it, dude. It's time to just air it. I think we need to do the same thing that we did to Dean with him.
Try to kill him.
No, just
Put his car on jack
no,
stands and hide his wheels.
kindly fatten him up and
Yeah.
just feed him garbage.
That's a nice way to put it.
We did it with Dean.
We did.
Dean had a tendency of going
Sorry,
on.
I'm sorry, Dean. I love you.
Yeah, I love you too, buddy.
You've got to
But-
realize who I live with.
But he went on these crazy diets, and so we would just we would turn it into this he'd come in with a big 40-ounce Mountain Dew and be like, "Hey, dude, you're kicking ass, man. Here, I grabbed you. This. I know you like." And then it would be next day it'd come in with a bunch of Little Debbie's products and be like,
And he couldn't help himself.
"Yeah," and you just drop 'em on his desk, be like, "Dude, I appreciate you cutting those parts out for me yesterday." And then it's donuts, and then we made it a effort across the shop.
Is it maybe like a truckload of little Vienna sausages?
It wasn't on that level. It wasn't on that level.
Okay.
It was more subtle.
You forget I live with a meaner version of you, right?
Is she that way when I'm not around?
Oh yeah. So you brought up honey buns. So just 3 or 4 weeks ago,
We
I
were
was down-
literally just talking about it.
We
a
were
couple days
just
ago.
talking about honey buns. So 3 or
She's
4
not
weeks
bad.
ago, I went back home to see my daughter. We had a graduation party. Her and her friend, her roommates had a graduation party from college and stuff. So we went down there. Well, that party was say Friday night or whatever. Saturday we weren't leaving until Sunday. So Saturday we were up, and if I'm down there in the south, I'd run some errands, whatever, go see a few people, whatever, and hit some shops and stuff that I'm not around. So I was out by myself, and I was gone for a few hours. Come back to her parents' house, my wife's parents' house. We're staying there. We get out to go to
I
dinner.
Like the way you position. It's dude, you got up, you got coffee, you went to Vinny's shop.
No, actually, I didn't even go see Vinny at that point. No.
Yeah, so I was there.
No,
and
I mean,
then-
honestly, I only do one thing.
It was
and
a
that's
question,
I go
not
to
a
5
story.
or 6 different gun shops and hunt things that to try and get down there.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm out. Come back. We're going to dinner, and my wife. I already said something. My wife asked if I ate that day. Or whatever. I stopped at the gas station, and I said I got a honey bun. Right, because in the South you can get better honey buns. Right, Little Debbie's
Yeah.
are
Are
everywhere.
they fresher in the
They're
South?
100% fresh. They make them in the South.
And,
And they're still in the Little Debbie's package.
Yeah, but they're way fresher.
but
It's farm to table. I mean, it's honestly, it's
the
Where
exact
is
same-
Little Debbie's located? Where's the
in the South.
manufacturing
China.
facility?
I think it's in Birmingham. Look it up while I'm telling the rest of the story. So I told her I got a honey bun, right? So
Yeah.
she's laughing, whatever.
Yeah.
'Cause we try to eat a little bit better. So she gets in the truck and we're going to dinner, and there's a honey bun in the cup holder. She's like, I thought you said you ate a honey bun. I did.
Well, yeah.
She said, did you buy 2 honey buns? Oh, well, I ate one.
Yes.
Did you buy 2 honey buns or 3 honey buns? I only bought 2 honey buns. Okay, so we're driving, and 2 minutes down the road, she's like, did you not eat the second one because you didn't want it or because you were shamed and eating the first one? And I was like, well, now that you say it, a little bit of both. After I ate the first one, I was like, I really want the second one.
You know what?
But because you
Yes.
can never buy one.
They were based out of Tennessee.
It's just-
Justification.
I'm usually right about that stuff. So anyway,
About honey
so
buns?
so she gives me shit. And the other day we went to go see Blaze at his new apartment. Right, we're headed down there. We stop and forget gas, and I run in. I said, grab me a honey bun while you go in there. She's like, you've had enough honey buns. No more honey buns for you.
Well, where does Blaze live? One story's going down south on a long road
Oh.
trip. This is what, Schaumburg?
Yeah,
It's 20 minutes.
Itasca. Yeah, we had to stop and get gas. So I said, hey, run it.
they're-
Don't
they're
act like it's a
fresher.
little treat when you're on the
Hey, they're-
road. This
I
is
do.
20
They're
minutes
still
down the road.
they're fresher still.
I never pass up an opportunity to eat a fucking honey bun. All right, let's just get to this.
He's-
Dakota car shows.
He's waiting for a pallet
Have you-
of honey buns.
Have you been to a lot of car shows?
No,
Okay.
4 in total.
Okay.
But there's this one up by me, Iola. So it's the
Oh.
Iola Car Show. I went to that one with my dad like 3 times, so I like going to that one.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, they got like a swap meet there and shit.
Yeah,
Big swap meet.
It's a ripper
it's,
swap.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool. But yeah, I'd say simply that one because that's probably the only one I've ever been to. So
We'll change it.
Another question. Another
Yep.
question from good guys, and we're starting with Dakota. This is actually they brought some great questions
Some
to the table.
mindful questions.
They did. You have one CD stuck in your CD player. CD is the round flat disc.
Yep,
right?
I remember those.
Yeah,
All
they,
right.
caught, they caught the tail end. I'm sure you guys caught the tail end of CDs.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 It's stuck in your
I have
CD player,
CDs.
and you have a 1,500-mile road trip along the California coastline. Very specific about where you. What CD are you hoping is stuck in the CD player?
Right. So it's the California coastline.
Yeah, one CD only. It's stuck in there.
Right. It's got to be Tupac's from California, right?
Yes.
All right, let's do Tupac then.
You're a pot guy, huh?
Yeah, I do. I'm a rap guy, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Tupac.
I guess.
Hey, Tupac, way better than Biggie, right?
I mean, that's debatable. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, it's debatable. Tupac's
Yeah.
good.
It's debatable.
to be fair, they're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion, because like I really don't like get like channeled down a certain area because I'll listen to all sorts of shit.
Josh has a lot of bad things to say. He's not a Biggie.
Not a Biggie fan.
No?
Yeah.
Not a big
Why-
fan.
what
He,
happened?
he's not very good.
I-
Wasn't very
Like,
good.
I don't know if you know, there was a lot of things that happened in that.
I'm shocked
Debate.
by that because I'm not a rap guy at all, but I do like that era.
Right.
So I like Tupac, and I really do like Biggie.
Yeah.
If
And
you
I'm
com-
shocked
if
that
you
you don't
compare
like
the
it.
if you compare the two,
It's totally
There's-
different
there's-
styles,
It's the
but-
same.
but there's 40 songs that you could listen to from Tupac. There's 1.5
There's
from
probably-
Biggie.
Probably a dozen.
No, there's not a dozen.
No.
There's probably a dozen of each.
Oh, disagree.
That's
Same question. CD in your CD player in the Outback.
And the My Chemical Romance CD scratched.
It's scratched.
You
It's
can't
out.
listen to that one.
Iowa by Slipknot.
Okay, that was.
It's
an easy one.
You're big time on Slipknot. You love
yeah,
the Slipknot.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not a
It
judgment.
was
I'm just,
it was my first favorite band, and it continues.
okay.
So, yeah.
John.
Mine's bad because I actually have for whatever reason, a 2018 F-150 that has
So
a
it's
CD
CD
player.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that in 2018?
Is it gonna be the same CD that's in your CD player right now?
It is.
It is. Yes.
It's the only CD that's ever been in my truck CD player, and it's never left, and it's John Lee Hooker's greatest hits.
John Lee Hooker.
John Lee Hooker.
Damn.
Been in there since day one.
Is that country? What is that, John?
Yeah,
Blues.
what-
Oh,
yeah,
cool,
okay.
cool.
Dude, I've got an interesting. I'm gonna just answer this question because I've got firsthand experience with that. When you talk about a CD that's actually stuck in the CD player, you talk about going to a good guys show,
Yeah.
and you talk about driving 1,500 miles, going from here to California to good guys show. Red Walls, Colorful Revolution, in the CD player. Switching off between me, my brother, and my dad driving, and that CD never left the CD player in the toter
In
home,
the Renegade.
and it just never stopped playing from like here until we got to Good Guys in Cali.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's a lot of Red Walls.
it's a lot.
That's a
yeah.
lot. Yeah. I mean, like the same song, like what, 12 songs?
Yeah, it's not a really
Yeah.
long album.
Just, I mean,
All right. So
Over.
I love this question, honestly.
yeah.
And we're going to expand on it and maybe tweak the location
Yeah.
throughout the rest of the podcast. So, but for right now, same question goes to you. California, coastline, you're doing the PCH, CD stuck in the CD player. What are you hoping that it is?
I feel like I just answered the question.
No,
Yeah.
you had
I had a story of what
you had a
was
story. What
actually in
if
it.
you had to recreate? Would you say the same thing?
If you
what do I hope
if
that
you
it
had
is?
a choice.
Man, Cali PCH, hard to tell. I don't know. I mean, it's probably, if there's something that I can just listen to over and over again, it's some sort of Waylon album, you know?
Yeah,
That's, best I can do.
I was going to go there. I think it would be Hank Jr. Greatest Hits because that's just the sing along.
A little more, it amps
you-
you up a little more,
I would
probably.
I would sing along louder and more amplified for all of them. But that's just what came to mind right now.
Yeah, makes sense.
California's different. Like
can
you
get
want to, you
behind
would
that.
probably want to listen to some different stuff. But
Yeah, some kind of weird shit, you know, some kind of hipster.
I don't go too weird.
Like Slipknot. Yeah.
No, I don't know. You know, something a little softer. It's like a Avett Brothers or like, you know.
Oh, Eagles could be good.
Yeah.
Mumford.
Mumford Sons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little.
Well, that's what
I know, but a whole CD.
Not that I want
like
that.
I know.
along the highway though. I mean,
That's
I
a
don't know.
lot. That's
Cranked?
a lot of Mumford.
Cranked.
Mumford's like a spice. Just a little bit will do you.
I have it
a
in
long
my
trip.
playlist.
Yeah.
And when it comes up, it's like, you know what? Nice.
It is nice when
Yeah.
it comes up, but you
Yeah.
don't say, you know what, for the
I
next
don't-
3 days
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
listen
for
to
sure.
Mumford.
Yeah.
All right, next up, another great banger of a question from Good Guys. Which builders in our industry do you follow the most closely? And who do you think is setting the trends and standards for the industry?
It's good. It's controversial and it's good.
Yeah. I like it.
John.
I don't like this question at all.
Yeah, dude, answer it. You gotta,
So
you gotta
much.
answer it truthfully.
Trends is the hardest one for me. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's got to be your boys
Who are my boys?
with the hardtop. With the
Holy shit,
No,
that
yeah,
guy.
no, you're right.
with
No,
the
you're
crazy
right.
with the crazy paint.
Yeah, no, trends definitely for me, especially my style, South City Round Custom.
Yeah.
That's. I guess you're right. That's an easy one. Thanks for answering
Yeah,
it for
you're
me.
right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's who I go to a lot.
I know.
I think the shit's just so cool. You
Oh, they're great
It's
dudes.
just got
Yeah.
such and they're after meeting them on
Yeah.
our open house, great guys.
No, they.
Bill and Joe, they're great.
Yep.
All that whole
Spent
team.
some time with Joe and Seal
Yeah,
last
Bill
year.
probably
Yeah.
more so than Joe. You know, he's a little.
Joe's awesome.
You're
I
just
don't
giving
get-
Joe a hard time.
Awesome. I got the chance to meet him at SEMA last year.
Yeah,
he's a
Great
cool guy.
night.
Cool
Awesome
fucking
dude.
dudes.
I mean, as a sheet metal guy, it's easy. I mean, Adam Banks is always the guy I go to, especially when these guys show up and we're talking about sheet metal and kind of like the peak of what can be done.
And what
is
is he?
Adam.
What like for example? What is that? So Adam Banks, what does he do?
He's like his up and coming guy. He's learning, and I can show him to these guys so they see it's obtainable what we
Yeah.
can do in this industry.
He was that dude in that truck that drove by and was like just so happy to be in the road
I
tour,
think,
right?
I think it was only one finger that
That's
he
the
waved.
that's the guy from the.
Do you
Mighty,
have- do you
Mighty-
have
I
the
do.
name?
I don't. I
That's the
want
guy from the Mighty Ducks, right?
Adam
It
Banks.
is. Adam Banks is the guy. He's the antagonist
Yeah.
from the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Right.
Who had to
He's-
join the Ducks because it turned out he lived one street over from the property lines that put
Yep.
him on the Mighty Ducks.
He's gonna love you.
Phenomenal stick handler, Adam Banks.
You
I
can
know,
handle
I
some
do.
You have the name?
I do. I don't want to get off of it. I had to text Phil Smut. And are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
It is. I knew at the time it was crazy, and I don't know why it slipped my mind. That kid who followed us back from Columbus
Yes.
was Charles' son.
Oh, Charles Cruz
Are
from
you
Classic
serious?
Cars.
It was Charles' son
Was
from
it
Classic
really?
Cars Studio.
I had no
Holy
idea.
Shit.
Well, that's fucking crazy.
That
Charles
makes it
never said
actually
anything
crazier.
about
Phil talked to him on Monday.
So it's an OBS then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I was gonna
OBS.
say it was a
Shit.
pickup truck, but it was his son in the OBS. And
I
he
remember
just
it
ripped
being
with
it
us.
was red OBS.
I don't want to speak now because my memory's so blurry.
It was Charles' son did build the red OBS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that because he kept up with us for a long time, and we were just like, "Who the fuck?
Well,
who is this
awesome.
guy?" Like,
awesome to
that's
hear that.
Yeah.
I
So
think that's
shout
fucking
out.
amazing.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen with that guy.
Shout out.
It wasn't the fact that he rode with the Roadster Shop that's going to change his
Well,
career.
yeah,
It's the fact that his
yeah.
dad's Charles Cruz.
No, he's,
Yeah, he might
he's
influence him a
He
little.
might be okay.
He's fine, but
Dad's pretty
Still a
cool.
great
he
story.
did enjoy his time
Yeah, 100%.
cruising
It's also
with
full
us.
circle. Look at our industry.
Yeah.
I know.
Look at what happened.
No,
You know,
it's
we had no
fucking
idea who he
incredible.
was at the time. He didn't know who we were until he caught up to us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
That
fucking
is-
incredible.
That's what, I mean, yeah, that's really good. Really, really good.
He's probably listening, going, "How the fuck do they not remember who I was?"
They had a check.
Let's be honest.
Motherfucker.
He's younger and got cooler things to do. I doubt he's listening.
That's true.
Yeah.
But if he is, shout out to the Cruz family and Classic Car Studio.
Yep.
Made our
Giving
day.
shout outs. Dude.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to do. I actually like doing
How
it.
did it feel?
It felt good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does feel good.
It is.
Yeah.
Spencer,
good thing you
in a answering a question format,
Oh,
what
there we go.
is
Yeah, please repeat the question. I fucking forgot.
what builders in our industry do you follow the most closely, and who's setting the trends and standards for this industry?
Us first, and then Obviously, Adam. I've followed him for a long time, but I think BBT and Cal are like my top two that I like. I look at and I see what they're doing, and I'm like, oh, all right. You know, it pushes me forward for sure.
BBT's pumping out the cadence
Yeah.
at which he can sustain.
Right.
And I like Troy.
Right.
I like anybody that can.
Troy,
We got a very tight circle.
Yeah.
But then there's a super tight like inner circle that can hang with that type of absolute shredding.
cool
Yeah.
motherfucker, though, dude.
of-
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Troy's
There's no place for egos because no
Troy is-
matter what
Yeah.
you look like,
you're fucked.
what you've built, what you wear,
Yes.
but
you're gonna
Troy's
get destroyed.
a humble dude.
He is.
Man. I mean,
Yeah.
to see like
He's
probably
fucking hell.
for the quality of work that he's putting out, he's probably quality to humbleness.
Yeah.
He's probably in the number one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
we
getting
got-
he's getting a little bit more
because he's looking better, dude.
with the
He's
with the
fucking
jackness. He's
yeah.
starting to get a little bit.
know.
Yeah,
You know, it comes with the
He needs an injury. He needs a
bigger
gym
bigger
injury.
shoulder, tiny waist. Like, you know,
I see Troy.
Troy needs a gym injury. He needs a bicep tear.
No, it's a wrist.
he needs a
He's
needs a
he's gonna
falling off of a-
he's gonna
falling off
have
of a
that
paint booth.
wrist fucking brace on, one that's on for way too long.
That's
Like
what's
you
gonna
see him
wreck-
at 2 shows.
That's
and you're
what's
like,
gonna wreck him.
that thing's still on, dude. It's a sprain. I didn't even know you could sprain
Like-
things
like
anymore.
You guys are gonna
That's-
feel really bad if something happens.
It's like a rollerblade level.
not
like
really.
Rollerblade style wrist.
Yes, hey, dude,
Like a-
you have
like
a
a
wrist
Tim
brace
injury,
on. Unless it's broken, don't put anything on it.
But see, the quality work they're
Yeah.
putting out is fucking kick
Yeah,
ass.
it's-
man.
Good
I mean,
answer.
Yeah,
they
that's good.
I mean, when they post builds that they do, I'm like, oh
Yeah. And he's a sharp dude, man. I mean, the Intech Auto stuff, he's got a really good product line.
yeah.
yeah,
And then like the
he's got a-
cow, the chassis that came through with cow, like just recently, you know,
Absolutely,
that
yeah.
was just like, fuck. Like,
oh, Andy, and them, his
I
brain
wanna-
just works different.
I want to be
They're-
a part of that build, you know, like that chassis that came through. I was like, fuck, this is
Yeah.
this is
Dude, you
fucking-
want to come over on the chassis shop? We could do shit like that on
No,
that
no,
side of
no,
it
no, no, no.
all the time.
No, no, no.
All kinds of crazy shit.
not
No
that.
question about it.
There's
man.
Burger
Andy
Wednesdays,
builds some
fucking
badass stuff.
Pizza Fridays.
Not that. I want to be a part of what it goes on that chassis.
Yeah, well, that's coming soon here for RS. So
Yeah,
gonna
100%.
have one.
I'm not.
What about you?
So, mine would be Mike Wagner from Cornfield Customs. I just feel like his quality of work that he
Yeah.
puts out is just phenomenal. I'm
Hell
not
of a
sure,
shaper.
Right, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the trends that he sets, but I can definitely attest to his standards are very, very high. And when I was coming up, he was posting a lot of videos on like how to do this shit, right? And I followed it to a T.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
he's a big one for me.
Yeah. Educational is a big part of it. Like
Totally.
any of the shops that are putting out educational quality is important for guys coming up.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Last but not least, we got a round of questions. This is a 2-parter, so that means it's 2 questions per person.
Wow.
Try to take the same
Answer
amount
them
of
at
time.
once.
So, we've never ran out of tape before. However, Spencer's pushing us to the limit.
is he really? I don't.
Excuse
Yeah, I
me.
didn't realize that was Spencer doing that.
I'm trying to answer your questions fully.
What is your absolute favorite thing about working at the Roadster Shop?
7.
And what's the most challenging?
Why would you ask us that when we work here? Jesus, the
This-
boss is right there.
This
You want me to
is
step
a
outside?
test.
Hey, if
He'll
all
never
of-
hear it.
If all of them say this, they're like the guy that fucking runs this place is a fucking asshole.
It's gonna be close.
Then it's,
So favorite thing and most.
do you want me to
challenging
step
thing?
outside?
No, we're
Favorite and most
we
challenging.
can talk about it tomorrow. When we go. Favorite and most challenging.
He's the smartest one. I know where this is going.
Yeah, he's
Favorite,
got something
most
bad.
challenging.
Favorite thing is this Jeremy Gerber guy is the
Yeah,
He gave
he's
me a
got
job.
something lined up.
Yeah.
Favorite, most challenging, and keep it simple.
Yeah.
Because
No,
I'm sorry, I'm going over time.
favorite thing about working here is just kind of the spans of what we cover. You know, there's no rhyme or reason behind what we build.
Yep.
And we're still going to put the same effort and ingenuity and creativity into it. You know, we're not pigeonholed in any sort of a box whatsoever. So anything from street rods, hot rods, 80s cars, just the vast spans of stuff that we're willing to take on and build is definitely my favorite thing. Most challenging thing is definitely, as the manager especially, corralling Jeremy's thoughts, ideas. Because they don't.
There's a lot up in there.
And then trying
no
to
end.
remember and harness all those things and
Yeah.
put them into action is definitely the most challenging thing for me at this stage in my career.
Yeah, challenging thing isn't a bad thing. I didn't say what's the thing you hate the most. It's what's challenging, and that's
It'd be worse
What
if
I
I
Complimented you.
what
Well,
I
it'd
hate
be
the
worse
most.
if I had no ideas,
Exactly,
right? If you're just
exactly.
like, well, I don't know what the fuck they want me to do with this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, the most challenging
he didn't say
thing-
any of them were good. He just said you had a lot of them.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said we'll talk about it tomorrow. 'Cause tomorrow he's gonna be like, dude, so I've been meaning to talk to you.
So, anyways,
The
this
ideas
build,
are not
Are not good.
very good.
the direction. Can we talk about it?
Yeah, that's really good. I like that, Spencer.
Next.
You're not. You don't want to take that one.
I mean, like, I didn't want to.
What's the thing you found most
I
challenging
didn't
about
wanna-
when you worked here?
I didn't want to take too much time. My favorite. I hate being second because my favorite portion of working here is the fact that everything is different every single day. I went from working on a 1937 Cord to working on a 1990 OBS pickup in like the span of a couple of fucking months. You know,
That's
like
pretty good spread.
there's like that's incredible. Like as a person in this industry, that's fucking incredible. To do work on such different vehicles is wild. That's absolutely my favorite. Every single time that I show up, like even today, I work on different vehicles every day. Every single time. There's always a different challenge. There's always a different thing to overcome. It's stimulating. It's exciting. It's always good. The challenging thing is Jeremy's ideas.
That's two.
I feel like I'm the common denominator of maybe like.
Two.
Because
Maybe I'm the fucking problem here.
Because I'll be no. It's not. It's not. It's
They're
not.
mostly good ideas. It's just
They're always
The
good.
amount of them.
They're always good ideas. It's just like I'll be grooving on a fucking project. I'll be working and I'm like, dude, I'm so under hours on this fucking thing.
You know
I'm
it'd be
like-
cool.
I'm like killing. I'm like killing this shit. We're almost done. I'm ready to send this shit to the body shop. And then Jeremy walks up and he's like, hey, buddy, wouldn't it be cool if? And then ...
So I've been thinking.
like-
Now stay
right.
with me here.
You know, we
Whoa.
trying to build cool shit here.
We
What are we
do.
trying to do?
We absolutely do. And it's always good. And it's always a good idea and it's always cool, but it's just like man, I was so
That's the same sentiment.
I was-
there's no project we won't
I
take in.
was so
And
close to
there's
being
no
done.
idea that we can't accomplish.
Right.
Yeah, so.
But like I was so close to being done. And then it's like, oh, all right. Yeah, no. I'll get it. I'll
feel
get it
like
done. I'll do it.
I feel like I usually finish those with like, well, dude, if you've got a better idea, just like roll with it.
That's
Like
the
I don't want
worst
to
Yeah,
derail
that's
it.
the worst part about it.
part about it.
Fucking
Because what he's saying, he's like, now if you think you can do better than what I came up with,
Hey, hey,
No, he's saying
do
if you
this,
want it to suck,
but also if
Do it
you
your
don't
way.
want to do this, fuck off. Right? It's
wasn't it yesterday? You're like, well, if
Pass.
you don't want to do it my way, just
Right.
go ask Josh.
oh yesterday.
And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. That
Only-
other idea sucks. I will not ask
only-
Josh.
Only yesterday.
Dude, bottom line, I'm trying to build cool shit.
So am
Here.
I. And I welcome
doesn't bother
the
me.
interjections, but it's like I'm like rolling on a project. I'm almost done. I'm ready to like ship it to the body shop, and then it's like, hey, what if we like rebuilt that
Hey,
completely?
it's the push. It's the push for greatness.
I love it. I
just is what it is.
It's the challenge is not negative. That's what you said.
Dakota,
What was the question again?
what's your favorite, your most favorite thing about working at the Roadster Shop,
Gotcha.
and what's the most challenging?
Gotcha. I would say, to be fair, I work with some really, really talented people, and I would say that is probably my favorite part about this place is I can walk into any room and get a straight answer because those guys know what the fuck they're talking about, right? That's one of my favorites. The challenging part is just the shit we do in general, right? None of it's easy. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Smartest
Yeah.
man at the table.
Yeah.
Smartest
Yeah.
man
Yeah, you
at
didn't
the
mention
table.
Jeremy like the other two.
He let you guys both hang yourselves.
He let us just
Tomorrow,
flounder.
when I come in tomorrow, I'm going straight to Dakota with all my cool ideas. Like, dude, here's what's going down. Dude. We're gonna do some cool shit.
You know, it'd be
Keep
cool.
coming,
You know, it'd be
keep
cool.
coming with the cool ideas. It's just, you know,
Oh.
maybe like in the middle of the project, not like right at the end.
They just, dude, I can't help but they come
Right.
when they come.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Me too.
Okay. And
I want to
on
be more
that
like.
note,
I feel like I want to be more like Brian Fuller. You know, Brian Fuller's got that kind of like eccentric, kind of cool,
Floaty.
like. Yeah. I
have
wanna
we
be
ever
like-
told the? I think it's time. We've never told the Brian Fuller story when, in Gatlinburg.
You tell him.
And
I'll let you tell it. You can phrase it. You can, however you think is best.
I've known Brian for a long time.
Yeah.
We have known Brian Fuller for also a fairly long time, and
Brian Fuller is a bad motherfucker, dude.
yeah.
it's piggybacking off of crazy ideas
Yeah.
and always want to do something.
Yeah.
Perfect segue into a Brian
Yeah.
Fuller, an amazing artist, and I like no other.
The work ethic.
Work ethic and
yeah,
getting
he's a-
and is super fucking
Just an ass
talented.
kicker.
Super talented. And
Anyways.
no, I love Brian, and Brian's gonna know. Like,
There's a lot of bringing him up to this level, and then there's
yes,
gonna be
of course, that's just the way this shit
Right.
goes, right? It's just that's fucking life, and especially the Oil and Whiskey podcast.
yes.
Brian is a extremely artistic person, and thinks and works that way. And everything that you would think a super artistic
Artistic. Yes.
type of person
Right.
would
In
would,
every way.
would
Yes.
act.
Yes. Absolutely.
So
Right.
we are in Gatlinburg for Shades of the Past years ago, and our tradition to go to Shades was to peel away for an hour or two and run down to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, largest knife company around. It's like 600 million square feet or something like that, give or take.
Million. yeah. Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
huge. 17 stories. You know, all the
It's
knives.
big.
It's big.
Right.
Shit ton of
They got
So-
knives. Yeah.
We're rolling out, and Fuller sees us, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I want to go. Where y'all going?" We're like, "Well, we're going to lunch and maybe down to the knife store." "Oh yeah, hey, can I hitch a ride?" "No problem." Hops in. We're in George Poteet's 57 Ford at that point. We had drove it down there, just
Yeah.
finished it up. So we're in there, and Jeremy's nice. He's a gentleman. He hops in. "Oh, I'll get in the back." Brian's tall, long legs and stuff like that. I'm driving, and we're riding that way, and the passenger door.
Oh, I didn't know what part of the story we're telling.
All
Which
of it.
which part of the story?
All
That's
of it.
not where I thought you were.
Well, we're gonna go to the far. So the
be a
passenger
long
door,
story.
the passenger door wasn't fully closed, and Brian's like having to tell a story. So he's sitting up on the seat with his back against the door,
Yeah.
and I'm about to make a turn, and Jeremy's like, "Oh, hey Brian, the door's open, right?" So save Brian's life because he would have tumbled on into traffic, right?
It
So then
was-
we
it
get to
was
the
open-
knife.
It was open.
It was not latched enough for a confidence in him
For
to
full
lean his
body
body
weight.
weight against
Right,
it
okay.
in a right-handed turn or left-handed turn.
Anyway, that's not
Sure.
really the point.
Anyway, so we get to the knife place, and we're excited. Kids in a knife store, right? And
course.
super excited. So
I'd
we're
be
there for like
excited.
10 minutes, and then Brian's gone. Can't find Brian. I'm like, all right, no problem. So
Yeah.
we do our thing. We're only there for maybe 45 minutes or so, and we're kind of being respectful. You're like, all right, let's
Kind of.
take a look around, and we come back out, and on this little bench, sitting crisscross applesauce, out in front of this knife store is Brian Fuller, and he's got his little sketch pad, little pocket note, like field notes sketch pad, and he's just a sketching away like a little artistic kid would do,
Artistic, yes,
right there,
yes.
and just
With
a
an R.
sketching away and showing us.
I hope he's calling you after this one.
I love Brian.
There's an R in there. It's artistic.
And he's showing us these tips,
Yeah.
and it's really crazy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like, dude, what happened? And he's like, oh, I just wasn't into the knife thing whatsoever, and just came to do his little drawings, and
Yeah.
and then we went to lunch, and he did more drawings, and
Yeah.
it's just crazy how his mind works. Like literally, it wasn't it's like a tick. It's like this is in here.
Things.
Like
Yeah.
I have to get it out and like show you.
Yes.
What do you think?
Artistic.
What was he drawing?
Exhaust tips. He was working on exhaust tips.
Chevelle or something. He was.
Yeah, he was doing like. It was the tip
so
and
he
the
had
integration with the valance and like a flare and a flip. Like there was.
So it was poignant.
He had
a point.
Yeah, this was not to bash.
He wasn't just.
This is not to bash on Fuller,
sketchy.
right? Oh, maybe a little bit, just like to poke fun at him.
A little bit.
But it was interesting to see. There's a problem that he's trying to work out.
There is an artism to it,
and he's trying to see a flare and a radius and an integration, and like if this goes there,
yeah.
And it's just like if you hear like first three notes of a song or the first you have to finish it. Like I can't just let that not be fixed.
Right.
And he was hung up on it.
Yeah. Cool.
And he didn't care about pocket knives. We were like super excited about going to the pocket knife store.
Not a big knife guy for sure.
But he was just like, I'll come with. To that.
Yeah.
Because it sounds.
And honestly,
fun.
I was like, dude, if you're just going to draw, you could have stayed at the show. Like, you kind of ruined the whole knife trip, honestly. Like, great, you're super artistic.
He's
and
a wild
guy.
Fuller's a wild dude, man.
Artistic.
He really does, like,
But
he
he
builds some wild shit.
But he did see himself to the front and, like, he was there while you guys were.
No, but he could have just
frolicking.
stayed. Like, it was honestly, it was a burden. It was a little bit of a downer.
Yeah.
To like
Brian?
worry about like if Brian was having fun or not. If I'd have known he was out there like drawing like those doodles and stuff, like we would have just left him. We would have been there for 2 hours buying knives. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
I love Brian. There was probably 4 or 5 knives we couldn't buy because we weren't in there.
You're probably right.
Yeah. Sure.
This has been a lot of fun.
One last one. I think it's the most important question before we go. It's my favorite question that's come up recently.
Oh.
Shit. Unlimited budget question.
Oh,
I like this one.
You do like this. I like this too.
Coming from the three of you guys, I think this is a cool one.
Give up on the verses?
It's over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stallone won.
Yeah.
Especially, I already know where that's
That
going
one's,
after his
that one's over.
movie.
The whole law enforcement one, I think Dakota wins.
Yeah.
So we don't need to get into
That's
that.
kind of obvious. We don't need to hear the story.
But unlimited budget. What are you building and who's building it? It can be a team of people that are building it.
All right.
What is it?
Who wants to go
You don't wanna
first?
Go first, then. Where you go first?
What?
I said you don't want to go first. Go ahead and go first this time.
Oh, okay.
Or you don't want to go second. Sorry.
It's my dad's Camaro. Obviously, it's a V10 supercharged all-wheel drive.
Really?
And I'm
What V10?
You're building?
What V10?
Audi.
And what is the drivetrain? How is it? How are the front wheels turning?
It's all Audi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
S8 is a $10,000 donor vehicle that has everything that I need,
Okay.
and I'm gonna figure the rest out.
Is there style? You got a vision for the?
It's going to be a Road Rage V2.
Wider. Wider's better.
V1, I guess, because we're talking Gen 1 and Road Rage is Gen 2, so
Yeah.
yeah.
You got to build that car, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's.
That would be cool.
Yeah. It's gonna happen. It's just when, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something that needs to be fucking built. That's
Yeah.
family heirloom. So much sentimental value.
Yeah. And he would be fully in support of me just fucking it up, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
It was
it
always
doesn't
like-
have to be the car.
right. It doesn't have to be like a perfect restoration thing. Like, he was always
Sure.
a hot rodder. Like, it started blue, he painted it red. He put fucking a V8 in it. Like, it was always like, he always upgraded.
If you had to paint it tomorrow, what color is it going? You thought too long. It's the
Yeah,
first thing that
it's-
comes in your
it's
head. What's the
always-
first thing?
It's always been, so currently I'm on a white and gold kick.
Okay.
All white with a gold, like
gold wheels
like flat white
with gold wheels.
with gold wheels.
Yeah, that's for
yeah.
people that do that. Is struggle with those guys.
Yeah.
That's why nobody wants to answer this question.
Well, I quit.
Yeah.
Well, the only.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, like,
there's people I
went-
know with white cars with gold wheels, and I don't know if I like them.
I went
it's
against
the problem.
everything.
The wheels of the person.
The person,
Yeah.
the look is fine. The white
Yeah.
and gold, I don't have a problem
Yeah.
with. It's
But
just
like a flat pearl white with gold wheels.
I'm only saying that because this asshole's got a white car with gold wheels. But no,
Oh,
He's trying
I
to give me
forgot about
shit.
that.
yeah. But no, I don't.
I forgot that you.
We
had
should have
that.
all forgot about it.
Yeah.
It would have
Yeah.
been less fun.
There's nothing
Everyone
wrong with
forgot
that.
you had
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Dakota, you're next.
See, so I'm a simple guy. So
Simple man.
I regular cab, short bed, OBS Chevy, man. You know what I mean?
Really?
Just
Who's
simple.
doing it?
Dude, we're talking unlimited budget.
Unlimited
Unlimited
budget.
fucking
Yeah,
budget.
yeah,
Who's
that's exactly
building
what
it?
I want.
Okay.
That's
Who's
exactly what I want.
That's
Just a simple like maybe 6 liter with a 6L80. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You just a cool cruiser, right?
Yep.
That's it.
Nice.
That'd be a good build.
Yeah.
All right, John. Blow my
I
fucking
don't
mind.
know. It's not
at-
gonna blow your mind.
Well, you've been at this a long time, so I'm curious.
I know it's going to be controversial, and I don't like the unlimited budget part because I don't know what that's like.
Wait, it's unlimited.
I understand, man. I can't comprehend.
Nobody
that.
knows.
It's going to be a bad answer in your eyes. I already know it because I heard it recently.
Okay.
I have always loved. He knows already.
Well, I know you like lead sled type stuff.
37 Zephyr.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Yes.
It's gonna be the wheelchair.
Yes.
If I can put a crew together to build it with,
Yeah.
Zephyr.
guys I don't necessarily know but have respected. I think I'd bring in Cole Foster if he's still out there and around.
Yeah.
He built that 36 for James Hetfield, which was just the most
Cool.
bitchin' hot rod in my eyes as far as stance.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
Cole
be
Foster
on the
gets a
crew.
lot of love on this
Does he?
podcast. Yes,
Really?
he's been
I
brought up.
missed a few episodes.
He does.
Yeah.
There's a mystique.
I used him on my dream
Did
build.
you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, him and Bobby Walden.
Oops.
Nice. I would rely on you guys to figure out the chassis because let's be honest, that's a tough chassis to make a ride height work. If you're not gonna you're gonna have to bag it probably, which sucks
Yep.
for ride quality. So I'll let you guys figure that out. Make sure the thing actually runs and rides properly.
And doesn't drag that 7 foot of skirt on the back of it.
Exactly.
Being low.
That's definitely
It's
out
got
of
a
my
lot of
wheelhouse
ass back there.
to make it work.
What motor? This is a tough one.
I know.
I love those vehicles and that, especially that
That's
era.
a car. That's a car though that looks like, does the motor matter? You know,
I think
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at too. It's
Yeah.
just got to look good.
the cars.
So the
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just
It-
fucking
it
throw
could
it,
be-
throw
No,
an
it's
LS
It's
in
gonna
it?
perform.
It
It's
could
not,
be
you know.
it could be a small block and
It could be anything. It could be. I mean, honestly, it should be a flathead Lincoln V12, right?
That's
Okay.
what it should be, and then you just
With,
dress
with
it up
a
to
little
look right.
with a little love on it.
That's
you know?
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, you should
Sprinkle-
It doesn't need to be
Sprinkle
go.
a
It doesn't
little
need to
love
go
on it.
fast. It just
No.
needs to look cool and
It's
needs to
not
be.
gonna go
and
fast.
It's hard to
and
not do a flathead.
sound cool.
100%.
Yeah.
Plus, I think my dad would kill me if it didn't have a flathead.
Yeah,
Just a
it's
full-blown
just-
dressed
Yeah.
flathead.
And I hate even admitting that it needs a flathead because it's.
No, I dig flatheads, man.
I love them, but it's just so, like,
But something like that has to
Lost effort.
have it.
yeah, it's exactly.
Well, it's a means of moving the
Like,
vehicle.
it's like
I mean,
invest.
you
It's like
spend a-
investing in Blockbuster. It's like,
Right
I
now?
think this time this
Yeah.
thing's gonna.
yeah, we're gonna go
It's
VHS on this.
it's gonna take off.
It's
Yeah.
it's
there's
thousands
not-
per
there's-
single horsepower.
Red
There's nothing
box.
wrong. Look, I made a funny comment maybe about them. I like those cars.
I like them a lot.
You got they're tough to make stand out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially around here, too, though, because we don't see them. Like, that was the thing. Going to Grand National Roadster Show, they're like, you turn a corner, and there's one. It's like, oh, man, we don't see
Yeah.
these where we're from. It's
My
not something
my
you come
thing.
across.
And we've talked about this. I've
We had to look for it at Grand National. Like
Because I was
The
looking
hot
for
rod.
them. I
The
was
hot, you're looking at the
purposely
hot
looking for
rods
them.
and hobbies one.
Yeah.
The green one.
Yeah.
my thing about the Zephyr and a little bit about the 36, more less on the 36 Ford, but on the Zephyrs, as much as I've loved them for a long time. It's goes in the genre, and I've said this before. It's like that's the car I want to look at. Like I want to look at it.
Yeah.
There's never been a time that you're like, my dream is I envision myself in that car driving in some scenario.
Yeah.
You know,
fair.
it's different. It's like
Yeah.
you see a lot of vehicles and you're like, oh, I'd like to be in this place or this part of the country or driving it and doing a trip. I want to drive these types of roads or I want to
It's
do.
The-
You see the
I could
Zephyr and
see-
it's like, I want to just look at it.
The
If you're talking
drivability
about-
of a Zephyr in its truest form is
No,
like
you can make one
Well, I feel
do
like
the things.
Getting
Yeah.
out, you could get out of that car in like a wizard's robe.
It's still cool.
And then it would and you'd be like, oh,
cool.
yeah. That
You mean anybody or me in particular?
No, just a
No,
guy.
no, no,
And it would somehow
Specifically-
look
I know.
Specifically,
like nobody would
not
question you.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
they'd be like, oh, yeah, he's driving a Zephyr. He's got a Wizard's robe on.
Right.
It's just
it just makes sense. Right.
Yeah.
It's got that
It
look
checks
of a hot
out.
rod for me. Like from the time I first started paying
Yeah.
attention to hot rods,
Yeah.
that was the car I saw and was like, if I could go back and be a kid and be good at drawing, which I'm not, and draw what I see as a badass custom hot rod, that's that's the profile.
Yeah.
of
There's
the
not
car I
many
see.
cars that surpass it.
How do you do
lines-wise.
that better than what Rob Ida did with it? Because
I think it's hard.
that's
Maybe just
that might
have
be
him
I don't know that you can.
that
do it
might
again.
I don't see any holes in his game on that one. Like that car had
He can take different style though. He take it very concept car
Yeah,
wise,
that-
modern concept
well,
car.
Sure, but that's the fucking appropriate style to that car. I think it's a tough one to beat.
Yeah.
It's tough
Yeah.
Zephyr to beat.
But we're talking unlimited budget.
I think that might have been in the neighborhood of an unlimited budget. I don't know.
It would have
I
been
don't know.
unlimited, but
Wasn't a tight budget.
In that same zip code as
Yeah.
unlimited.
yeah.
That's a good car.
I like. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Has yours moved?
what
Josh?
color?
I'm struggling on that because
Maroon?
to me, just black looks fucking killer on those cars.
Yeah.
But it's been done so many times.
You
So
lose a lot of detail on a Zephyr.
I know
black.
you do. That's why
Yeah.
I almost feel like I would bring another guy in to lean on.
Purple.
Like I would might because I don't think in those terms. I have like that badass dark look is what I'm.
Who
tending
sprays
to.
it? You never talked about who sprays it.
Yeah, I think if I was building it and I could bring like people in for their input, I'd just bring my boys in. Like, I'd bring all the guys I want to work with. Like I'd probably let Alan Palmer spray it. I'd bring Chad in. I've got unlimited budget. I'm gonna hire his ass to build
Fuck
it.
yeah.
Jeremy's gonna be building it with me. I'm gonna bring in Chad. I think I might like rely on my boys at South City Rod and Custom maybe to give me some concepts. They've
Yeah.
always got wild colors.
They
I don't know if
should-
I would buy into that, but
They
like,
should spray it for you.
I think
sure.
they'd bring me some killer colors and
Yeah.
concepts
They
in that
got
way
it.
where I just automatically go black is as cool as it gets. But
Black's hard to beat though. I mean, dude, black and nickel, something on that.
Yeah.
Like,
Black and copper is a fucking killer.
the first thing I'm doing though, if I have an unlimited budget, is hiring you guys.
fuck yeah.
When you guys
You just want to flip the script. It's not even about the build. He just wants to turn the tables.
Just to manage it.
motherfucker.
You know, it's like
You
we'd be
work-
like stripping undercoat. And
You
just so we
work
could
for
be
me
like,
now.
So listen, you motherfucker.
Dude, this is gonna be 4 times a day. Hey, I was thinking you would be cool
Hey, you got that done.
if
I got an idea.
Did I not address that in my unlimited budget?
You know what would be cool?
You motherfuckers would
that, like
be
there's
setting
TIG
it
welding
all
and
the
there's
way
MIG
up.
welding, but what
Yeah.
about a new kind of welding?
Yeah.
Why don't you try that?
yeah, trying to invent that.
Let me know what you come up with.
Yeah.
You remember
I mean, if you don't want to do it my way, I guess you can
15
do
years
it
ago,
yours.
in the back of the magazines,
Figure it
you'd
out.
see those like body kits to turn like a 91 or whatever 90s
The
Thunderbird.
Studebaker?
Pro?
We could turn them into
Yeah.
Studebakers or Thunderbirds.
Yes.
Well, I used to have this joke with Chad Glassacre. We were always like, oh, if we won the lottery and had all this money, I just broke your microphone. I'm sorry.
You're right. It's in there.
What would you build? We just talked about this shit on the shop floor. And I go, dude, I'm telling you right now, if I have that much money, I'm going obsolete. Nobody's going to know it's me. I'm contracting the Roadster Shop on limited budget. I'm going to buy one of those body kits and demand that Chad Glassacre builds it out
The
of sheet metal.
F-Sense.
Sheet metal.
Metal finish.
I kind of like that actually.
That would be awesome.
We've seen some cars come in for chassis that I feel like are almost on that level.
Even the most recent, the Lincoln.
Dude, there has been some wild
there was
shit
just
coming in
here.
for custom
Oh my
chassis,
God.
which is cool as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that that's happening.
You saw Cochran's car, didn't you?
Which one?
The Lincoln.
Yes.
It's like an 80. What year?
That shit.
Eight,
I
early
didn't know that
80s.
was who's
Yeah,
car.
early
Early 80s
Yeah, Johnny
four-door
Cochran.
Continental.
That's his old car.
Cool.
That car, like I walked past it. I
I
was
saw
like,
the tag on it, didn't you?
"Fuck,
Not
that's
guilty?
crazy."
I did not see it.
I swear the license plate
That's
is
what the
not
license
guilty.
plate
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you pivoted at all? I'm
all over the place.
Yeah.
I change every day. I've been I got back on the Rambo Lambo lately.
Really?
On the LP 2000 or whatever. Start kicking around. It needs to be a G-Wagon level interior.
You get Morgan Clark? than that?
Probably because I want it to absolutely like tuck 39s on it when
That's Morgan Clark for sure.
you
100%.
when you
Yeah.
huck it.
Yeah.
But it also needs to be way more of a civilized looking around the around town than just a full pre-runner.
Is it white?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be white, cocaine white,
Yeah.
With gold.
full
Gold
you know-
beadlocks.
Yeah.
No, no
White.
gold.
It's white fucking.
White, probably just black wheels.
Yeah.
And
Whoever
you got to have some KCs.
You're
everywhere.
onto something with that one because whoever's the first one to modify that
So it could be a cool one.
vehicle
Yeah.
will be. That'll be something.
Yeah, it'd be really, really cool. You know who should do something like that, and who probably will, is Ron Jones.
It's in his wheelhouse.
That'd be up Ron Jones' wheelhouse.
Yeah, I think that's in his wheelhouse. Bobby's hinted at it. Built some
Really?
cars for Bobby. He's into this. What do they call it? It's a L.
LP2000, I think, or LP200.
That's the Lambo SUV that was.
Yeah,
like
Hummer,
before.
Hummer-like
Yeah,
Lamborghini.
Yeah.
They got some cool things going on.
Dude, that car must be a maintenance fucking crisis.
Yeah, I wouldn't restore it. I wouldn't restore it. I would. We'd
You
start
buy
from
that car for
scratch.
the body.
Yeah,
and then you
and that is
build
it.
off of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's so much
nothing
cool
about
stuff that
car
you could do.
You keep going.
Yeah, they were neat. When I was a kid, they were in the dunes all the time.
Oh, were they?
Silver Lake. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
they'd be up there fucking ripping all. I don't know what the deal was with them,
It was
but
on Backpack Super Soaker Day.
I wasn't driving them, dude. I was just
The
there.
sand dunes you're
Yeah.
thinking about.
Oh yeah, I
wasn't
had
there.
one.
You don't want to get parched while you're out there.
Yeah,
Then you got to go back to the RV.
but they were. I don't know what the
Jesus.
story was with them, but they were always out there.
They used to be dirt cheap. Like they were just completely forgotten about.
I suppose.
They
Now
could be.
Now they have the Urus, and it's not
Yeah, that's not cheap.
cheap.
It could be a cool build and something different and something
Yeah.
wild. And I think you can make it do a little bit of all things.
Fuck yeah.
Well, we really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had fun hanging, guys.
I think there will be some listeners that really enjoyed it, and the ones that don't. We've always said from the get-go, if we're having fun and we enjoy this conversation, then that's all that matters, and we really did enjoy it. I think that we might need to make this maybe a semi-regular thing.
Yeah.
There's more topics to get into.
For sure. So.
Guys got a little more.
We barely scratched the surface. John's been here for 18 years kicking fucking ass. And, you know, a 3-hour conversation, we've barely scratched the surface,
Yeah.
man.
No, there's still a lot more to talk about, and it was fun. It was really fun.
Fuck yeah.
Appreciate it, guys.
See you
thanks
again
for
next
the-
week. And don't forget, before we go, don't forget to go to goodguys.com and check out the careers in hot rodding. Columbus is just right around the corner. So hope you're ready for that thrash again.
We're ready for it.
It's coming up.
We'll see you again next week.
See you guys.